Hello, hello, hello. Hello.
Hey,
Hello, Jammerz.
hey, hey, what's going on?
Hello, everyone. Actually, Jammerz, do you see the chat?
I can see it on a different screen.
That's okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am going to talk over this video a little bit, but hello, everybody, and welcome to the watch party for EVO, the final day of it was a 3-day long weekend, right, Jammerz?
Yes, it was. Started on Friday. This is the final day.
Oh my goodness. And it's really funny because it is a different time zone for both me and Jammerz, so we're living in the future. But we are going to be spectating, commentating, watching, and experiencing the final day of EVO today, which is specifically Street Fighter 6. And I brought on Jammerz because they are I'm going to say over 10 years. Jammerz says it's not 10 years. Over 10-year experience for esports, commentating, Street Fighter. Wait, I mixed the two. It is Street Fighter commentator, esports caster, manga collector, anime extraordinaire. Thank you so much, Jammerz, for joining. Would you like to say hello to everybody and give a little intro on yourself, even though I kind of covered basically all of it?
Thank you for shoving a lot of positivity and great accolades into one introduction there, Hime. Really appreciate that. But yes, what is going on, everybody? Just to echo what Hime said, I've been commentating for a long time. Street Fighter is the main title. I've been commentating various fighting games as well. And you can only see part of it. I am a manga fan. I am an anime fan. I'm not a fake fan. Well, I'd love to move out of the way, but I got to look at the camera and keep an eye on you guys up there. But no, you know what? We're going to be enjoying some Street Fighter 6. I do various forms of content creation as well. I've done some voiceovers. I do some content on YouTube for a company called Dash Fight for fighting games and whatnot. Done various things, and we try to keep up with that as well. But right now, I'm going to be a good old encyclopedia for Hime over here to enjoy some Street Fighter and have a bit more insight on how the game actually works at a competitive level.
It's true, chat. So the way this is working is basically I'm going into this, I would say somewhat blunt. I would say I know 2% of Street Fighter. So Jammerz here is our in-house expert that is going to be sharing the lore behind the team, the final 6 roster of this tournament, and in general, just finding out about the history of EVO and Street Fighter and basically picking his brain throughout the next 3 hours. So I'm going to bring this up because we have live music. Can you all hear that, chat?
I can definitely hear that.
Yes. I do want to say...
I think one of my favorite things about live music... Sorry to cut you off there. One of my favorite things about live music is I wonder if YouTube will clamp these guys afterwards for no reason.
Wait, do you think this is an original song?
I think it should be. It should be. I just like it. I find it funny when like you'll get permission to use the music and advertise certain things, and then YouTube like 2 days later copyrights you. Say, hey, that's not yours. It's like, but it is mine.
I literally wrote this song in my bedroom. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I do want to say that we are watching it right now. It is being post-streamed live through Crunchyroll Collections on YouTube. So if you also want to have like the OG link to the stream that we are watching, you can find it on Crunchyroll Collections. And I believe it's on the official EVO YouTube live stream as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that is correct. Yep.
Is it on Twitch also? I think it's on Twitch, right?
So it should be on twitch.tv/EVO. That is the main channel. Like Hime said, you should be able to see it on Crunchyroll Collection. And of course, the channel we're on now, which is Crunchyroll-Hime.
Yay! So I'm assuming this is like what would you say, like an opening ceremony for the finals? Yeah,
I don't know if you watched any League of Legends finals or whatnot.
I attended an NALCS tournament in, when was it, 2015 or 16 or something like that? Or 18?
Okay.
I actually don't remember.
So kind of think of it like, I'd probably say the opening ceremony is the best way to articulate it. We're, as fighting game fans, I'll fill you in on something right now. As fighting game fans and players, we're just like, can you just show us the game, please, so we can move on and enjoy the actual action. But no, over the years, like, I'd say production, how the element of events have really like spiced things up to make it more of a spectacle rather than just the games and move along, has been better over time. So it's actually good that this is here because they go out of their way to make these events more meaningful for viewers at home as well as people in the arena, because they're actually in the Mandalay Bay, which holds up to the Mandalay Bay is an arena that holds up to 18,000 people, maybe a little bit more. I was there last year to do some hosting there. So
you hosted a tournament of 18,000 people?
So basically, I was like one of the main MCs for Street Fighter V last year in that arena they're in right now. So you could literally hear the crowd roaring and everything and doing whatnot. So it was a pretty eventful experience. Yes and no. I know people and I do things. I talk a lot.
You're
That's
too
the best way to tell myself.
You're too humble. I don't even think
I mean, like, it's a good experience. I think it can be intimidating for a lot of people, but I think when you are, when you like to talk about your passion and share the energy, how charismatic someone can be, I think it can take you a lot of places in today's world. So.
Yeah, I feel like when I'm watching and listening to this music, I feel like, would you say that this is like the KDA of Street Fighter, of Evo? This band.
That's a very good question. They're playing Jamie's theme right now, one of the new characters in the Street Fighter series. But I guess I would say that's a safe assumption to make.
That's basically like, it's OST. It's great.
Yeah. The fact that they actually got the live band out to do this is this is really damn cool. Because I'm used to hearing it just in the game with all the sound effects and the characters beating each other up. So. Oh,
so it's just like the isolated BGM. It's like the first time.
Basically.
Do you have like a favorite character soundtrack that kind of like pops off?
So I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Oh. So the previous Street Fighter iteration, Street Fighter V, I think that's some of the best soundtrack they've ever made, Capcom have ever made. If you ever get time to listen to it, like especially the stage themes, really give it a listen. I think you'll like it. I clean my house to it sometimes.
Wait,
it's really cool.
I clean my house to like Sims 4 music because it makes me feel more like an NPC, and then I just have to do it.
Okay, maybe I'm just getting on in life, but sometimes cleaning your house is therapeutic, and then when you have the right video game soundtrack or something, it really gets you going. You feel like you've accomplished something. But yeah, Street Fighter V soundtrack is one of my favorites of all time. Street Fighter 6, it's good, but I have to, because I know a lot of people have like had their, let's say their reservations about it, but I just tell people it's probably not for you. You can't say it's bad, you just have to say it's not for you. And there's a lot of soundtracks in here that I don't completely mesh with, but there is one stage that's a French stage. I don't know if any of the players will actually pick it. If they do, it's my favorite soundtrack in the game. It's on a French stage.
You can pick your own soundtrack.
No, so what happens is you can pick the stages to fight on. And what will happen is the game will rotate between your character's theme, your opponent's character's theme, and then the stage theme itself. So you can mix between the three.
That is so cool. Someone in chat says the arcade version theme for SF5 is incredible.
Yes, and that person is absolutely correct.
Thanks, Matt Gillette. You're right. Jammerz confirmed it is incredible. Alex's SVF theme, it really slaps, says Omni Nexus.
Yes, it's not my personal favorite, but yes, it is pretty good. So who's got a good one in Street Fighter V? I'd say Poison, Alex, Oro, Ibuki. Let me see, who else? Karen's got a very good one. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Gil has got a fantastic one as well, so does Seth. So,
all right, hold on. You have to say that slower because I'm writing this all down.
Oh, sorry.
Which one do I have? Poison, Ibuki.
Oh, okay. So, Poison.
Yeah.
Ibuki. Gil. So Gill.
Gil, like fish gills?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Probably that's the best way. I would say Seth as well. So SETH. I think who else was in the game? Damn, there's 45 characters. I can't remember. Obviously, Alex. Someone did mention Alex. Who else? you can put Menat as well, actually. Menat. And then another person called Zeku. Zeku. Yeah, he's a ninja.
Oh my, that is so cool. Do you have like a this might be a hard question for you, but do you have a favorite character in Street Fighter that's like your main?
Yes, that's easy.
Oh, who is it?
It's Poison.
Oh, I should have known. I was like, maybe the music is just so good that you know, Poison.
She's got pink hair.
Wait, I think I love her. Wait, I love her. Wait, you know, she kind of reminds me of Vi from League of Legends.
Okay.
It's just the pink
no,
hair,
she's been my favorite character since 2012.
What do you love about her? I mean, there's nothing to not love, but.
Pink hair, sassiness.
Oh.
This is gonna sound very weird. She gives this very what's the word? Like dominating vibe. Like she really wants to overwhelm her opponents, but in a very very sexy way. If I yeah, well, I'll say that, but
no, that's fine.
But what else is there? I like how she plays mechanically in Street Fighter 5. She's not in Street Fighter 6. I hope she comes back in Street Fighter 6.
Oh,
Someone said I get it, like a dominatrix. Yes, dominatrix vibes. That's what she gives off. And I like those as characters in video games and like comics and stuff.
So does each character have lore? They do, right? They're like from different
yes, every single character has very deep lore, but it's one of those things where I think you'd have to go on like Reddit Street Fighter to really delve into it. There's Street Fighter wiki, so you can really go into certain things. But then, because I've been doing some videos recently on some of the new characters in Street Fighter 6, the lore behind them and their fighting styles. But like this stuff goes really deep. So. And this guy you see on the stage right now, Vicious, I work with him on a very close.
Oh my goodness, Vicious?
Very close level. Yes, his name's Vicious. Any guesses from where?
Vicious, like
to this very moment to become
Vicious?
top.
I have no idea.
Do you want me to give you a clue?
Yes.
If I say Spike, will you get it now?
From this
Spike, Ball. Jammerz, if there's anything you need to know about me, it's that I don't go outside. I don't leave my virtual realm.
So he's called himself Vicious based on Cowboy Bebop.
Oh my god!
He is
that
a
literally
huge
went over
Cowboy
my
Bebop.
Big head.
That's why I said if I say Spike, I didn't want to say Spike Spiegel. That's the thing.
No. I think if you had put it that far, I would have been like, oh. But my brain, it doesn't start working until 2 p.m. in the afternoon.
We got one more present from
So that's great.
No way. Are they? No way. Are they announcing a new character? No way. Oh, don't do this to me now.
Uh-oh.
No.
They did. I'm gonna say nothing.
Oi.
I'm gonna say nothing.
Do not show any gameplay. Please don't show any gameplay. Oh my god, they're gonna show gameplay. They're gonna show gameplay.
Wait, I hear a voice. It sounds delicious. What if it's Poison?
It's not Poison. It's the new character. They've already announced the characters that are coming out this year. We just don't know what they look. We don't know how they play. What the hell?
Oh yeah, amazing hair.
Probably.
Oh my word. What? No way. Oh my word.
Now, here comes the airplane.
Oh my god.
Ah.
Say
No.
Oh. She's kind of like a dominatrix.
Well, she looks like it. That's the vibes I'm getting at the moment. But
I love her hair.
I'm trying to think because I need to. I'll wait for this to play out completely. I might be watching because I'm looking at our stream and the Crunchyroll collection one. The Crunchyroll collection one's a little bit ahead. Wow, she's going in. No way.
Oh wait, did she have like a psychological powers?
No.
it's
Okay,
poison?
they didn't show gameplay. Okay. Ooh. Okay, they didn't show gameplay. That's good. All right.
This is kind of like building up lore.
Yeah, because they do have a very they've had a very big single player mode called World Tour, where you get to create your own character and run around like it's Grand Theft Auto or
really?
Streets of Rage, and you get to fight other like CPUs and whatnot in there. So
Wait, their name is Aki or
Aki, so AKI, you just say Aki. So right, I'll be able to explain this a little bit now. There was a character in Street Fighter 5 called Fang, but it was spelt with initials just like Aki was, so it was F-A-N-G. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong with this, they think Aki is a disciple of Fang.
Street Fighter
oh, like almost like an alias.
Yeah, or they think like she's got a very close association with the character Fang.
Do they visually look similar too?
If you go on Google
I'm
now, and then just type in Fang, F-A-N-G, and then put SFV next to it, he looks. You'll probably feel some reminiscence to the character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It should be this guy that's super tall, like 7 foot tall, and he's in a purple cloak. There you go.
They do have like, I want to say like traditional East Asian like outfits. So that would make sense. That looks really cool. His hat is amazing.
He's a very goofy character though. He's very elusive. Like
Really?
he was very difficult to fight in competitive play.
Oh.
Okay. So the official Street Fighter account, they've literally just said a maniacal poison aficionado, Aki can't wait to sink her nails into her opponents in autumn 2020.
Wow. So it was poison that she was. Oh, nails? Transmitting poison through your nails?
Yeah. Do you know what her nails reminded me of? Have you have watched Bleach, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember? What was her name? She had the dagger. Soifon?
Yes.
What was it called?
Oh,
Suzunabachi?
skill?
Was it Suzunabachi, the dagger? I can't remember what it was
I
called.
don't. That there's a whole roster of names, but Soifon, yes, I remember when she was introduced. I was like, I love her.
You know there was it just slips out. You're just like, I didn't think I'd actually say that. That's brilliant. Brilliant. Ooh, okay. So now that was nice. They opened up with a band, and then they revealed the second character on the DLC roster, which is pretty cool.
Oh, there was
And
one before this.
Yeah, so there was a guy called Rashid. So he is a master of wind, and he was new to Street Fighter from Street Fighter 5, and he's come back in Street Fighter 6.
Oh my God.
I actually play him right now, actually.
Really?
But what I usually do, because part of my job is when these characters are announced and when they come out, I have to learn how they function to be able to talk about them in a competitive light.
And you have to know about their skills and like all of the combos and all of this.
Yep, I got to know as much as humanly possible, find out which
Right.
professional players are playing them.
All
Well,
right,
do
let's
you know
keep
what?
this
If you
energy
kind of
high.
put it as
No.
part of your everyday like
No
regime,
sound.
it's actually not that bad. It's actually not that bad. So
Mics.
I would prefer to do that than maybe.
All right, you guys hear me?
no
You with
hate.
me?
But I'm not really good
Mandalay
with
Bay,
numbers.
you guys hear me now?
As long as
Well-
I'm not running numbers all day.
Let's
I
keep this
will.
energy
You
up. We're
probably
about to
know
bring
this,
out our
Hime,
top
long
6
enough.
for
There's
Street
two
Fighter
things you
6.
can't avoid in life. It's English and numbers. So
I hate those
And
both. I
first
can't
up,
do either of
please
those.
come out to the stage, Kakeru.
I mean, if you get someone to help you, that's fine. But like, I just know there's two things you just cannot avoid.
It's true. I try to avoid it and I can't. Is this Kakeru? This is the Japanese player, right?
Yes. So this player here, he might be the youngest player or the second youngest player on the stage right now.
Really? Oh, he looks so happy.
So do you know what it was, right? He was actually pretty
Let's
good
make
at
some
the previous
noise
Street
for
Fighter in terms of
Angry
competitiveness, but he wasn't up there with the greats.
Oh.
And then because a new game came out and everyone started on the same, basically they all started at the same starting point, I think he just excelled further than most.
Wow. That's how I feel
Right.
about games sometimes. I get
One
intimidated
of the
because
5
everyone's
gods.
like immortal,
Iconic.
master level.
Let's just say they have less responsibilities than you, so they have more time to play.
I don't know. I think it's just a skill issue.
Well, there's that too. But...
And this is
Okay, there's
Angry.
Haitami.
Oh, this is not Angry Bird. Oh, they're introducing
And
everybody.
now, the
Yeah, they
God,
introduced everybody. Angry Bird's already on the stage. Haitani's just come up now. Who are they bringing on now? Mena, I think. I think they're bringing on Mena. No, that's Punk.
Punk. Where is Punk from?
Punk's from the US. I think he's originally.
Make some
He
noise,
lives in
let's
Florida,
go,
but I think he's
Mena.
originally from
4,
Philadelphia.
Oh, I've been to. Oh, I've actually been to both.
Okay, cool, nice.
What? This outfit is amazing.
Hey, of course he would.
Wow.
Right. So that player right there, that's Mena RD. He is the 2-time Capcom Cup champion that I was telling you before. And of course he'd wear
And
that
we got
jacket.
one more
And
of the
is
five
this the one
gods.
from the
Make some
Dominican
noise for our
Republic?
last competitor.
Yes, it is. Yes, he is.
Awesome. My brain is serving me well.
That's good. And then, of course, the last player coming on the stage, he is probably... Okay, I'll tell you what, right? A couple months ago,
All right, this is it. One more time.
basically I
Make
used to do
some
a lot of
noise for your top
interviews
six.
with a lot of
Street
players,
Fighter 6,
and
Evo
we
2023
brought on some Japanese
finalists.
players. Obviously, we had a translator with us,
Yes.
and I asked them. I said, "Who do you think the best player is, or who do you look up to in the Street Fighter scene?" They both said Tokido, and they said nobody's perfect, but they said Tokido is the closest thing to perfection.
Wow. That
All right, now I'm gonna send this
big
up
thing
my
to
boys
say.
on
That is,
commentary. Give it up
That
for
was a
Seijin
huge statement.
and from two different people said the same thing.
Exactly, they both said that.
And I also just noticed 24 years active.
Yeah, he's been playing fighting games longer than some people have been alive.
Oh my goodness. So what is it? If you were born in
1999, I think.
1999.
Yeah, 1999.
My goodness. Then bow down to our god, Tokido.
Before I even get to the gameplay, look. I know I've
Listen,
been
he's
hearing that
influenced
Shout out
a
to
lot of
Evo Day
people.
first
He's
and foremost,
a
but
lot
I
of
need
people's
everybody
like
in the
role
building to
model.
say,
His main character, or the character he's known for, is not in the game yet. He'll be coming out at some point next year, I believe.
Oh, from previous Street Fighter series.
Yeah,
I see.
they started singing
but
that
he's
TMNT
definitely gone
real
through a lot of
quick.
changes,
People
and for
picked
the
it up, they're
better.
like, wait a minute,
Oh,
that's
So
that's
it's
good.
very good.
that was
Very
kinda
good
crazy. I'm
to
here
see him
listening to
here.
it, and, and I'm bopping. It's cool. And then I was like, wait a darn minute. And there you go. That's a cool ass announcement.
Yeah, that was pretty good, I gotta say.
All right,
Oculus does not
so
seem
and
like
then
a nice
obviously the
person.
commentators we
I'll
have
tell you
here.
that.
The guy
Also,
on the
she
left is called
seems-
Seijan,
I
and the
saw
guy
a
on
lot
the
of
right is
people down there already
Yikes.
that I
These
could
are
fix her. No, you
probably
can't.
one of the
Don't do it.
best
Don't even try.
pairings you'll see as
It's
a
not
commentary
Yeah, I
duo.
won't talk to her on the
They
first
seem
day.
like just buds.
Yeah.
That's 100%.
Don't
No,
recommend
they
it.
are.
You do
Well,
better.
that's what most
All right, everybody.
commentators
Well,
should be. They
hopefully
should be
you've been enjoying all
friends
the
in and
action
out
all
of the
weekend.
game
Maybe
as
you've
well.
been
That's good.
hanging out, checking all the games,
You'll
and,
definitely like
we're gonna
Yipes'
pass it. We're gonna
energy,
be taking a look at our
and
bracket
I
in a
would
minute
say
here, checking out all the action. And
Seijam's
again,
probably
this
the most
is
analytical
the first Capcom
commentator
Cup
we have in the scene.
qualifier event,
He's very big
one
in the
of
FGC. He's
three
probably the biggest
offline
like
events
talent
that
we
this
have.
tour
So.
will have.
I feel like I
And
need
look, already
I
we
need a
already have
balance.
some
I
familiar
need funny,
faces.
goofy
You know,
haha.
I was kinda hoping for the
And then I
Dark
need
Horses,
someone
but
with
hey, I'm not
that'll
complaining. These guys are killers.
crunch
We're gonna have a good
the
show.
hard
We got
numbers for
numbers.
me.
versus Angry Birds.
Oh yeah, no, that's
These
what
guys
we
have been just stepping
ideally
their game up a lot.
that's what we
I actually
ideally
know
aim
that
for
Kakuga
most
was the
broadcasts that are
artist
done.
known as-
I
Yeah,
would
he was a
definitely
Ryu
say as
player
well.
in the
Sometimes
last
you
game.
will
Every
get two
time
analytical
this guy's
guys
so good.
together.
How does he do
Sometimes
it
you'll
in this
get
game?
two
Pick a
like
good character
exuberant
and look
people
at him. He's a
together,
versatile
and
top
depending
six
on the
hero, which is very
people,
impressive. Angry
it
Bird,
could
I'm
work.
happy to see
It
here
might
too,
not
as
work.
you
But
mentioned, right? Like,
one of the
you know, a lot
things
of
that's
guys
very
get put on Big Bird all
difficult,
the time,
not
obviously
just
Red Bull State
in
champion.
this
They
kind of
played
line
a
of
lot
work,
of
but in
Red
life
Bull
in
State.
general,
I
is
think
finding the
if
balance,
it
because
had been a
that's
different
difficult for a lot of
bracket,
people in
right,
general.
and instead
So.
we had seen Angry Bird win, I think he could have won the
That was
tournament
really
series
good.
back
I
then.
also am
On the other
saying,
side,
I'm sorry, I got a
Haitami
little
and
distracted by the
Obviously,
sponsors
I
on the
know that a lot of
screen.
people are focusing on
Chipotle?
Haitami. He's the modern
I
day
love
Yeah,
Chipotle.
Chipotle sponsoring Evo.
Interesting one to watch right
So
here.
I think
Determined
everyone
to
that
lock
made
people
a
down all
certain
weekend. One
threshold
button
in the
reaction.
tournament, they got a
Could be
free
very
Chipotle
impressive
meal.
up against Punk, who has not lost a
Wait,
game
one?
yet in this tournament. Think about that.
Whoa,
I-
wait,
one
that's
or two.
amazing. Wait, imagine
Yeah.
a free
And he
meal
made it
on
here to top
Chipotle.
six
Wow, thank you,
without losing
Chipotle.
the
But
game.
also, I did see a little bit. I saw the Crunchyroll logo
I'm a
there.
little upset is because there's so much that we're doing at
Hey.
Evo.
That's
I
us.
didn't get to see not
Well, that's
one match from
me,
Punk.
but that's
All
also
I
you
can
right
see on
now.
social media, he's just washing everybody.
I'm representing Crunchyroll. I never thought I'd do it.
Yes. I do want to say thank you to Evo for partnering with us also and letting us co-stream this. So thank you so much to Evo for that,
I
and
see the
also
section back
introducing
there.
us to
I see him right
Jammerz, because
there.
I think we're
see them.
also
Okay.
best buds now. Maybe we can be the
We
next
saw it, we were
next
like, what is
Evo
this? Yeah, and
commentators
Tokyo,
for
you know, the interesting thing about
2024.
this bracket, right,
I'll hold you to that. I've got a
Okay.
very strict I got a strict learning curve and formula to become good. So,
Really? You have a formula?
All three of them
if you want to be
in
put
this
through the
time.
grinder, I can do that.
Wait, but I'm not good at math.
And it's crazy because, everybody's so familiar with each other. We've seen
I mean, a little bit of math to go a long way. However, you could go down a different route if you want to bring. If you want to be the person that brings the energy and make sure people are engaged at all times. Well, I crunch the numbers. It could work. It could be a partnership.
It is time. I am ready. I cannot wait to see all the action here this weekend. And I gotta say, all day long, this place has been
Now,
packed.
this is
It's
going to
been wild. The
be
crowd has been
really
going
interesting. So
absurd,
I
and
think the
see
first
characters
match
already
we
up there
should
on
be
the stage
having
behind
will
us. I am
be
ready to see all
Kakaru
this
going
juicy
up
action we have here. Top
against
6 in the tournament so
Angry
far. It's gonna be a good
Bird.
one, and it's gonna be
You
our
did tell
first
me a
time
little bit of
having
lore
this
with
game
Angry
here,
Bird.
I'm
It's
sure,
that
of
Angry
many
Bird
years.
has a friend
I just can't wait to
named
get the
Big
first match
Bird.
going. Do we even have our players set
Yes,
up?
Correct?
that is
That's
correct.
amazing.
So
Sit down and play right now. I'm trying to
okay.
see-
So yeah, Angry Bird and Big Bird, they are from
no,
the Middle East, more specifically UAE. They have a very small community, so they have limited practice, but they are some of the best players in the world for Street Fighter in a long time. And arguably right now, Angry Bird, the guy on the right, and his partner Big Bird, they are probably some of the most knowledgeable, if not some of the best players
I was gonna
at
say,
Street Fighter 6 at the moment.
yeah, like just looking at the screen, the best result was 9
Oh, yeah.
in EVO 2022, and then Kakeru was 33rd. That's
Yeah, he
kind of
actually
insane.
has both. He can play neutral.
Yeah,
in
and
mid-range,
I think last
which
year
is
it had
impressive. Angry Bird
about
too. Fun fact about these
1300s.
two,
I think it was
they got
on the
that
lower
play
end of
and
what's
on
peaked at
200
Street
MS
Fighter
on
5,
line.
but because this is a
Kakeru was
new
running
game,
matches
it's like
with
everyone's
Big Bird,
reinvigorated
but they
again,
were
it's
trying to
fresh,
game,
and
both of them were
everyone's got
like,
that
"Yeah, I don't
motivation to
care
come
what the
and play
connection is,
again.
I'm trying
So
to get the best
like these
experience possible."
results, they're
We have
nothing
been
to
streaming
sneeze
for
at. Trust me.
12
my
hours,
goodness.
and Angry Bird and Big Bird could pop up in the chat.
Alejandro, thank you so much for the 50
No
gifted
complaints. And he was
memberships.
Like,
Oh
I'll
my
tell you right
goodness,
now,
thank you so
200 MS,
much.
I've been playing the game for 12 hours straight. I need all the training I can get. And here
They're
he
too
is.
kind this month,
Yo.
thank
That's
you.
crazy. Well, now it's
Much
no
love for the
lag,
support.
obviously, at all.
Yeah.
Oh,
No
oh wait, so
MS.
are
No MS,
these
yes,
the
yes. So we're,
characters that they had
cutting that
chosen for this
Ethernet
first
cord, and we're
match
gonna get
then?
this live. Man, who the
Yes,
hell's going
indeed.
to
So,
win the first ever Street
I
Fighter
did
tournament?
say
You know,
to
I'm
you
looking at it
before,
like me
there
and
was a
say, Jammerz just
character
gave
that
me to the screen, and we
a
like,
lot of the
man,
community,
this really is the first
general
step.
consensus is they
You know,
can't
Street Fighter
express
6
their
obviously,
disdain
right? But
enough.
this is going to,
Oh, no.
like, really pave
Can
the
you
way
take a wild
on
guess who it
who
is?
Hold
some
on.
of these games
I don't
that
want to
officially go
judge
into
by
the next tournament.
appearances,
Right.
but I have to
Just
see
the
it
new
again.
wave of players that this is
I
going to
vaguely
inspire
remember
right
what they
here.
look
It's going
like,
to be fantastic.
but-
I cannot wait.
You'll
Let's
see.
look
You'll
at
see
it.
it in
And I'm
just
sure
a
lot of
second.
people, right? A lot of the people in this very venue maybe weren't even watching or interested in fighting games before the pandemic.
It's
and then
really interesting
now
to
this
me
brand
that they
new game
sit
comes
side
out,
by
right? It's real
side.
shiny. A
Because
lot
I'm
of
so
new
used
players
to,
are here for
like,
Street Fighter 6. This
I
is
mean,
one of
at
those
least in the
games where,
esports that I've
you know, it's gonna
watched,
define a
it's
new
like the
generation of
team
players, right?
and the
somebody
other
who's at
team
home
are kind of
watching this right now
separate
might
because
be
you don't
able
see their
to
screen, you don't
actually
stream snipe.
Jeez, that's a lot of buttons.
But
That
it's so
is-
interesting
yo,
that
bro,
you can just be
everybody has
beside each other. Because
27
I guess it's the same
buttons
So-
screen that you're looking at.
What is going on?
We
What are they-
we
you don't
do
even know
do
what they all
head to
I'm
head
sure.
in certain
Right? There's no- I
instances,
bet you if
but
ask
you
them,
also
like,
see
this one's
people
probably got
doing
contact, I guess.
side by
Yeah,
side,
probably
and
got
that side by
water
side's the
coming
more
Yeah.
classic way
Ah.
of
This one
playing.
it's nitrate.
It's gonna be
It's
fantastic.
Alright,
really
so
like
these guys
arcade.
are
Okay,
gonna
hold
make
on, let me
this
think.
Round number one, y'all open again.
I'm
Make
guessing
some
the
noise,
left.
Viva!
You are correct. It is the character on the left that everybody
Really?
does not like.
I just was basing it on their stance, the way that they were standing. I was getting bad energy from that stance.
Oh no, this guy is probably the boss or one of the more ominous characters of Street Fighter. But yeah, the way he plays mechanically, a lot of people cannot deal with it, and they are fed up with this character already.
Setup here.
That was pretty
Is
smart
it-
from Angry. Sorry,
Cause
they
it's-
did,
I see that there's like a
backdash landed and parried just to-
magic,
just,
a
alleviate
supernatural
some of that
part of
pressure.
it. There's
Hold the
also
angle
like
button. Where are you
a
going, good
pain,
sir? This is the
physical part
closeout.
of it.
Let's cash out.
What
Oh,
was it?
aesthetically, this guy is probably one of the best characters we've seen in a Street
Really?
Fighter game.
Dragon Lash,
Yeah,
sure, you can
aesthetically, he's
round
one of the
one.
best.
I like
I love him as
Poison.
a aesthetic.
Even
I like
though-
Poison too.
No,
Poison's
he's
not in the
never
game yet.
he's
I hope
he
she
gets
comes
up,
back.
he starts fighting right away, he's hitting buttons,
But
he's
yeah,
carrying,
I'd
he's
probably say.
backdashing,
So
he
what
never
this
sits
guy
still.
can do is he can summon stalagmites or crystals from the floor, which can keep their opponent at bay. He can summon phantoms from full screen as well, and he can summon these
Oh, yeah.
dimensional
And tap is
portals
so
that he
good.
can
It goes so
teleport
far,
through,
really,
or a
really good
spike
for
comes
keeping
through
you
them.
alive.
So he's very good at
Almost
keeping
done.
the opponent away, and then he
He
can also overwhelm
gonna
you
beat
at
up the
free will
drive
when
here
he
for
wants
Angry
to
Bird, so
because
he's
of the
almost burnt
system
out
put in
already.
place in Street Fighter 6.
I
Now, I'm shocked that the
see.
standing communicator go for standing short. You probably didn't notice there was a counter hit, but that was in the past. It's a present.
So he has more of an advantage of creating that space.
So you probably never heard of this, but this is a new song you can learn. There's a song we say called Skidaddle Skidoodle control, I control neutral.
Oh, I like it.
And what it basically means is I can play anywhere I want, and I basically I dominate the screen, and you have to deal with it.
That does apply to this guy. What is the guy's name?
The awareness
Kakuri or JP. JP's the character's name.
JP.
Run DP level
Yes.
3 confirmed. Damn, he's good.
He's good.
Angry Bird got the first game.
Good.
Okay.
Nice.
Let's go. Let's go,
Real
Angry
good.
Birds.
It's real good. Shout out to my BFF.
Now, Angry Bird, the best way
He
to
might be yelling Sage.
describe Angry Bird's playstyle is calculated
Oh
aggression.
yeah. I love
He
those
has
combo
some of
side
the
pieces that
best
lead into
offense
OE works
in the
for
Street
me.
Fighter
Throw
community,
loop
like
series.
internationally.
Really?
Yeah, he's very hard to like
He
get him
caught
off
with
you
that
or
real
break his
back
pressure.
block
He's
of
just
a
some of the best
perf
at doing it.
For Angry Bird here, can he be stopped? That's the question, right?
And as
He's
you
one of
can
those
see,
players,
it's very
if you can't slow him
difficult
down, he'll run you over
to.
in 3 minutes, you know?
It's
That
very
was a
difficult
beautiful
to
shindig
see
from Angry Bird.
how
He's on
Kakadu can deal with his offense because he's just not working for him at the
Respect to throw
moment.
the
He's
tumbleweed.
one game down and he's just got
Yeah,
perfected.
It's been like that for 20 years.
Interesting.
Nice move. Sends you all the way.
Yeah, so he's struggling. And the thing is as well, when the top 6 or the finalists were determined yesterday, I can bet you top dollar all these guys were studying their opponent in the 24 hours they had before today.
I would too. I feel like I would be just so nervous that I don't even know if I would be able to like show up actually.
Well, I would say this as well. You have to remember this too, because Mike Tyson did say it. Everybody has a plan till they get punched in the mouth, and fighting games probably epitomize that really well. You can study, you can probably get into the groove of things, ask for advice, but the moment your opponent hits you, your whole plan or strategy might go out the window.
That's how you know they trying to
Oh my
really
goodness.
hold down a health bar.
Wait, so Angry Bird has won 2 rounds.
Nice. He's got the meter to spend here. I imagine
Yeah, so
we'll see
Angry
the
Birds
level 3,
basically,
yeah.
what the sets are is they're basically first to 3 wins. Angry Birds 1 game up, and they're on the final round of this game too. So if Angry Bird gets a 2-game lead, this is huge for his psyche, and it's very bad for Kakadu.
Yeah, I can already see Kakadu kind of losing some faith there in the after that previous match. He seemed a little.
Oh, because it's like, the thing is as well, they're all fighting not just for prize money, but for fighting games. It's more about the pride and prestige of EVO, because it's basically, EVO is the biggest fighting game tournament of the year. So this is people's like end goal, for whatever game they're
I
playing.
see. Oh my god. And also you told me that this is an open bracket where anyone pretty much around the world can apply to this and participate.
Burnt out against JP. It's gonna be chipped.
Hold on a minute.
goodness.
Is he gonna come back from this? Oh, this is checkmate. Yeah, this is checkmate.
is- Match
Okay.
point.
That's a drop, and that's gonna hurt
So,
Angry Bird there. Should've
what
been 2-0
happened there?
instead.
There's 2 instances in Street Fighter 6 where, can you see that gauge underneath their health bars?
Yes.
That's called the drive gauge. So that's basically where most of your resources and basically you're unlocking your full potential. That's where all your moves lie. And that's how you can really make use of the system. There's a state called burnout where when that gauge runs out, you're put in this burnout state, which is basically you're at your weakest point, your lowest point.
You can't use any
And
skills.
yeah, basically. And if JP puts you in that state and you're near KO, it's basically checkmate, because he has a lot of powerful moves that are very hard to navigate without having access to those skills.
Actually,
He's actually probably the #1 character in the game when he put the opponent in that burnout state.
Wait, actually, Kakadu.
Goes up ahead in the set.
I think he's.
He's turning it around. Yeah,
really
he's got the
trying.
round.
I appreciate it. I do appreciate this.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned it yesterday,
There you
right?
go. So he's managed to turn it around. And this is the thing, right? You got to think about these games as speed chess or fast-paced chess. And then you just see that constant rally of adaptation. It's like, okay, you won the first game. I have to quickly think about what you did. How can I
Right.
adjust on the fly? And then I have to
Study
come
their
up with the
behaviors
optimal
and-
solution. Yes. There's so many things that go into this. That's crazy.
Kept it tight for a second.
I believe that though. I think what makes this different, like what makes fighting games different than maybe like a longer strategy game like League of Legends, is that like you really have to think quickly. I mean, I think you have to think quickly in League of Legends too, but I think with this one, these matches are so short that like you really, every move must be perfect.
This is the thing as well. You are allowed to make mistakes, but it's like fighting games become more brutal over the years. So
Oh.
making that one mistake, you'd be in big trouble. Oh, there you go. Oh, he might lose the round. Yeah.
We'll see what's gonna go happen
Yeah.
here. Ooh. Wow.
All right,
I like
this
the
is
run
yeah.
stop. You mentioned
And the thing
earlier,
is as well, just to let you guys know, these guys actually played each other like in a practice session not too long ago online. So there's 1 or 2 things they can pick up on. And I know
Like their play
Angry
style.
Bird Angry Bird definitely talks to Big Bird about the game a lot. So they've definitely there's basically 2 minds in one fighting Kakarot.
Family could live there. All right, here we go. What's next?
And I guess Kakadu doesn't really have a partner then.
We just
Or does
worried about
he?
the level 3. We are trying
Usually
to
have like a
figure out
duo
how
that he
to
plays
play
with?
I think he's got someone on the same team that he's sponsored by there. I don't know how often he talks to other people in the same vein that Angry Bird and Big Bird communicate with each other, because they're really, really close friends. So it's like, it's not the same.
Oh man, that hurts.
We're even Stevens here, I think. Right?
And it's like, because I know Kakuru's a Japanese player, I know they go about a lot of things very formally, so I don't know how, for lack of a better term, I don't know how loose he can be and kind of down to earth with the conversation, really trying to figure things out. He might get the answer he wants, but not in the same way I've seen Big Bird and Angry Bird discuss things.
Interesting. I guess that really is an advantage. I think it also helps to have peers that you can learn and help pick up on your own kind of shortcomings on, and I think that will really help your growth as a player, which is really interesting to see here.
Yes, I do. Reminds me.
We've seen it right now. So yeah, so it's 2-1
You saw that there was
to
two
Angry
chances
Bird
top
right
six,
now.
and you
So
were happy.
essentially, the position that Kakadu's in, if basically he has to win the next 2 games if he wants to go to, or he wants to advance to the winners final.
I just can never forget that.
Interesting. So he
Good check on the driver.
is in a little bit of a sweat right now then.
Yeah, and you know, you'll see this. This has happened in competition like all the time. In a first to 3 set, someone will go like 2-0 down or 2-1 down, and they have to mentally tell themselves, it's like, right, if I want to win, I've got no choice now. It's literally like do or die.
Yeah.
And sometimes that kick in the backside is what people need.
They just need kind of the adrenaline to keep them going.
Yeah. Some people actually play way better, miles better off of that adrenaline. So. Is he making a comeback? Oh my god, he is. Oh, whoa. Oh my word.
Oh, oh my gosh.
Right spike for the occasion.
Oh
Get
my
it? Can you check him
goodness.
out? Yeah, he got it. All right, he got there in the end. And see, and that's what it is, right? Despite how this game works is, even if you have low vitality, as long as you've got some of that gauge under your health bar to work with, like, you're always in the dogfight. Like, you're not out yet.
Right. Like there could be a potential chance to turn the game around.
Yep. And that's what makes these games high.
Oh goodness.
That's a big one.
There's that portal I was telling you about before that he can just summon and teleport through it.
I don't know if that helped him though in that case.
Oh, it did, because he might actually take the round.
Find out, but he's in the yellow, I think.
That might be the round. Yeah, I think that's it. I
Oh
think
my
that's it.
goodness.
See, look how much damage that did.
Wow.
Our first set of this
I can
top
see
Yeah,
his,
look at that.
you can visually see his
rematch, so fast, we
confidence
barely
coming
saw their
back
faces.
after these wins. So
Thank you, Capcom.
this could be really good for him.
And of course, as well, he's playing in front of 18,000 people in the arena, over 100,000 people at home.
Right.
And that was one of the most optimal combos he could do. Like, doing that under pressure is not easy for a lot of people.
I don't even think I could do that in an isolated room by myself with no one watching.
Don't worry, if you decide to pick JP, you can say I'm the best JP player in my household.
And that is so true.
Oh, too far, and the counter whiffs.
Did he jump out? He did.
Oh.
No, he's panicking! Oh, he's panicked!
Oh.
I see that super, all I hear is, let's go, Dustin.
This could be the level 2. Okay, also as well, I should mention that now. So each character has 3 sets of super attacks. They've got a level 1 super, they've got level 2, and they've got level 3. What you saw from Ken there, that was his level 2 super. And that's that bar at the bottom where you can see the 1s and 2s.
I see, yes.
Yes. What's interesting about this game as well is they have... Usually what happened in the past is certain skills were attached to the same meter as your super attacks. What they've done in this game is they've split them, so it allows more creativity, different combos, different tactics, and that's what really helps these players. And the gauge under the health bar, the drive gauge, that resets every single round, so you don't have to worry about the resource management there.
Oh, and typically they're not usually reset between each round.
No, not in the previous games, because they both shared the same gauge, one and the same, but now that they've changed it, it allows more flexibility.
Interesting. I did not know that. That is great lore.
Last round between these two in our
Hang on a
first
minute.
Evo
Is
top
this the
six.
final? It's the
Yes.
final round.
Kakeru, I think, has a chance, I believe.
Press the button there.
Well, I mean, First Blood might win it, and Angry Bird did get First Blood here.
That's right.
Oh, he was waiting for that one.
And this is the thing, the person who gets the next hit, they can send their opponent to the corner immediately.
Away. In the middle of the screen, and the parry was perfect.
This is
Like that
getting
from Angry Birds.
hella
Use the
tense.
fireballs to poke. People don't realize you can use it as a zoning tool, but it's really
He's
special
pushing
used
away.
as a poke.
Yeah, exactly. Nicely
Oh.
done. And this will be a level 3.
He did get driven in a corner. You were right.
Oh yeah, get that bar back.
Hold on a
Kaku's
minute.
Oh.
I think he's gonna
now.
combo
Angry
into
Bird
his
full
right.
resources.
Okay,
He'll
yeah.
be
So
below
that's
and he'll
his
have to see
ultimate
here
attack.
first.
That's
He's gonna
JP's
yell on the
ultimate
light
attack.
bar.
It's gonna do a lot of damage here, but what he's done is he's got a huge lead to work with. But
Right.
Angry Bird can reduce that deficit really quickly.
Wait, using his own
Let's go.
super.
There, that, yes.
Okay.
But what he's done now is because of that,
And
he's
his
put
drive is
JP, yeah, and then he's in that weakened state I was telling you
Oh
about.
no.
Dragon Last getting close to the corner. He's got no meter to drive into. Oh!
This is not looking
Oh
good. Oh
my.
no.
Oh wait. Oh.
Oh, he's stunned.
Wait.
Is he dead?
Oh yes.
Not yet.
Just
He dropped
like
it.
that, Angry Bird. books
Oh,
his ticket into the
no
finals after a scary little
Okay.
drop, but he
Well
cleaned
played
it
to
up.
Angry Bird. So that means
GG. That end sequence was really. I actually had hoped Kakeru would, because his drive bar was filled up again. I thought maybe something would pull through, but
Start of our day.
Start of our day. There you go. That's what I was thinking.
that is amazing.
yeah, no. So this basically, so for people at home watching, I actually said this to Hime before. I think whoever won this set might win the tournament. And because
He is, yeah.
that
I mean,
was
he hasn't
difficult to
dropped it so
overcome.
far
That was
with these head
3-2,
starts
right?
either.
That was
You know,
3-2
like,
last
nicely
game,
done
last
there from Angry
round.
Bird, and
That was our first set of the night.
Right?
And if that's a teaser as to what's to come, then, boy, I cannot wait to see the rest.
Set up some pressure just to alleviate some of that worry, right? But that's how you shut him down a little
What
bit.
really shocked me though was Angry Bird had such a poker face that entire. It was really hard to read what he was
And his
thinking.
crouching medium punch usage is really good too. He snaps that button out and
Okay,
just finds so much
I
success
can
with it.
definitely
So
see
I
that
love
because,
watching him play. I think if you're looking for
and
a
this is
JP player,
why
you know, obviously
you wouldn't be
he's
able to
example
see it
is
head to head
complete, right? He's
either.
good at everything,
But
basically, so. Fun to watch, of course,
if you
and
can
that's why
kind
I
of
think so.
feel your
We're
opponent's
gonna take a look at the
like
bracket here in a
fear
second.
when they're
Mhm.
getting
You have
motivated and
control,
all those
power over
different
them.
emotions.
You know, it could've gone either
Yeah,
way.
exactly, because it's a psychological game in and out of the game, right? And what you have to try and do is be as poker face or nonchalant as possible, so you don't give away too many indications to
Right.
your opponent that you are annoyed or you're happy or you know. Some people thrive off emotions in these games, and like if they know they frustrated you, then good luck dealing with their onslaught of pressure in
Yes,
the next
I
sequence.
think
or
that's
so.
very typical. What you see in anime, as soon as you show your breaking point, people, the characters will take advantage of it.
100%. And I like how my mic just fell off its stand. That's brilliant.
That happened to me not too long ago.
So,
I can't wait to
Oh,
watch
man,
this.
that's
This is like, you know,
brilliant.
Punk used to joke.
I'll
that he kinda
try
was
to get this
modern
screwed on while we're
by
doing this.
himself, right? Like he doesn't even need
Right.
modern control.
So-
right? And he's just that clean. He reacts to
Okay,
everything from
Hitani and
things
Punk.
in
Okay,
Hitani.
so another
One of the
Japanese
gods.
representative. All right, so I don't know if I mentioned this before. For the people at home, there is 3 Japanese representatives here. There is Kakeru, which you just saw now. There is Hitani up next, and there is Tokido in the lower bracket at the moment. So
Yeah, I think so.
Japan has the
That's
highest
interesting.
representation
Yeah,
in this
we're
Street
gonna have
Fighter
all
6
these,
finals day at the
matches
moment.
coming up for you gamers. Hopefully you've been enjoying it so far. That was a good nail biter to see it. And I love that there was only one drive impact.
Let me
That was like
see.
not when there was stun. There was like one regular drive impact. He didn't react. So don't feel bad if you don't react at home. It happens to everybody.
Oh, they're doing a break now?
But I promise
Oh,
it's going to get
okay.
Maybe in
later
between
in the
each
night where people
pair?
are going to start not reacting to it. But yes, we are going to throw it
No,
to a
so
quick break.
I
Go
can
grab a
think
snack, go
off
grab
the
a
top
drink,
of my
we'll be back
head
with some more top
how
6
certain
action
broadcasts
right here
are
in the
done.
arena. Evo
They do
2023
2 matches and a
when we
break.
return.
I'm going to take a wild stab at it and think they are doing a break because there might be a technical issue.
Oh,
Maybe. Maybe it's a technical issue. Maybe they're ahead of schedule
oh, interesting.
because there's a lot of ads to play. They've
That's
got to
right.
do it. So
So, would you say that the game that we just saw, the matches, the rounds that we just saw, were those like typical lengths of each match / round? Would you say that was pretty standard?
how do I explain this while I'm still trying to screw on my
Oh,
mic?
and that's
This is
fine. You
brilliant.
can wait until there's one focus point.
Right. So Street Fighter 6 is actually faster than the last game.
Because you have so many
it's
opportunities for combos and things like that.
Yeah, so the overall damage output is higher, the pace of the game is faster, and the way to get back into a game is significantly faster as well. So it actually slashes off minutes, which make overall things quicker. And because this game's extremely fast paced, we could probably be done, within the next hour or so.
Really?
Maybe. If things go according to plan. Because remember, they have to play ads and whatnot and do their sponsorship runs and whatnot. But the matches themselves, in a top 6, it's not going to take that long.
Oh my. That's crazy. Well, I'll take a chance to read chat here. Imagine says, I want to see them drink all of the Red Bull by the end of the tournament tonight. I feel like that's not good for your mental or your physical.
Yeah, don't do that. A Red Bull sponsored player, I don't know if this was the actual cause of it, but he got a kidney stone at one point. I think some people did peg it to he was drinking too much Red Bull.
Oh my goodness. I've never actually had a Red Bull. I feel like
I don't drink Red Bull either, so
I think I've had a different energy drink in Japan, but I feel like I don't really respond well to energy drinks because I think I naturally have a lot of energy, and when I caffeinate too much, then it just gets out of hand. But I know there's some people that really like Red Bulls, which I don't know, what is the flavor like? What is the flavor of Red Bull?
I haven't had a Red Bull in so long, but they've made, I think there's like 12 different flavors to them now.
What?
Something like that.
Wow.
Don't worry, you don't need to know them, so.
Soul says, Jammerz, tell Capcom to bring our Mika back?
Oh, that's Rainbow Mika. She's another Street Fighter character. I actually did a lot of YouTube content regarding Rainbow Mika a few years ago, and it actually helped a lot of people.
I love anything rainbow.
Yeah, Rainbow Mika, and then type in Street Fighter.
Oh my gosh. I think I love her.
So she's a Japanese wrestler. She got taught under one of the original World Warriors of Street Fighter called Zangief. He's a Russian wrestler. And she has a tag team partner called Nadeshko. And she, I think her wrestling handle is the 7-colored bomber.
Wait, I think I love them both. Wait, their outfits are amazing, especially Rainbow Mika. I love her boots. Oh my goodness.
I think she got her original outfit in Street Fighter 5, because Street Fighter 5 was shown on ESPN at one point, and the original outfit was actually, I think it was banned on TV. Because it was too, too revealing. So.
I see. They basically taste like a candy necklace that was carbonated. Oh, a Red Bull.
Welcome back, everybody, to Evolution
Interesting way to put that.
Hope you've been
I
enjoying
don't know the
all
last time I had a
action,
candy
all of our
necklace.
top sixes so far. We got one match.
Something like that.
6 so far, which has been
Right.
nice. Of course, hopefully
You know
everybody's
what I need to do?
enjoying it. We're gonna
I
take a
know
look
the
at bracket
very
again in
easy
case
way
missed
to do
it.
this.
We went over
If
it
you
right
give
over
me a
the break,
minute,
but,
I'm
maybe
going to
you just
screw
tuned
this
in,
thing
you're
back
like,
on
"I heard the match
properly
is a while."
and then
Here
rejoin
we go.
you.
We got
I'll
Hot
still
Sauce
be
versus
here,
Punk.
but
We were talking about
Don't
that. That's
worry.
gonna be our next match. Should be a good one. Mena is going to be playing the loser of this match, by the way, so that'll be a gnarly one. Either way, that's going to be a juicy one down there. And then Kakadu, of course, up against Tokido, our first losers match that is settled.
Well,
and
since I'm here, chat, I've learned so much about Street Fighter lore since this has started, and even though Jammerz had just walked me through the roster of the finalists,
Let me tell you something.
I would say like an hour and a half ago, I feel like luckily there's only 6, and I feel like with my experience in prior years with esports and watching professional sports or video game sports players play, I don't know, I feel like there's something in my soul that's getting reignited. Can I say that? Am I entering my esports era again? I thought I've graduated from that,
which we'll have to see in this match, right? I mean, that's one of the, I'm so interested in this matchup. There's so much to talk about for it.
I just
and
think
of course,
esports
we're
are
going to
just
be
so
having our
exciting.
introductions for the lovely gamers that are coming up. These are the two here. 7 Evos versus Haitani's 11.
All right, I'm back now.
Hello, welcome back.
Best result,
There you go,
Punk.
I didn't
Hi,
say love.
Tani. Okay. Hi, Tani. Whoa, Punk's best result was second in 2017.
I think an
Yeah, so we have... Sorry to cut you off there again.
No problem.
We have a couple of players who... They are the best in their field. You may have seen this before. You may know someone like this, or people at home may know someone like this. You might know someone who's really good at something, but when they put their feet to the fire, they can't do it.
What does it mean to put
So-
your feet by a fire?
So basically put your money where your mouth is. So Punk is one of the best Street Fighter players in the world. He'll probably tell you he's one of the best gamers in the world.
Really?
But what happens is because Evo's a very huge moment, it's a very big deal. He's been very close to winning an Evolution Championship, and he's never done it. So when I mean feet to the fire, it's like, oh, he can get to the final stage, but he can't cross the finish line.
Ah.
And the thing is as well, when he's been competing at the highest level, regular season stuff and whatnot, he's very good. But when it becomes to your Super Bowls, your Soccer Champions League finals, or your League of Legends finals,
Right.
he can't. It feels like there's stage fright. It feels like that to me.
It's just that pattern.
Yeah, and he's done this on, I think, 2 or 3 occasions where he's been right at the finish line and couldn't quite take the gold.
That's so unfortunate because I feel like at that point it would be frustration. Like you're so close to grabbing something and owning something, and then all of a sudden I think it's like your own psyche that kind of brings you back.
Yeah, no, do you know what? He may, you know as well as I do, you're your own worst enemy. So
I was just thinking that.
and here's the thing, right? I'll give you a little bit of, because if you ever watch fighting game tournaments in the future, just think about it like this, right? Because as a viewer, you want to know what's going through the player's mind. Obviously, you want to know what's going on the screen, but you want to know what's going through the player's mind. A lot of times with some players, they try to drown out the fact that they're about to win. Because if they tell themselves they're about to win, they forget what the task is at hand. So you start to think, oh, I'm about to win, and then you trip over your own shoelace, and you give your opponent an opening to kind of counter, and then they steal the victory away from you, and you're just like, God damn it, I got my own head, and stuff like that.
I think at that point that just becomes a weakness. It's like convincing yourself of something that is not yet a reality.
That's what some people try to do. It helps some people. It kind of is a huge detriment to some people as well. But
yeah. Killa B says, "Man, I want Punk to finally close one out."
Yeah, well, he definitely knows. He definitely knows because he's been very close. He did win an Invitational League a few years back, but he was very close to winning one of the biggest tournaments of Street Fighter, Capcom Cup in 2019, but he kind of squandered that. And then there was another tournament, obviously Evo 2017. He came close to winning that, but you know who beat him? Tokido, and he's in this top 6 as well.
Is Tokido the one that's a father, or is that Haitani?
No, Haitani's the one that's the father.
Papa.
And usually, it's not like a running joke, it's like a running theme now. When you have a child, or you've got bigger responsibilities, your thought process and your attitude changes, because you don't want to go home with nothing, because you got a kid at home. You got a kid at home waiting for you.
You got a little baby.
Okay. So the way that Haitani may be playing this game, or his philosophy towards fighting games, are going to be much different now than they were, let's say, 10 years ago.
It's like that episode of Simpsons. Do it for her.
Yeah. There you go, right? And we were talking about this before. So for those of you who don't know, Hime was doing a little bit of research on some of these guys, and she did know that, for those of you who don't know, there are 5 Japanese gods of fighting games. Haitani is one of them. So if you were to do a Mount Rushmore, sorry, my tongue was tied. If you were to do a Mount Rushmore, Haitani would be on there.
Or is he just going to cruise right in against Angerbird in this
insane. I'm really looking forward to seeing this. So these 2 characters that they're playing, Chun-Li, no?
Yeah, Chun-Li is the first lady of fighting games, so she's the first woman in fighting games ever.
She is my queen. She is my first lady.
And then Cammy is our British espionage. She's been, so Cammy by design will never be bad. She'll always be mechanically good. I think the same with Chun-Li as well, actually. But the thing is, if you can see on your screen right now, Hime, can you see an M next to Haitani's name?
Yes, I do.
Right, where it says Chun-Li's face icon, can you see the M there?
Yes.
So what that is, it stands for is modern, and that's basically an easier configuration. So it's easier to execute moves that are generally hard to do for a lot of people in fighting games.
Like it gives you a buff, or it's just configured a different way.
Yeah, it's configured a different way. It's a buff depending on who you ask.
I see.
Let's just put it like that. It's
Okay.
depending on who you ask.
It is really strong.
But what he's done is Haitani's a professional player, and he's very good at what we like to call execution. So his dexterity is amazing. But he's found something regarding the modern control scheme that gives him an advantage. And I've actually been doing a bit of research on this myself, so I get better at explaining it.
Oh, yeah, you explained that really well. I feel like you just explained things very well. I feel like my brain is expanding by the millisecond.
I try, it's part of the job. But what you see when you see next to Punk's name, the C, that's the classic control scheme, and that's the one that a lot of fighting game players tend to use because that's what they're comfortable doing.
Right.
Because with the modern control scheme, you have to basically retrain your brain, so it's like, oh, I can perform this in an easier way.
I see.
But think about it like the what's it? Something fallacy. What's it called?
Oh,
sunk cost fallacy.
No.
No. Sorry, it's the sunk cost fallacy. You know when you put so much time into something, you don't want to go away from it?
Yes.
That's it. So a lot of players will pick the classic control scheme because that's what they've been taught with fighting games for
What
so
you're
long. There was
comfortable with.
yes, and then now that Capcom have introduced an easy way of playing fighting games, the option's there, but some people won't gravitate towards it. Haitani's seeing something different with it, so and it's got him this far. So.
I mean, if he is now one of the 5 Japanese gods of Street Fighter, I'm sure he's doing something right.
Especially it beats throw, right? So
Yeah,
if
well, it's right now. Let's see who's getting the first round here.
Are we gonna reset? No, we're gonna spend that cash, designate that as. I respect.
Oh, that green dash they're doing right there, that's called the drive rush. So what that allows you to do is you're allowed to get combo extensions, you're allowed to initiate pressure, it can help you get out of dangerous situations. It's kind of a huge part, an integral part of the game right now. The meta, I should say.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, he dropped his combo. Oh, he's dead. Okay.
Come on, Haitani.
First game there to Punk.
he is the alpha.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that was
Okay.
cold.
Now this is huge because whoever wins this gets to fight Angry Bird in the winners final, and whoever loses this drops down into the losers bracket. So what these tournaments essentially are you familiar with double elimination at all?
Yeah, you can explain it.
Okay, that was a bit of a hesitancy. So basically, in this tournament, you get 2 lives, basically 2 Super Mario lives.
Yes.
If you lose one, you got 1 life left, and if you lose that life, then you're out of the tournament. So these guys are playing with the 2 lives at the moment. Whoever loses this only has 1 life left.
Right. So it's not totally, they're not totally out of this finals
No,
roster
no.
once they lose the first game. Okay, cool. So this is typically like, this is just like a tier list.
It's kind of you want to have the biggest buffer you can,
Right.
and it's like
you want to win the
and
first
essentially
one.
that means yeah.
Between the
Ooh,
cushions.
this is not looking too good for Haitani at the moment.
Haitani's
And
facing,
Punk's,
man.
I'd say Punk's style is very fundamental and efficient. Like he's got some of the best, because fighting games are basically all about space control. So how you manipulate the space and how you basically trick your opponent into thinking what they can do. Because with these 1v1, what's the term to say, gladiatorial, like your 1v1 combat sports, you want to feed your opponent as much false intelligence as possible. So you kind of want to go
gaslight them and then take them down.
A modern day way of saying it is yes, just gaslight them thinking they can do something and they can't.
Gaslight
And Punk's
these
very
people
good at doing that.
Oh, nice. I love that. Negative frames there, so he just goes for the air legs.
Oh.
Makes the throw. Really smart.
Right, very persistent there. I think he tried to get Punk to do a certain tactic, which didn't quite work out. And I'll tell you this as well, right? This is the funny thing. So I believe Punk he's been invited to a tournament, the $1 million tournament I was telling you about earlier. Punk's actually going to be there in a few days. So if he obviously he wants to win Evo now. If he wins Evo, that's going to be a big boost for him going into the next tournament. If he doesn't, he's still in a very good place to still compete at the highest level and still get a fair, decent amount of prize money.
Good, but
I think he's in a very, very good spot.
yeah. I think what the person Philip was saying earlier though, it would be really nice to see him like, you know, go all the way with a win.
Yeah, it's the one thing that a few players are missing because, okay, let me put it to you like this. Do you ever remember? Do you ever remember who won a tournament, or do you remember second place?
I remember who won.
Right, exactly. But the thing is, Punk's always been so consistent at these major events, and he comes in the top 3, but you always remember the winner. People always will talk about the winner over who was super consistent.
Yeah.
Even if that winner was just that was their one-off win, you will always remember that one win.
I think he can almost taste it.
Exactly.
But he doesn't get the full bite.
First CI in the set, and it works out for Punk.
Good here. Oh, he gets the wall splat as well. So that attack that Cammy did there, that's called Drive Impact. So that's basically this huge armor-based attack that has a lot of benefits to it, but one big detriment to it as well. So. Oh, this might be a demolition. Is he done? I don't know. I don't think Haitani can come back from this. This is looking very dire.
Like 90% of it gone.
Yeah, like, okay, he's landed a considerable amount of damage, but I don't see Haitani coming back from this. Yeah, okay. So that situation there was basically checkmate. When you're in that burnout state, you take damage on block, and that move that Punk did, it inflicts damage on block, and because there was a fine, Haitani couldn't sit back and chill. He had to move forward and attack, and what he's doing is basically opening himself up to lose the game. So that was basically a checkmate scenario.
Yeah. It's crazy how much damage they can do. Like once they hook you in, it's really hard to get out of that like combo on the receiving end.
Well, here's the thing, right? This is why these games are not for the faint-hearted. Because one thing you have to remember about fighting games is accountability is probably the biggest word attached to them. Like, if you do something good, it was on you. If you make a mistake, you can't blame anybody else.
Right.
And over the years, fighting games have become much more punishing for even the slightest margin of error. Even if you did something by accident, you could actually lose 60% of your life bar for no reason. And that's why a lot of these players take a very passive, aggressive mindset. They start out defensive, try and let their opponent hang themselves before they capitalize on that mistake. But then these games right now, they're wanting you to be much more offensive because they make a much more interesting spectacle.
Yeah.
So there's this weird division right now between the players and the spectators. The spectators want a good show. The players are like, I don't want to basically be reckless and relinquish a healthy position in life lead to entertain you.
Yes.
The best way I explain these. Have you played Persona 5?
Yes. No, I
Right,
played
I don't
Persona
know-
4. Sorry.
Okay, you haven't played Persona 5. Oh, alright, that's a shame. Right, there's a character in there, and he says this line that has stuck with me for so long. He basically says, there was a situation where he says it's a luxury for the uninvolved. So, what that basically means is, me and you watching this right now, this is fantastic.
Yeah,
we're enjoying this
We're
because
living our life.
Exactly, but if you're in the driver's seat, you're not gonna get the same experience unless you like the adrenaline and the thrill, right?
Uh-huh.
You know what? I like that. It suits him well. He always looks pissed off.
Oh, two Japanese players against each other.
So this means it's gonna be a country kill.
That is a wild number.
Yeah. So basically now this because they're in the loser side, one of them has to go home.
19 years in the game, 19 different hairstyles, 19 different
19 total appearances.
Wow. He's personally in my Mount Rushmore, so it's good. It's great to see that he's still in the mix of things.
Is Kakadu, would you say, part of the 5 Japanese gods then? Or is it just...
No, the Japanese gods were from a different generation.
I see. So
They are probably
Haitani.
they're probably 2 generations ahead of Kakadu.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I don't know how old Kakadu is specifically, But Tokido's, is he 37 or 38? I can't remember.
38.
Right. Okay. So he's coming. He's on the right side of 40.
Yeah.
Every time they walk out to the stage.
So there's Tokido, there's Sako, there's Daigo, there's Haitani. I can't remember the last one's Margot or someone else. I can't remember.
Are
who the
they all
last
still
one
active
was.
players within the community?
They are all still active
Wow,
players. They're all in their
I love that.
they're all in their late 30s. I think Sakanoko is 43. He has a daughter.
I love that. All right. Oh, do they just lock in the same characters for each
All right,
round or
everybody,
match?
let's
Or...
Oh no, so what you'll see is oh yeah, no, basically when you play these games, you'll have like a main character and a secondary character.
Interesting.
And if it's your main character, that's the one you stick with the whole time. Think about it, okay.
It's like
Can I give a
Bros maybe?
Okay, yeah, let's take that for example. Let's say in Smash Bros. What's the latest one? Smash Ultimate? I think it's Smash Ultimate. Right, let's just say for example, you picked Sora, right? Sora is your go-to character every time you turn on the game. But depending on if you fight a friend or someone that you fight as complete random and Sora doesn't do particularly well in that matchup,
yes.
you'll go and pick Sheik or
Right.
what's the Pokemon's name? Damn, it's a frog. It's a frog. I can't remember.
Which
it's a really
one?
cool frog. It's a ninja. Greninja. That's it.
Oh.
There you go. Thank you. So okay, yes, everyone. Okay, I haven't played Pokemon since the 5th generation. I think it's the 5th generation.
Weird.
Whatever generation Delphox is in,
Yeah.
that's the last generation I played. I can't remember. But yeah, usually what you'll see is players with main characters and sub characters, but this game is allowing you to stick with that one character. Obviously, if you have more than one character, that means you have a very good understanding of the system, or you just like to play a variety of characters. So
Yeah, because I know in Smash there's, or even in a game like League, there are some champs or characters that have a disadvantage against the playstyle of another character, and so
Yes.
in these like matches, it's very dependent on who you're fighting.
and I think this is what how do I explain this? I think this is what is like, it doesn't get appreciated enough or respected enough, because it's like, it's just understanding how matchups work. Think of the boxing, right? If you see a 6'2" guy go up against a 5'5", you know off the jump it's bad.
Yeah.
You know off the jump it's bad. But it's like, okay, but some of the world's strongest men are short. So how do you explain to people who are not in the know that the 5'5" guy can actually take out the 6'2"?
That's what I was like, no one has seen Hinata from Haikyuu. Hello?
There you go, right? So it's just one of those things. And then any time, one of the things I like about fighting games is really trying to delve into specifics and like, okay, if someone goes, right, this is a bad matchup for said character, I try to figure out why, and then paint a picture, set a scenario, so on and so forth. So Kakeru's in a position right now where when he faced Angry Bird was using Ken. Tokido's using Ken as well. So what happens is Kakeru has the potential to lose. He's gonna be kicked out of the tournament by the same character. That's a possibility. What he can also do is he can win this matchup only because Angry Bird's playstyle is different to Tokido's, and that's a huge factor in these fighting games.
I got it.
This is... I'm sweating. I'm sweating. My hands are sweaty.
No, I think they love it.
Wait, are you sweating through osmosis or something?
Yeah.
You're living vicariously through somebody else. Like,
I'm just like watching. I feel nervous on behalf of.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would be nervous also to be playing against someone that is part of this like Mount Rushmore of Street Fighter 6, especially against someone in the same country as me. You know.
No. Okay, do not make that mistake. I tell you what, I tell you a mistake a lot of players make, and it grinds my absolute gears. They go. So a lot of players will sit next to Tokido and go, "It's an honor to fight you." I'm like, shut up. Tokido is just another player. Yes, okay, I'm not ignoring all his accolades, but if you treat him as someone you respect and admire, you're gonna forget what you came here to do. Tokido's out here to win. Why aren't you out here to win? Take pictures of the guy afterwards, but like you have to see him as, look, he's just some Jimmy Donuts 72 League of Legends player, and you come to beat him.
Not the NPC name. Jimmy 72.
Because I think a lot of people get intimidated by the name. So Tokido can have a bad day, but you'll go, "Oh, it's Tokido. Maybe he's studied. Maybe he's done this." I'm like, but what if he hasn't? You know? So
who's to say that? Yeah, he isn't having a bad day, and you are just in a better mental state.
it could be. And listen, even Tokido gets thrown off by people. Oh, okay, that's gonna be conversion. Nice.
That was a big. He banked hard on the top.
You have again, mentality goes a long way in this stuff. Okay, it's gonna cross your mind. You're gonna feel a bit nervous. You're gonna be like, "Oh, Tokido, he's a world champion. He's an icon in Japan. He's an icon internationally." I'm like, yeah, that's great. I need to fight this guy in a first to 3. Can we, like, get on with the...
Let's move this on a little bit.
He has to prove to you that he's not just all, everything's at face value. He's got to prove that to you as well. The thing is, in fighting games, well, this is just life. You don't give anyone respect, you earn it. And it's just, the same thing happens in fighting games. They have to earn that respect.
Preach.
Man, and Kakeru is holding this space so well. Look, he's not getting walked back. In fact,
Right now, Kakeru's doing a very good job, but again, because Tokido isn't as, let's say, belligerent or aggressive as Angry Bird, this might be a little bit easier for him. And the thing is as well, Tokido might have been watching Kakeru and Angry Bird play to get, just to get some ideas. Is that going to be the round? I think that's the round.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there you go.
Really?
Little 3-piece all the way
That's the
up.
round.
He is one of the
I think
coolest
there's one more,
threes, I
no?
think.
Yeah, I love seeing
Oh no, okay, so you might see it differently to I do. So I see it as the in-game rounds.
Oh, I
And then
see.
when-
And then a match?
Yes, that's how I see it.
Okay.
So I do it as, how do I do it? Rounds, match, and the set.
Okay.
Yeah, his like confirms
That's
are
how I
really
see it.
scary.
Sorry,
Okay.
I might have been
No,
leading you
that's
astray.
fine. I think I was also just saying random words, hoping it stuck.
Yeah, get the burn
But
out.
we'll go round match. Okay.
It's gonna be tough. Are we in there?
So right now they're on the final round of game 1.
And who is up?
Yeah, even though he's
Is
burnt
that-
out,
are
he
they
can still
up?
fight, right?
Is
So
it
you gotta
two-
throw
No, it's
so he
still
doesn't have-
still
he can
0-0.
Okay.
Yeah, he has one.
So if you see next to the names, it says 0-0.
Oh, you're holding up. All right, you're holding forward. Sneaking
So right in the middle where the timer is, if you look at either side, there should be 0-0.
You
Oh,
called it
yes,
out
yes,
earlier,
yes.
level
Okay.
2 is
So when
there.
the
They're
game's
very
done,
tough.
that'll
I
be
like
1-0 to
that.
whoever.
Damage it off to that level 2. Oh, that
Back
was
throw.
cheeky.
Oh.
I like it a lot.
Oh.
Kakeru sneaking in the driving pack.
Oh.
Can he get
He's
it?
gonna do it back, but he's dead.
Da.
The reaction, the natural reaction, you're like, oh, drive impact.
Oh, he got him.
Drive
Yeah,
impact
he's
back,
done.
and you
Okay.
don't have the life.
Right, so that tactic there, if I can explain this quickly, that move that we saw just there, that's the drive impact. So that's that super armor move I was telling you about.
Yes.
That can absorb up to, I think, 2 or 3 hits. So it's durable for 2 or 3 hits.
Perfect on that.
The reason it didn't work there is because you need to absorb and you lose health in the process of absorbing the attacks. Because Kakeru had no health, he lost. So he absorbed it, but the health required to absorb it, he didn't have enough.
Right, so he's not going for his
I
best
see.
throw.
So he just lost it all.
Yes, and that's a high level tactic that players will use. They'll get you to react in a certain way, and it's like, oh, okay, that wasn't supposed to be, you know.
It's so crazy how everything in here is just intentional. Like they know the outcome
Oh,
and they intend
he
for it to
made- you
happen.
You can lead the horse to water and you can make it drink.
Oh my goodness. You can also make
Trust
it dance,
me.
apparently.
Oh, it is when you understand the psychology and how you can really puppeteer or orchestrate a match, it is brilliant. But it's up to, you know, the casters and the commentators to really go, look, this is what they're doing and this is why it's
To
so
dissect
great.
it in that
Trying to
way.
get out of there. He's been trying to jump away.
Yeah, and sometimes it can be difficult, and I'll tell you this from first-hand experience. Sometimes it can be difficult because Tokido's a fighting game champion, I'm not. So I might not necessarily be able to explain Tokido's thought process to the way that he's actually... I can paint a picture for you, which is not exactly what he's thinking, because, well, we're not mind readers, so...
So this is a really bad spot.
Oh.
Oh, no, it's
Okay.
said, whoa.
Hakiru.
Well, hold that.
Looking good.
Hakiru, perfect KO.
Wow, that sucks. They just pulled up on
Yes.
you.
Now,
He really
I'm
did say
gonna burst your bubble here.
Well,
Yes.
good game.
So because this
GG's.
game's extremely
You're dead.
fast,
Well,
when you
You know what I love
perfects
about
are
the
highly
Kido's
common in this
competitive
game.
spirit? That this dude
So,
put a smile on his face
if
again.
anything,
That
a
was good.
perfect is
I got
impressive
something
to the
oh, yeah.
untrained
He
eye,
definitely is a true
but a
competitor.
double
He's not gonna be up here
perfect
like,
is
oh,
even
man.
more impressive.
What is the double perfect?
He's fighting for it, right?
It's basically getting a perfect twice.
Oh, like twice
So-
in a row.
Yeah.
Wow.
So in the rounds that we play, if you get perfects twice, then we'd be like, oh great, that's actually really good because back in previous Street Fighter games, getting one perfect was impressive because of the pace of the game and
Right.
the tactics that were involved. It's not as impressive in this game, but double perfects are definitely like the things that go. Oh, okay, that was really good.
Oh, nice.
Parry attempt, excuse me. Nice way to switch sides. Missed the
Okay.
combo though. That's a Twitter combo. I believe.
Okay, so that move you saw there when he flashed yellow and then backs away and those two crystals were around Ken,
Yes.
that's one of the reasons why the community don't like JP.
He went for the challenge. I figured Kakuzu
Although
backed up just to heal
the
up a
comeback
little bit.
from Kakuru's
Try
side for
parry
that,
a bit, but no, wanted to
those
stay
last
here,
2 seconds
challenge,
there were
look for
pretty
that whip
good.
punish.
But
I was gonna say, you know, that situation too is such a checkmate. He's in burnout.
I don't think he wants to lose to Ken twice.
Right, so pretty rough spot.
You did not go through a gauntlet of 7,000 people to lose to Ken twice.
He spaced it out last time pretty good, but good challenge for Takedo.
Yeah, I like that he
Yes, the old man's name is JP. It stands for Johan Petrovic.
Oh.
Yeah, he knows. Kakudu not letting him get away with it.
JP.
Anti-air looks clean.
sounds like a guy,
Yes.
like a guy.
I think his fighting. I done a video on this. His fighting style's called Bartitsu. It's something based off Sherlock Holmes.
Interesting.
Speaking of which, you're over here. Let me talk to you.
Yeah, I had to do like a whole video talking about this, and I was interested by what this was going on. I was like, okay.
I won't lie, when I first saw JP, I was like, very, very elegant Colonel Sanders.
Time to take the oppression a little bit. I'm gonna make some
Okay.
active decisions, Brandon. Indonesian
I can't unsee that now.
I know.
We're pushing ourselves out. Oh, good punish. Give me some dap. Give me some love.
So does that mean? Oh, I think Kakuru's falling apart.
In the first game there, if Kakudu wasn't
Yeah, I
ready with
think
the
he's
super,
falling
he
apart.
had to parry or something like that. Otherwise, he would have died if he DI'd back.
2-1. Okay, so this is what I was talking about before.
You know,
So he's in the exact same position he was in. He's chuckling. He's in the exact same position he was in against Angry Bird
Yeah, with Ken
a little while
also.
ago. Yeah, exactly. Ken, he was using Ken. He was 2-1 down, and he's got no. If he wants to stay in the tournament, he has to win 2 games on the bounce. So he has to do that.
That's what they call it. You know?
JP was a financial advisor? Is that part of the lore?
I think so. That part
Really?
I
For the millions,
don't
for the
know.
Evo
He could
Championship,
be.
right?
I mean, he can handle my finances.
I would let him handle my finances too. Look at his posture.
Most definitely.
I
I'm
mean,
not
hey,
playing this
listen,
game
we've got a lot of back problems. There's one man who doesn't have back problems.
Kicks from Tokido, using the medium kick
my
one,
goodness.
main one. So frame trap, you try to press a button between, need a reversal.
Yeah, exactly. And then he could just use the low or no follow-up, right? Maybe catch you trying to parry, waste that drive gauge, get a throw.
Okay.
Yeah, we're spacing out. You're getting walked down, Tokido getting a little bit dangerous, but it's like one of those situations where, okay, I'll yield. I have no choice.
Okay,
Let me
so
find that
right
open.
now, yeah, I think Kakuru's going to be a bit more conservative, a bit more meticulous with what he does, yeah, because
Been doing it so
because the thing is,
consistently, and he's been doing a good job
I
fighting
think
in this middle of the screen. I
the
feel like
bigger
he's
your
been
lead,
a lot, and then
the more
Tokido
room for error you're
drive,
allowed,
dragon
and
line,
because
jump, something like
Kakuru's
that,
at the
he gets his way
deficit,
in.
he actually
Really
he
the
actually
fourth
needs
tool
to
in
play
this
more
match is
calculated
not
and
the jump
specific.
there
I don't
with
think he
Pierce.
can take as many risks as he
Now
wants
walking
to.
down, not a
He's in a
combo,
good
but-
position right now, though.
Good damage on that. Ooh, jumps away.
Yeah, I can see
Nice stuff. You
the
could've tried
distancing
one more time to
himself
get the
away
kill,
from
but
this
now
Ken.
Tokido with
Oh!
the chance. Damn.
That should be the round.
Shins on the way.
Yeah. Oh no.
Nope, the
Check the
match.
shoes.
The first round.
Never has creases.
I can't believe that.
Sorry, first round. You're right.
I like that idea.
Round,
Oh,
match,
one of
set.
the first ones
Okay.
we've seen, actually. I kind of like the idea. Baits the throw.
Sorry, I might be overflowing your brain with
No,
a bunch
no,
of
no.
nonsense.
Oh.
This is
So how I like to
stimulation.
see, you gotta make sure that his defense is correct.
Ken is one of the OG Street Fighter characters, you say,
Tokido
right?
hammering away with that heavy
Yeah,
jump.
so he's one of the 8 World Warriors.
Tokido are very close with the level
World
3.
Warriors.
I agree.
Yeah, so in Street Fighter 2, there was a I think the roster was 8 characters originally. So it was Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, Guile, Dhalsim, Zangief,
This spot is so
Bob
bad. As you mentioned, this is
Hoopers,
the one
Honda,
thing for JP, right? He wants you in burnout
and there
so
was
that he can
one
do
more.
this
I'm
kind of
forgetting
stuff
one one more.
Tokido
I think it was Cammy. I think it was Cammy. I could be
Crazy
wrong.
to think it went from 8 to like 40. What was it? 43, 45?
So the Street Fighter 5 roster, it had 45 characters.
My goodness.
Well, to be fair,
What an
I think-
upgrade.
And trust me, there's a lot more characters in the Street Fighter universe. I think there's over 100 characters in the
Oh
Street Fighter universe.
my.
And you know, you're
It's
right.
just that you can't put 100 characters into each Street Fighter game.
I promise, I never lie to you, bro.
I want them to. Street Fighter 7, I want to see 150
Yeah,
characters.
I'd do it again.
Then it might have to be a team game. You might be looking at Capcom versus SNK 2 territory.
Whoa.
I hear it, yeah.
That's what you might be looking
I'm
at.
planting the seed in the brain.
I like more fire. Something we didn't see as much in the
Listen,
Angry Bird
sometimes you got
guys.
wish things
Tokido,
into existence,
he's
you know?
played Shotos for a long time, really heavy on the
Oh, it's
fireball
2 apiece right now.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Players.
Okay.
Nice little drive rush right under into the DP.
Yeah, whoever loses this goes home.
That's how you know he's snappy, right? His reactions are on point.
Ah, but it was Blanca. Thank you. It was Blanca, not Cammy. Blanca was from the original.
The man
Yes.
fights his mid-range so well.
The Brazilian barbarian.
Medium
Yes.
kick, setting out the portals, baiting it. That's like the first time he's done it the whole set. Kakadu ready for it.
I
That was a pretty
wonder.
sneaky way
Yeah.
to do it, too. I can't even blame
Okay.
Yeah.
So one thing about
And the parry
Tokido
right into
on the big
reversal.
stage as well
That comment
is
too.
a lot of people will say
Man,
he
he's
plays a
doing
bit
such a good job, and he's
uncharacteristic.
beating him up
Oh,
here in the mid-range.
in what way?
So he, because nervous, because there's a lot of expectation on him as a player in general, and sometimes it like your accolades sometimes don't help you
Yeah.
because they're like,
People
oh,
have
even if he,
expectations.
yeah, and what do expectations lead to? Disappointment. If he makes a mistake, we'll just go, oh, that's uncharacteristic. It's like, well, maybe he just made a mistake today, you know? Even he shows signs of being human so often, you know?
And it's there, so he has to respect it. You see
I
Tokido
love,
backing
I
off.
love seeing that though. Because then that gives me hope.
The whip
No, don't get me wrong, that gives you hope, but like he won't be happy. I'm pretty sure. Well, depending on, because like I said before, with fighting games, there can only be one winner in the tournament. Obviously, people get rewarded, but like some people, if they get a slew of bad results, that could be bad in the long run for
For
them.
their career.
Yeah.
Just because he's burnt out doesn't mean he doesn't have these great projectiles and buttons.
Let's see what happens here. He's going to be nearly put in burnout soon if he's not careful. We got him.
And Tokido's in burnout. It's pretty close.
Oh, do you know what? He made this might be checkmate. He made this might be checkmate.
Kakeru?
Hang on. Hold on.
However,
Wait a minute. No way. Can he get it?
wait,
No way. Tokido brought it back. Oh, we got one more round.
one more?
And look at Kakeru's face.
We got one more round.
Oh
This is the
my
final game,
goodness.
final round. And look, what did I tell you before? Kakeru is in this exact same position
Yes.
against Angry Bird. Oh my god, if he loses, he's gonna be so annoyed.
Oh, yeah.
Da.
Now you gotta guess, is it counter time or not? Trying to hold up.
Oh,
no.
Kakeru's feeling it. Oh no, First Blood might win this.
Nah, Tokido with the
Oh
pressure.
no,
Okay.
oh my word.
Okay.
Oh, he was too
Oh.
early. Lots of drops now. Kakeru
He made you're on your own, you're commentating by yourself, I can't watch this.
himself in burnout, but
My eyeball,
to slow things down.
one is open.
Oh my god. Oh my word.
He's protecting
Okay.
himself.
I'm so sorry, guys. This is too good.
Coming
Oh,
back.
da- wait.
Anti-air's clean. Kakeru trying to slow things down.
he do it?
Tokido,
I think he's done. Oh no, good
Oh,
block.
oh. Protection?
Still plus. Like it going in 0 on block, too.
Okay.
Back. Kakeru now. He can fight in the mid-range with the
Wait.
OD goes.
Okay.
He brings one out.
I
Tokido's
don't
got it.
know.
This
I don't
is
know what's
very
gonna
close
happen.
now. This is a very winnable round for Kakeru. And the level 2 in reaction.
Hold on.
It's gonna work. He parries and he gets the front.
Is that
Oh,
gonna be? No,
wait.
he's trying to bait it. No, that's gonna hit him. That's gonna hit him. Oh, he could do the whole combo. That might be it.
Oh
Oh, that
my
beats him.
And he stays alive in the loser.
That is crazy.
Taking
Oh
out
my word, he
Kakeru
mashed
on the
it.
brink of defeat.
Oh,
He was so
okay.
close to.
And that was literally okay. So that, yeah, you don't want to lose a tournament like that. And he knows.
Oh.
This is why you'll never see me on the big stage. I could not. Look, and Tokido knows what he did was
A little.
it was that's bringing dirt to a boxing match. You know what he did. That's what it is,
GG,
right?
though. That was.
So in that scenario, what happened was Tokido basically he inputted his super So in case Kakeru, because part of what makes fighting games so thrilling is you can drop your combo.
Right.
He input his super during the combo and he said, if you drop this, you've lost. Like that, he's just telling him that telepathically.
Yeah.
Like, if you drop this, you've lost. And he dropped it.
All I can think is like, man, I
Oh,
can't see him at the next tournament.
that was a crazy match. GG, really, that got her hurt.
Hey, GG's.
What a match to
So
remember.
yeah, 100%. That might be. I hate to say this. This is why I'm over here, not over there. So
I mean, you know,
Kakeru, he went up against Angry Birds Ken, lost 3-2 last game, last round. That put him in the losers bracket, and then loses to Tokido's Ken, 3-2 last game, last round, last pixel. Pixel.
That is
That,
rough.
and you know what? He has to fly back to Japan, and he has to think about that on the way home.
The whole, if it's in Vegas, that's like a 12-hour flight.
And he's going to, and you know what? He's never going to forget this day.
What I would love to see from him is to switch gears and become a Ken main.
Do you know what? Some people do that.
Really?
But the thing is, no, because if they, some people, one of the tactics you got to do is you got to learn the character that your opponent's playing to understand their tool set and just how the player would think about certain scenarios.
Do they know
but
beforehand who their opponent is going to pick for these Evo finals?
You would have an idea, but they could surprise you. So, okay, let's say, for example, I pick Ken, you pick JP. Now, I'm only going off what I've seen of your past tournament results.
I see.
And then, but for all you know, you can wake up tomorrow and say, like, you know what, I'm going to surprise Jammerz with
Chun-Li.
Cammy today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Cammy, Chun-Li, whoever, right? But I don't know you have that character in the back pocket. So what players will tend to do is they'll either surprise them, or if you guys have, if you and your opponent have like a multitude of characters in your roster, what will happen is I'll go to the judge. Oh, I want to request a blind pick, which what that means is me and you will tell our judge our character, but we don't know what character we're going to pick. That way, it's kind of a mind game at the character select screen, and then we go on an even playing field. And then
It could be someone that you've played before, but it could be someone new.
And we have so many more to go, right?
Exactly.
So,
but yeah,
Interesting spice element.
yes. Condolences to Kakeru. He lost to Ken twice, and
I don't want to. If I was him, I would never want to hear the name Ken ever again.
well, here's the thing, right? Obviously, you said, oh, if I was him, I'd pick Ken, but it's like, think about it. JP brought him to the dance. It got him through 7,000 players to get to that point there. And I'd stick to JP the whole way.
Yeah,
Obviously,
just
his
super
journey just fell
unfortunate
short.
way to end, close off that round, that set.
Yeah, no, you know what? It sucks, but like wherever he goes next, he's probably gonna go on a rampage, because just in terms of his gameplay, he's probably just gonna maul everybody in his way.
Honestly, I would want that for him too. I think I would love to. I want to see more of Kakeru after this. I think maybe after this, I'm really gonna enter my Street Fighter championships watcher. So what you were mentioning earlier is that they have like a 10 to 11 month season of Street Fighter championships. Is that the Capcom?
So it's called the Capcom Pro Tour. There's a whole website on it that you can check out and everything. So basically what it is Evolution 2023. This is the start of the tour. And this is going to be going on until, I'm going to hazard a guess and say, where are we? We're in August now. Probably say about maybe February, March time next year.
Interesting. So right before, so they did just announce Evo Japan for July 26 to 28. So just so that would be like right before the summer then.
So essentially what will happen is we'll go through the competitive season, and then we'll do a finale, and then we'll get prepared for season 2 of the competitive season, and we do that because we do this for like 5-6 years running. And yeah, so the thing is as well, obviously this is a huge deal for Kakeru, but if he wants to go further and qualify for like the huge events, he's still got plenty more time.
I think so.
It's just
and
that in the moment, you can feel a bit bitter about it. So.
this is also his training arc. Because he has never
Yes.
won an Evo championship either, correct?
I think this is his second Evo, second or third Evo.
So he has time.
And the thing is as well, I'll put it to you like this, right? He's probably in his early 20s. He looks 19. He's probably 20. He's probably 21.
Oh, he's just a youngster.
This is just me guessing though. If he's performing like that now, and you've got guys who are nearly 40 or in their 40s still playing,
Really close
I think
games,
he's got.
too.
I think he's got a bright future ahead of him
I think
if he
so, too.
decides to stick with this.
Yes. Hey, do you have a character I enjoy seeing in SF6 so far? Not specifically like any one in the new roster of characters, but I think my long time in one of the only characters I know, Chun-Li, has just been a consistent beauty. Love her, my queen throughout every generation of Street Fighter. But I mean, now that Jammerz has introduced me to Poison, I think there is an unfortunate battle between my two queens.
I could show you another character that might pique your interest.
Right? You can name drop.
If you type in on Google,
Yeah.
C Viper, and then type in SF4 next to it, you might like the look of her.
Okay. C-O? Ultra Street Fighter?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So basically, she's got Thunder Knuckles and Burning Boots.
Oh my god. Oh,
She
no.
is a very
no.
cool character.
A third player has entered the Hime roster.
Live at Evo 2023. We got some fire matches.
I can't forget about Rainbow Mika either. I really liked her too.
I think you'd have a very difficult time picking a character.
I think so too. Although JP, elegant Colonel Sanders, I don't know, I cannot look past.
Of the tournament.
Yeah, Haitani versus Mena, of course. This is going to be a juicy one.
Judy
right
and
here.
Sakura
Haitani,
deserve
I think,
love
looked
too.
unstoppable until he ran into the only.
Oh, yeah, Jury's a fan favorite. She's been around since SF4. She got a new costume announced for Street Fighter 6 recently, but there's a whole community behind Jury that are into feet. So.
Oh yeah, she's I love her hair.
I think to a lot of people, Mena was the favorite, right? So it's going to be
Man.
interesting to watch him up against Haitani in this. And I'm
Can't
curious what
decide.
character he goes
I don't know now.
for the rerun here.
Let me
You
hold
got
my
time, you
tongue.
got
Let me get into this. Let me start my training arc, and then I'll let you know.
I think he's excellent with both characters.
I mean, it's all about style
Alright,
checks,
so that
right?
means
I usually
Kakuru's out of the
see- I'd say if
tournament,
it's a
and now we're going to be
really
looking at
good,
Haitani
you're gonna
versus
see
Mena
a
RD. Okay, so you're going to see the last player that hasn't been in. He was introduced at the start. It's the one with the
Two times
Damn
it.
championship, right? Dominican
two times
Republic?
champion. Yeah, but he had the One Piece jacket on.
Yes, I know. The first thing I saw was like,
especially
you
they hit,
won.
Purdy with the Mena patch. They're like, all right, my bad, you're winning too much. We got to nerf your character.
The same weekend as
So,
Gear
you know,
5 too.
They were like, you won, and they're like, nope,
Is that
our
the-
bad.
was
We
that
gotta
the big
really
spoiler that
they
came
couldn't
out?
allow Mena to-
Big
That
spoiler?
spoiler? Was that big spoiler? Or was that the episode that just came
It's
out?
just the episode that came out. It's like the
And
new
Mena,
arc.
Okay.
I'm actually surprised. I didn't realize.
I don't know. I
this
just see people
yesterday.
complaining about
He was
spoilers
happy
about
that
One
he
Piece
beat
every now and
top
then. I'm
eight.
just
There's
like,
spoilers
okay.
for everything.
You know,
It's
I
best to
wanted
stay away
go
from the
top
internet,
eight, top
Jammerz.
six time at the arena.
Well, I mean, I
Based on
try
the
to.
fact I got this
I
far.
try to.
I don't.
It's hard to when your work is on the internet.
It's hard when you are living in the internet.
Oh yeah, you're in the year 2035 already.
I'm in the digital space. I'm just a pixel. Just kidding.
I've known him more on
Just
the
a
Makoto
pixel.
side. So just to see him still here, aging well.
I think you're more than a
still being
pixel.
here for the
Thank
spirit
you,
competition.
Jammerz. Wow,
And
that
us
was
on the
heartwarming.
microphone, man. Yo, y'all cool with us on the mic, right?
All right.
I just
Oh
wanna
wait,
make
so
sure.
they're playing Chun-Li versus. This is a new character that I haven't seen yet.
It's good to be back.
Oh, Blanca. So
What?
he's
Oh, this is part of the
the.
OG. Oh, they're
Of course,
both
all these
OG.
lovely intros so
Yep.
far have been
This
awesome.
is the
And this will
Brazilian
be
barbarian I was telling
us
you
going
about
down to
before.
LA,
The BB,
take it away with the
Brazilian
Yeah.
barbarian.
Our last
So
one.
Blanca's main thing is electricity, and he
He looks.
can probably pay your electricity bill if he was a real character.
What does that mean?
I mean, if Blanca was around, I'd get him to pay my electricity bill all the time because
So
he just
he's
generates electricity
rich?
like that.
And
No, he's not. He's not rich. He just generates electricity.
oh, okay. I don't even
That's
know
his
if
power,
he would pay it,
electricity.
or he would, you know, fuel
No,
my
no, no.
electricity bill.
Yeah, he would fuel my electricity bill, so I never had to pay electricity bill again. Inflation wouldn't be a thing to me because I'd be like, hey.
Oh man, tough world out there, huh?
I know, right? It's crazy. But yeah. So Blanca also has this thing that you might like. He's got this kind of this skill called Blanca-chan. So it's a doll that he can summon.
Oh, I don't like
That's
dolls.
his- Oh, well, okay.
Well, is it
So-
a doll or is it a figurine? There's a difference.
Nah. Do you know what? I'd let you determine that. I think it's a doll.
All right.
He can power up the doll to make it move.
Okay. So like Annie from League of Legends.
I haven't actually seen Annie.
Like a little
I only
girl.
know very few. I only know very few champions in League of
Oh
Legends.
my
to be honest.
gosh. So next time there's a league, you come on. I'll help you. I'll commentate.
Do you know it was right? Back in university, this was like over 10 years ago. A friend of mine showed me League of Legends, and he couldn't understand how I was into fighting games, and I couldn't understand how he was into League of Legends. I said, "You're watching a 40-minute game, and I can get about 5 games done in a fighting game, so I don't know what. I don't know what the appeal was."
Different.
Yeah, I honestly, like, for me personally, like, I get there's a huge League of Legends audience. For me, I don't see the appeal. That's me. But I'm coming from that fighting game background. But at the same time, people can watch me enjoy fighting games, but don't see the appeal. Do you know what I
Yes.
mean?
Which is good, because then that means there's something for everybody.
Yes.
Also, them playing the live music as they walk on stage is so epic. I wish I had like a walking soundtrack.
There is a tournament in Florida
Oh.
where if you make the finals day, you get to basically choose a song to be your theme song that you walk out to. I remember someone did a Final Fantasy X soundtrack.
What would you pick?
That's a good question. I would pick. Do you know? I know which one I would pick. There's a specific track that's played in an anime called Bento. I don't know if you've seen it.
Bento.
Yeah, it's an anime that came out in 2012. It's basically Fight Club but in supermarkets.
Oh,
It's one of my favorites. And it's this heavy jazz track where there's these 3 characters fight this onslaught of guys, and it plays this jazz track, and I said that will be my theme song if I ever make it to the big stage. It's a very niche thing.
Bento.
Who's trying to play? So a lot of the Japanese players, when I see them at
Whoa.
And do you know what? If you ever get time, it's 12 episodes. You binge it real quick.
I will
Obviously,
watch
times
it.
have changed how times have changed how anime is done. Do you know what? Let me see if I can. Hang on 1 second. I think I've got it here. Hold on.
Oh, he's bringing out something from the abyss. Chat. If I had a soundtrack, I would choose the Super Mario underwater theme. You're a real fan.
He's a 2-time champ.
There you
It
go.
looks so.
Right there.
That looks so. I feel like I've heard of it or seen it. I don't know. 2012. All the years are meshing into the same year for me.
After a certain year, time, like, everyone lost time.
I don't want to talk about my age.
They played a first to 10. Mena won 10-6.
Ooh, new map.
That's a long set. This is tournament.
Oh,
setting. Let's see
okay.
how we
This
do
stage
in
is really cool.
3
Yeah.
I think it's. Do you know what? Capcom make such amazing beach theme stages.
Yeah, I want to be there right now, actually.
So this stage as well. If when you do get a chance, probably after this set, if you type in SF5 Kanzuki Beach, I think you'll like that one as well.
Really good against counter-poking a lot of characters in this game, including Chun, even though her buttons are some of the best in the game.
So right, Mena's gone with Luke instead of Blanca. Luke's basically the new face of Street Fighter.
Oh.
So what Ryu used to be, Luke is going to be taking his place.
Really? What's
Oh,
wrong with
that's what they're trying to do, because remember, characters age, or they're
Right.
trying to show characters age in video games, and if Ryu's always around, it's like, okay, you're not kind of invoking change, if that makes sense.
I see. It doesn't feel like the game is modernizing.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, we have a lot of youngsters today who well, I hate to say it, there's a lot of young people who don't know who Michael Jackson is.
What?
There's a lot of young people who will never know who Ryu is properly. They'll have to know they'll know the newer characters because it's a newer face, if that makes sense.
That's like when you ask
Swiss
a
cheese,
youngster
it wasn't
to
solid. There was
mimic a
lot of
phone
gaps,
and
lot
they
of
just
holes
give you their
there
palm.
on the offensive
Because
man
all
side,
phones
but
are
that's all
flat
right.
and not
Lord,
the
Well,
regular.
there you go.
He's just taking all the
Bet
hits.
some people don't
He's
even know what a
winning
flip
with the
phone is.
scramble.
Yeah, he's trying to get out. He doesn't want to get burnt out. His drive gauge was
Crazy.
so low.
Actually, no, there's a
I'd rather
Samsung
get
Galaxy
hit
Fold, so I guess.
It's a new era. We're going back, blast the past.
Do you know what's crazy? Just off topic. It's the literal fashion trends and the world
Yes.
trends. They just go full circle. It's so silly.
Everyone loves vintage shopping now.
Pretty scary spot, but
Well.
modern you can react from super DI a little bit easier, so it's not as
my
Ooh,
gosh.
okay. Hi.
Yo, that is so
Let me
crazy.
get
No,
that
it
round
is.
while we talk.
I ain't gonna lie. He got,
Oh, so how you say it? Okay, you've made the same mistake a lot of us do. So the RD, I think he's done Dominican Republic backwards. So you say Mena.
RD.
Yes, so just say Mena.
I read it the way that a French person would read it. Menact. Menact.
Oh yeah, we all do that. Ooh, he got him.
Man, here again in this arena.
Put him in
is
burnout.
wild. Now there's no meter.
Tell
Oh,
me my
I like
queen.
it. Yeah, it's a decent attempt.
Oh yeah, listen,
Especially
even the
really
ladies
good
get
really
hit in the
good
face.
opponents in burnout. Oh, that's a huge bait. Man, I gotta dump some of this meter. Missed the perfect knuckle.
Nice air to air.
Oh,
Air with the level
He's about to do a lot of damage here.
With the spinning bird after two. Drive gauge is back down. Mena. There's no meter.
Right, so with that situation that Haitani just did, where he swatted him out the sky, we call that an anti-air. So you basically just stop their aerial approach. Because of the control scheme he's using, it's easier to do. So you don't have to allocate as much brain power to that scenario.
Mena definitely feeling a little bit.
Can he get
weird
him,
about
though?
that one. Those jab into the uppercut whip. That was
Yeah,
like 1-2.
honestly, look, think of it like this, right? The less you have to think about, the better.
yeah.
Like, just in general.
Do.
Yeah. And in these games, if you can make even, because
Punish. Haitani
we have a
burnout
term
really
that's
again.
called
He's
mental
been
stack.
fine.
So
He was
basically,
winning
it's
that
a
game.
mental overload when you have to think about 8 different things simultaneously to manage your resources, your opponent's resources, so on and so forth in the match. If you can have less to think about while still controlling the game, that's a good thing. And the control scheme that Haitani is using kind of alleviates that kind of psychological pressure.
Haitani found the right spot to
Interesting.
jump out.
Yeah, I have mental stack
Very
waking
not
up in the
perfect
morning.
timing, so takes that +1. Oh, wow.
Well, do you know what? I kind of make the comparison. Some people disagree with it. I kind of make the comparison of playing a fighting game to the equivalent to running a house.
Running a house?
Yeah, because think about it, right? You got to pay for the space. You got to keep the lights on. You got to make sure you got the heat in there. You know,
Wi-Fi.
the water. Yeah, well, in today's day and age, the Wi-Fi. You know, you got to find out when the garbage day is.
Oh,
And I haven't
so
I haven't
true.
even mentioned food in your fridge yet. I haven't even mentioned
There's
that.
no food in my
And then-
fridge. I have an unopened bottle of Coca-Cola and a single grape.
And a single grape, that's brilliant. Make sure, Crunchyroll, make sure to play He May Double, so she can buy 2 packs of grapes.
No, I
But this is the
can
thing,
afford
right?
food. I just don't leave my room that much.
I love these driver versus on driver.
Do you do online shopping? Do you get everyone to deliver it to you?
Not gonna be a completion there.
Fortunately, that is part of my personality. Yeah.
At least you get close.
Do you know what? No, I knew someone who did that. I found it so awkward because I still need to, like, obviously I'm not a VTuber, so I can go outside.
Yes.
But I don't know how difficult that is for you. I can only imagine. Where you just want to go outside and do something, and it's like, oh.
Oh no, it's easy for me. I mean, I'm in Japan right now, so I just would go to a convenience store, which is convenient because it's right next door.
Do you know what I miss from Japan? The corn dogs from 7-Eleven.
Oh my.
Do they still do those?
They call that American dog here.
Yeah. Wait. Did they say American dog or American corn dog?
American dog.
Yes. Okay. I always got confused about what to ask. I can't remember what was it. She taught me this. Hitatsu and Futatsu. I can't remember which one was 1, which one was 2.
Hitotsu is 1, Tatsu is 2.
There you go. Okay,
Gosh,
I
your
learned something.
brain. It's massive, Jammerz.
You know what I think happened?
No, I just fill it with a lot of manga.
Or
Oh, you know what? That means it's massive. It's actually unlimited. It's limitless.
Right, yeah. There's a lot of people trying to perfect parry whenever you do a safe jump.
Right.
Oh,
So
1
these
to
guys
1.
are.
Empty jump throw is pretty common.
Yeah.
exactly.
And this is the thing as well. I think this is if Haitani makes it deeper into the bracket, he's actually going to be proving a very strong point or making a very strong argument about modern control schemes in Street Fighter. This is why this is very interesting. So while I'm talking to you about this, I'm actually learning this myself, and then I got to go and watch this later again to make more notes on this.
You have your
Which
Google
part?
Doc open.
Haitani
Timestamp.
Notepad, Google Doc, my phone, all sorts of things. Because the thing is with what I do, it's always good doing your research and then coming back to tell the audience what you learned over the past couple of days or so. The next
Yeah.
gig you have.
Ah-da-da.
I think he's done. Oh, he's not yet.
It's like the more he plays, the more comfortable he gets. Haitani gonna have
many
to
rounds
slow
is it?
this,
Put-
this man
the
down
third round?
immediately.
This is the third match, but it is the second round of the third match. So these guys are really going, fighting tooth and nail, neck and
Head to
neck.
head.
What are we gonna do? Ooh,
Gets him again.
Nice. Strike mix there.
Okay.
Yeah, the super jump medium kick. Goes for the throw. Mena with the big jump, no anti-air.
Haitani sounds familiar. Did he play Dragon Ball Z tournament? No, Haitani, I don't think he's played Dragon Ball seriously. From what I know, he's played Street Fighter. I can't remember the other game he's played competitively, but he's mainly known for Street Fighter.
The thing is,
Nice.
against modern players, I think you have to make them spend the ball.
Yeah, okay.
Now,
Now, that would have been harder to react to if he used the control scheme everybody else uses, the classic one. But because he's using, basically what he's doing with the classic control scheme, you have to do certain motions and then press a button. With the modern control scheme, you just do a direction and a button, so it's
Oh,
much
so
easier
that's
to
what you
react
mean.
to.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh.
Oh, that's gonna be huge. I think that's
Perfect
the round.
KO?
I think that's the round. Yeah.
Ah-da-da-da-da-da. Wow.
You thought I was gonna let one rip?
There you go.
I was not 2-1 there for
Wow.
So one more round.
Yeah, man. That's
Mena
the,
in the
that's the
lead.
safe word.
And I will tell you this as well. So Mena won a huge tournament in
Oh man, watch your toes. Okay, the knockdown. Open season.
back in
Wasn't ready,
June.
no reactions.
Yeah, back in June.
It's hard when you're letting go of parry, trying to do DI
So
is really difficult.
definitely, he's on a good run
Level one?
right now
No, just
for
10
tournaments.
kicks, no kill.
Oh, this is
He's on a
dangerous. Wait a minute.
streak.
Probably has a big chance for the back throw.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually in very good form. He's in very good form.
No, maybe not. Oh,
Oh,
chance.
oh.
He could have DP'd, but instead trying to get the OK.
And he was actually part of he was actually part of a documentary recently as well.
Really? Which documentary?
Ooh.
No one was stunned, though.
It's
Just barely got the
called.
drive gauge
Do you know what I'll do?
Mena could win,
I'll
and
find
one
it
more
for you
could
and then
hit.
I'll put it in our little chat.
You. I love documentaries.
There's so many things I'll tell you to just watch and like.
Ah,
just
da, da,
absorb.
da. Oh my gosh.
Enough to kill, I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Is that the kill?
Whoa.
The suppressor right there.
Dude, he
No
barely
one
just
heard
escaped
the
that.
The way that his HP
Oh,
was
hang on a
at full.
minute.
Sand angel.
Hang on a minute. Oh, and he lost.
Sand
And
angels.
that's what it is, right? When you're in those certain situations, you're going to be playing in a very unpredictable, unconventional way so
Yeah,
that
you
your
can never
opponent can't
tell.
read you.
Yes.
Nice, right through. Yeah, you can try to throw OD sandblast there, but Mena didn't even try.
You just can't
what,
tell
low-key,
who's
I'm
gonna
pretty
win,
sure
even
we're
if it
high-key, man.
seems
Selling
like
themselves.
one
You know
has
what?
an
That was
advantage over
worth
the other.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it's 100 versus
That's
20
it.
Really
HP.
rough, you know, lost in that last round was
Being
great. Yeah.
unpredictable and unconventional is a super huge deal.
With that back medium punch. Set up there. Ooh, burnout.
That was a gift from the gods. The back throw. No.
Alright, I'll
that
put it
is
in
the
our
Bodega special. Crouch
little
fist,
chat.
holla.
You can have that link.
Oh,
Or you can put it in your watch later list.
Beautiful confirm from Mena. One hit does it here, whether it's low, regular hit.
Oh my.
Is Mena gonna take this
In the
over?
corner. Doesn't let the drive impact rip. Puts himself in burnout level.
Oh.
One confirm.
Wow.
He eliminates Haitani from the
That's
bracket of
huge for
Modern.
Mena. If he gets one
Wow.
more strike, he can do this.
Oh.
3-1.
Give
Wow.
it up,
Congrats,
give it up.
Mena.
That's it.
Wow.
Of course, the bull, Bandits
There
own.
you
Mena
go.
RD moves forward. But
And there
please
you
give
have
it
it.
up for one of the goats for
Well.
real.
Well, well,
Haitani!
My goodness. Does that mean so Mena is going to be playing against Tokido?
No, Mena will be playing against. Who lost? Who lost? God damn it, I had it here a minute ago.
Oh,
You could be right. You could be right.
Oh no, they're playing against someone who lost?
You are so
So
right.
Tokido
That
beat
is a good
Kakadu.
call out right
No,
there.
you're
Yeah,
right.
crouching
You
head
are
is
right.
so
Mena's going to be
smart.
playing
You know
against
what?
Tokido
Tokido.
lost
Did
the
same
last
thing to
one.
Haitani in reverse. He was
Yes,
jumping
that is
forward,
correct.
Flash knuckle to go past the.
Well done, well done, well done.
I'm
So really
remembering remembering
smart
the
choice from
things.
Mena, and a really good call on you,
Yes.
actually, noticing that
No,
too.
but do you know what? It's good because
Yeah, man,
like
I was,
it shows it's indicating to me how invested you are.
I am.
With having like not as much knowledge, how invested you are in the actual matches themselves, understanding the players a little bit more. Like I could go on tangents about some of these players and go off track because my train of thought could be a bit wild sometimes.
Well, I relate to that. That's why I think it's good when I talk to people who also go on tangents because if anything, and I'm sure my chat will know this, I also go on tangents. I went on like a 20-minute tangent about aliens like literally last week.
That and I was like, you're so much better than me. Like I was like astounded. by how
Listen,
intelligent that was
sometimes
from Mena. That
these
was so
rabbit hole
smart.
topics
And yeah,
can
right here,
be
he goes for something
extremely
burnout, right?
interesting, and
So
I
he
think
extends with the drive rush,
it
you know,
if
doesn't
your
work out
audience
for him.
feeds
Using
into
the
it,
evasiveness,
it's hard to
yeah,
stop
with
talking about it.
I
Using
know.
the evasiveness
But that's why I
It's
love
very hard
listening
to
to people that
understand.
also
He's so
tangent
smart
because I
with
get
it.
it. I follow so easily.
Huh?
And he just
Get
does
absorbed into it.
Look at how much damage
Congrats
that
to
did.
Haitani for showing us all high-level modern controls. So the thing is, modern controls are allowed. They are allowed by the official rule set for competitive play. And like I said before, Haitani sees something in modern controls that probably the rest of the world don't see quite yet. Do you know those situations when you're 10 years too early? And it's like, okay, he sees it now, but the rest of the pack don't quite see it, or they don't prefer it. I can't
That
speak on
was
anyone's
like,
behalf.
car sharing. Like ride sharing.
From
There you go.
2017.
So the fact that Haitani made it to finals day through 7,000 combatants, by the way, only using modern controls, I definitely think that it deserves an award on its own, and I don't think he's going to change that. One fun fact about that, right? So you can get win streaks when you play this game online. He got a 72 win streak using that Chun-Li.
I think you're right. Yeah, I saw a bunch of those stats when
Wait, 72 you said?
From the two birds, which is
72.
great. I highly recommend checking out their streams.
That is an insane number.
I think, like, basically everybody in this top
What?
streams, actually, I've watched all of their
He
streams.
got a
Check 'em out.
72
Those
win
are
streak
some actions,
using
but,
that
yeah, they were
control
really good
scheme with
sets. I
Chun-Li.
encourage everybody to check 'em out. There's
So
some,
I
like,
think it
Sonic
really
Ball
just
Angry
takes
Birds sets
a
on there, too,
refinement,
they
and
had the
then
playing tournament, which is pretty
maybe
funny.
if
We talked
he
about
will
Haitani
lead
Mena,
the pack
when they
of
had the
people
playing
using
tournament
modern
again, what I love is
controls,
that all of them were
it
like,
could be
I
a
will practice
revolution.
this weekend against you, I'll play you in.
Believe me. So the commentator on the left, Seija, he's mentioned it. I was making notes earlier today before we set up for this, and other people have been speaking about it. Some people are going to be looking into modern controls because of what Haitani has done this weekend. Because usually what it does is someone needs to illustrate it to you or motivate you to do it because you're not going to do it yourself. They need to prove to you that no, this is something. So
Something worth it. Is this Luke's theme?
this is this is the Street Fighter 6 theme.
Oh.
I believe this is the Street Fighter 6 theme.
Was Luke on that banner this entire time then?
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
Oh, I did
that's
not even realize.
that's the front cover to Street Fighter 6.
Oh, so he really is replacing Ryu then.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of people are not fond of that artwork though.
That is so interesting because I was actually at a Capcom store here in Japan a couple weeks ago, and there was a big Ryu figure, and I was like, wow, really the face of it all. And now to learn that he's getting replaced, oh my.
Look, man, like eventually change has to come around. You might not like it, but
Legends
like
never
Ryu
die.
will. Well, there you go. Ryu will probably still be around. It's just that they like again a new team will come through. Obviously, new generation. And, like the Street Fighter main. You know, it's like with superheroes. The superhero never actually dies. The person who plays the superhero always changes.
You can ask any Marvel fan after. No spoilers.
Oh, all right,
I
all
don't
right,
know.
all
Okay,
right.
I'm gonna
all
hold
right,
my
all
tongue
right,
there.
All right. Touche. You win that part. If I talk about it from a comic standpoint.
Yes.
Until I got caught out there.
Don't worry. I won't say anything more.
Only a handful of people in the world can do it.
Gran Turismo. Oh, this is the movie that's coming out.
It's dangerous.
Yes. Did you ever play Gran Turismo at all?
No, but I saw this trailer in the theater, and it was a very long trailer. That I was like, am I watching a movie right now?
So, Gran Turismo has been around since the PlayStation 1 days.
Wow.
Yeah. No, Gran Turismo has been around for a long time. Think of it as, have you heard of a game called Forza Motorsport?
No, I actually haven't. I've heard
Okay,
of Gran
think of it
Turismo
as a
before I've heard of
more... should I explain it? Think about it as more like a racing simulator,
Like an
more like the
F1
professional
type
side.
of-
But do you know what you should do? Because we were talking about this before. I'll tell you to note this one down as well. As when you listen to the Street Fighter V soundtrack,
Yeah.
what I want you to do is go and find probably Gran Turismo 5 or Gran Turismo 6 soundtrack. Gran Turismo has some of the best underrated soundtrack ever.
I'm making note of this now. I just love video game soundtracks. I just love soundtracks because I feel like it helps me romanticize life.
Do you know what? I think with video game soundtracks, you can actually apply them to a lot of things. And you could actually play them at certain events, and people probably wouldn't tell it's a video game.
Yes, I love
I think that's
Zelda
why good they are.
soundtracks. Sims, like I said. Honestly, anime soundtracks too. They just are so good.
Yeah, legit. And they've been getting, well, depending. They've been getting better over the years. But no, you know what? It might not be your cup of tea, but that's not saying the UK anyway. But yeah, if you ever get the chance to listen to Gran Turismo, I think it's Gran Turismo 5 or Gran Turismo 6. It could be both. Just like let it play in the background. They're probably like 3 or 4 hours long. You can just listen to a couple of them, and you might find 1 or 2 of them that you really like. So
I love listening to, especially if there's no words, because I feel like words makes my brain think extra hard. But if it's just a soundtrack, if it's just instrumental music, no, is there words in it?
No, there's not words in it. It's because I obviously we all listen to different genres of music. I thought you were talking about it in terms of a general standpoint for music, because obviously with words they'll tell a story.
Oh yes.
So.
I just think that when I'm doing work specifically and I have to focus on something that requires words, I love to listen to music that is just like an instrumental or like a backtrack. Because then it really is just like a backtrack to my life right now. I'm writing words, I'm typing things, and then I have this really epic soundtrack in the background.
So you must listen to a lot of lo-fi beats then.
Yes, I really do. I really love the lo-fi girl. I love bossa nova, lo-fi, Studio Ghibli.
Okay, that's nice. That's cool. That's really cool. I mean, I listened to a few lo-fi tracks, but there's someone who actually did a lot of things similar to lo-fi before lo-fi became a thing.
What does that
So
mean?
I still listen to them. It kind of gives off the same vibe as lo-fi beats, but they give a very similar vibe. And I definitely know in a historical sense, this person was around before lo-fi beats. Nujabes, yep, the guys that did Samurai Champloo, they've got good backgrounds.
Oh yes, I know. They unfortunately passed away.
Yeah, this was yeah. I think it's probably more than a decade now.
Oh really?
I think it's.
Because I remember when
so.
that happened. That was all over the internet.
It was like it's such a huge deal. The soundtrack to Samurai Champloo is one of the greatest.
Yes.
Especially the ending. Well, to be fair, the opening was really good as well, actually. So.
So you said your main was Poison, right?
Yep.
Does Poison have like a character that they don't perform well against, or is it all just subjective?
Oh no, you have a lot of characters where they will have probably 1 or 2 bad matchups, or depending, because like, okay, if we have to do it like a tier list, the characters on the higher end of the tier list, they have little to no bad matchups, and they basically have a tool to combat any given situation. Whereas if you're on the lower end of the tier list, you've got too many uphill battles, but you may cause the people at the top a couple of problems just because of how you function.
If you can really hone into those like combos and skills.
Yes. I would say Poison's kit is okay in my opinion. Well, you're talking to the person. Well, I will only blow my trumpet once. In Street Fighter V, I was the number 2 ranked Poison in the world online.
What? I
was the number 2 ranked Poison in the world online.
That is crazy. In the entire world.
For the players that were actively playing, I was ranked the number 2. So, but that was in the world. In Europe, I was the number 1.
Wait, who was #1 in the world?
I think it was a Japanese player. I think it was a Japanese
Interesting.
player.
I would
So-
love to see Jammerz. Would you ever play competitively? Would you ever
I
enter
have-
Evo as a player?
No.
Oh,
So what I tend to do is a lot of people would like to see me play, but the problem is that the events you want to see me play at, I've probably been called to commentate at them. So I think it's kind of unprofessional to play and commentate at the same time. Because you're kind of splitting things 50-50. You're not giving 100%
Welcome back,
to what you're
everybody,
designated to do.
Evolution
And commentating
2023.
is
There
less
was
stressful.
over
And I just
7,000
think
people for
if I had to
2026.
pick,
We are
I'd probably
down
commentate. But
to
the problem is when I do want to play,
It is time for our
I'm not 100% in it sometimes. Because sometimes I don't feel like playing. And sometimes I've entered a tournament and then I've got a last minute call to commentate, so I have to kind of shift my mindset from playing to. I think the easiest thing for me to do is to just not play. So.
I mean, everyone has their calling. You know what I mean?
Like I do. Some people have said this. They said, "Oh, I'd love to see you play." I said, "Look, if there was a year, like just a year, where I could just play competitively and only focus on the game outside of day-to-day like life and whatever, and just focus on the game, I would probably take that chance." But with where I am right now, in terms of all this casting and whatnot, the casting path is a lot more easier.
Yeah, you can
Despite it still being hard to.
hone your expertise in this field, and then eventually, if you want to be a professional player, you can do that too.
I still actively play because I do say one of my philosophies for commentating in general is the best way to talk about players is to play them yourselves. And if you're on a somewhat similar level to them, you will understand their mindset and what they do a lot easier. I was pretty decent at predicting players' next decision in the previous game because of how much I knew about the game. Like some people calling me the Notre Dame of Street Fighter.
You're psychic.
That's what they thought.
I
That
think
just
it-
takes a lot of work. So.
The fact that you can
That's his happy face right there.
I think what's really impressive with you is that you can like watch it and then regurgitate the information in a way that is very easy to understand, because not everybody can do that.
Every time I talk to
It's very difficult, and like there's a couple of techniques I do to try and practice that, and sometimes it comes out naturally because you want to explain it in a way you would explain it as if we were talking off camera. If you want to have these, because the thing is, when these guys are commenting, right, you want it to be two guys that know each other well, so the chemistry is there. And then what you also want to do is like, okay, he made the conversation we had off camera, you bring it on camera, so
Yes.
nothing's changed.
It's true. We did spill some
And-
things that we were talking about before the
Everyone in
stream.
the house, can you hear me?
There you go. So you kind of want it to be essentially like fun, educational,
Conversation.
and
Getting high for
whatnot.
Chipotle,
Sometimes I do
have we
feel I'm
not?
going on a bit way too much of a tangent with the information.
You
It's
but
okay, I
that's
accept
me,
it.
so
Chipotle, have we not?
I accept all. Right, so
Thank you
these
very
two,
much. Want you all to know,
Angry Bird and
besides
Punk,
this
they are
wonderful
very good
backpack
friends.
that you see right
They
here that's
talk,
been given out.
they
Give it
talk
up
a
for the
lot
backpack.
outside of the game.
Ooh, are they
Um,
both American?
No, so Angry Bird's from UAE, so the Middle East.
Right.
But these guys are at a lot of the international events together. They're actually going to be at an invitational in a couple days' time. So I'm, you're going to see them on stream again in a couple days' time.
Oh my gosh, I will, because I'm gonna be watching.
And I want you all to text
Yeah, it will be,
828. And that is going to go
what
to
is-
888-222. The code should be
It's a
right
tournament
down
called
here.
Gamers 8. That's what it was. I don't know why the name escaped me. Gamers 8, yes.
Look, it looks like they're just talking in the background there. They're just having a good chat.
I think they're all doing, because obviously, I think part of their deal is to obviously do the special prizes, competitions. Like, they turn it into a real show outside of the fighting game tournament. So these guys are getting ready. It looks like-
Free burritos. You get a burrito, and you get a burrito.
I'd only take one, though. I don't want an appointment with the toilet too early.
I unfortunately have misordered Chipotle 3 times in a single night. And I don't think it actually affected me. I think I ordered Chipotle like literally the next day after that.
I listen. Everybody's body reacts differently and whatnot. Some people they eat one thing and then they go to the restroom for a very long time, and some people
is-
do not return.
Guac or no guac?
No guac for me.
Okay,
I
I'll
know.
take your guac.
Yeah, please do, please.
Lettuce.
I will
Do you-
happily hand it over to you.
Do you have the cilantro soap gene?
I like how they had a little
Do you think
pep talk.
cilantro
How was your
tastes like
day today,
soap?
Man? You know, I was just
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I'm good. I'm glad.
You know, I had the top 6. Casual conversation, but now all of that goes to the
Okay.
side.
They're
Who
starting.
will earn that right to go to the grand
Yes, that's
finale?
correct. So Seijan made a
Start
very
right
good point there.
Punk so far has not
Because these
lost
guys are
a
in the
game
winners
this
final,
season.
they
Just
actually
four
haven't
rounds
dropped
here
a
in the
set
semifinals.
like
Angry
all
Bird on the
weekend.
side has looked extremely offensive,
Oh,
extremely
at all?
solid.
Like they
Every
haven't
interaction,
experienced a
he is
loss.
all aggro.
So they've come
Running
close
for
to
a lot.
losing, but they
Players
haven't
we
lost.
see
So
Wow.
now somebody has to
Before he
lose.
starts,
They
he
have to.
Yeah.
This is how he beats the best players in the world.
Yeah. The good old walk down. That's it. He successfully won the neutral.
Okay,
Now
let's
the
see what's
question
going
is,
on
how is he gonna
here.
open him up? Beautiful stuff there from Angry Bird with the counter poke. Just to get some pressure. No open up, but at least he put himself out the corner.
Yeah,
Right,
look at
trapped him
Ken's
in the corner
carry
there,
all the way
gets a
coast
forward
to
throw.
coast.
Yep. Now Tatsumaki
Ooh.
Seppuku, the category 5 throw loop serial.
There this goes.
Wow.
Punk with the jab tag trying to get out.
So
Drive
what
cage in
Punk's trying to
trouble.
do, well, okay,
Drive
before
rush
that
now.
happened, look at that. Okay, so you have to remember as well, these games are on a 2D plane. So there's a mid-screen and then there's a corner either left or right. And the corner is where you make the most mistakes. Because there's
you get cornered.
basically, your back's against the wall, and sometimes your back's against the wall is better than your back's against nothing. Because it will force you to do something.
Yeah.
But because the combos are extremely lengthy in this game, they actually take you to the corner in like one sequence. So you're already part of
Oh,
this
like here.
snowball effect, and then you're already in trouble, and it's just not fun.
So you really have to push your way out of this corner so that it gives more space.
Stop on the spin knuckle.
We interrupt the interrupt. Oh,
No anti from Angry Bird is very rare, but good spot now. Has level 3 available.
Oh.
Okay, is he gonna cancel into his super? Yes, he will. And then this is what's interesting as well, right? Because there's so many different things you've got to pay attention to. Like your health is, like I said before, your health's important, but the drive gauge, the gauge under it, is probably more valuable depending on the situation.
Right.
Into the red.
Oh my.
Immediately just catches them off guard. Drive rush, drive impact.
Okay.
calls it Crayola rocks.
Yeah.
Oh, don't.
Look at that. Oh, he almost got it.
More dive kicks now.
Let's go.
See, because these guys know each other and talk to each other on a regular basis,
Uh-huh.
there's kind of more of a mutual respect between these two.
Yeah. Oh, between Punk and Angry Bird.
Yes, there's a mutual respect because like they won't disrespect each other until probably a certain point because they have a very similar philosophy.
I see. It's really interesting that you can even pick up on that in the game. That's what I'm saying, Jammerz. I think you're a genius.
Well, I mean, I've been doing this for a little while, so you pick up on one or two things. And again, it can still be difficult because like I said, we're not mind readers, but we have to have a rudimentary understanding of the game, what they would like to do. Yeah, and even when they do an action, we got to report on it anyway. Did he get it?
Oh.
No, he blocked it. Okay, that's gonna be the round. All right, but okay, so that's what that decision Punk made there. It lost him the game, but it wasn't bad, only because he's shown Angry Bird that he will wake up with that option. So every time Punk gets access to that move, which is not going to be that often, Angry Bird has to consider Punk doing that when he's put him on the floor. He has to consider it.
Like as a possibility.
Yes,
Prepare
because
after.
think about it, right? If I was to introduce something into your life tomorrow, and you're okay, every time I see Jammerz, that might crop up, that topic might crop up, that thing might crop up. Even if I don't bring it out, it's just the threat of it is scarier than actually using it.
Yeah. Like you said, it's the mental stack. It's another thing you have to think about on top of everything else that's happening.
Boy, you know what? I'll tell you what. Some people, when they're in the zone, they think about what they're having for dinner while beating down their opponent. It's kind of funny.
Oh.
The jumping leg kick.
Okay,
Did you
Punk.
get it?
Greedy with the meter, but it paid off.
Okay.
Oh, let's go. I want to be biased, but I can't. All right, knockdown early on.
Ooh,
Raw throw,
nice stuff on the
he
dash.
delayed the crouch face, was a little too far from the crouch jab.
Oh, no anti-air. Maybe that jumping heavy one from Ken is just so high. It's really difficult to
Right.
anti-air sometimes.
Is he going to?
Yeah, which is
Let me
what
see if
most
he
people do.
spends it.
It's the good way to anti-air. Ooh,
Oh,
whip
interesting
punish.
choice there
Angry
from
Bird taking
Punk.
advantage. Might spend that level 3.
Okay,
Yeah, give her
good
the
choice.
drive gauge.
Right. So what Angry Bird's doing?
Gonna have that drive gauge.
So when he does that level
Nice
3,
and healthy.
I should have explained this
Punk, though,
before.
however,
when you do your super moves, they actually take away your opponent's drive gauge. So
Like
that
completely?
level 3, not completely, it takes a certain amount of it away, a certain portion. So when you do that super art, that level 3, the strongest super, it takes away the most drive gauge. Now what Punk did before, to use one of his skills, it consumed 2 of his drive stocks. And Angry Bird noticed that, so when he got the next hit, he tacked on more drive gauge consumption because Punk made it easier for him to use or make the decision to steal his drive gauge away. There's a really tough mind game with resource management in this game.
Yeah, Severo said Punk is getting some control, which
That
once
fadeaway
you've explained that, that makes
so
sense.
far. It just gets that medium kick into the target.
Trust me, I wish I could properly explain all of this.
No, I think
Like-
you explained it better than I could ever, ever in any timeline.
Pretty good.
And remember, we got to keep up with this in real time. And the pace of the pace of these games are going quick.
That we're in a low forward and a dream range right here for Angry Bird, and we got a level 2 that is guaranteed finish.
If not right, if Punk gets a clean hit, he might be able to do this in 2 sequences and be able to win this round.
On his feet.
Oh.
The dome, that could have been
Oh.
All right, Angry Bird's in burnout, so if he doesn't...
What I do know is he's gonna get
Okay, this is huge. Right, so what this does here is when he's on that level 3, you see that gauge that's under Angry Bird's name with the grey
eaten.
bar?
It's getting eaten.
Yeah, right. But that means when you do a level 3, when they're in that burnout state, it delays your recovery time.
Wow, that was so smart there.
Oh, he got him!
Nice!
I like the transition into
One
the
of
drone.
these.
Like, I don't
Okay,
know who's gonna win here, but
okay. I
someone
like
can
this.
take.
Punk did a little
Very,
bird hands right
actually,
after.
very close.
Nice and warm. Bam.
And remember, both of these two are in winners finals, and they've never won an Evo.
Potentially deal with Mena and
Oh,
Tokido.
either of them.
Neither of them have won an Evo, and whoever wins this is going to put themselves in pole position to potentially win Evo.
Against Mena, who has run
But you
twice.
gotta be that confident. You gotta be sure.
No, Mena's won
Vito,
Capcom
Mena
Cup
against
twice.
Vito. Right.
Whiff. Yeah, that's the punish.
Okay.
Side swap. That's the person,
So this
right?
is tense for the both of them, so they might get a little bit more fidgety.
Try to hit a button or throw or something like that.
Okay, Punk.
This is high level right here. And it's only what month.
And I'm gonna point something out to you. Every time the camera goes on them, see if they do that anime glasses.
Glasses,
kick.
I've noticed it already. I've noticed it.
He's waiting. Nice. He placed himself nicely.
They said
There
all
we go.
according to
No
K.
drive,
Kaku.
impact wall slide.
Nice parry.
Drive rush, of course.
Nice. Punish counter punish too. He got crouching jab standing
Okay,
heavy.
gonna put him back in the corner there. Angry Bird did try to fight to get his way out of the corner, but
Went for the safe jump. Would have been a little safe, of course, if he moved
this
too
is looking
tech,
good for
but
Angry Bird.
recovered.
Yeah, back roll is really good against safe jumps in the middle of the screen for sure.
Oh.
Punk, one hit away again. Level 3, locked and loaded. Man, reversal
Okay,
crouch
looking
DMP
strong here.
so far.
Da-da-da-da.
Walk back, expensive.
He might. Yeah, okay. Now, when he does this level 3, watch Angry Bird's drive gauge of his health. Can you see that recovering?
Yes.
And you put him in the corner, right?
Right,
That
that's
extra
another
space.
reason why you should spend your level 3.
Nothing.
Even if the level 3 doesn't like get you the round or get you the lead, it can actually replenish your drive gauge to allow you to do something else.
Very clean. Game apiece, round apiece.
There's a lot of decisions made around that drive gauge, which is what's very interesting about the game, which is what's fun about studying it. So.
Ooh, and that's a
Cool, because
huge
now
block.
I'm kind of almost thinking it as like MP, like in a typical
Yes.
MMORPG.
Do you know what? Do you know what? That might be a very down-to-earth way of looking at it. Think of it as MP.
Yeah. Because if you don't have any MP, you can't really do much except for like your basic attack.
Think of it auto regen MP
Yeah.
minus the ethers, because you ain't got no ethers to, you know.
He's a little late to check it, and that is gonna be a
I might have to note that one down. You taught me something new, Hime. I like that.
I'm glad.
2-1 here.
But hey, I was talking with Hime. She said, "Is the drive gauge MP?" I said, "Yes." That is correct.
Oh
man.
Yeah. Ooh, he's looking for that. That's counter hit only. Stand
block.
like kick, drive rush, stand medium.
So
block,
Angry
yeah.
Birds 2-1 up now. I wonder if Punk is feeling it at the
Really trying to
moment.
get that advantage, right? Push to the
Oh,
corner.
Angry Bird
Stop.
got the last
Nice.
match.
Jab, check that stop sign
Yep,
from
so it's
Punk.
2-1.
wow.
It's best of 3, so.
This is the only person we've seen so far where Punk can't slow him down, right? He can't
Also
stop the
seeing
drive
both
rush,
trying to
jab,
pace
stop
each other.
it.
Yeah, you can control the space, you can control the pace of the match as well. And the thing is, if you're at the disadvantage, you have to try and slow your opponent down or speed things up. And your opponent has to clock onto what you're doing. There's
Right.
huge psychological warfare going on between all these players.
Gets the park almost
Ping
confirmed.
pong.
Yep.
Parry attempt and then jab
Oh.
buffer. Wow, so good. Angry Bird has level 2 here.
Get him.
Oh.
That might be the round. I think that's the round.
Remember, technically,
Yeah,
Jazz
that's the
in this
round.
game, with the exception of Zangief, of
There
course,
you go.
does not have plus range,
Smart.
right? So you wait for
He
like
cracked a
3 hit
smile
chains to
there.
always take your turn back, you know?
I see you.
That buffer right after an
Angry
driver.
Bird.
Oh, he did the glasses tilt
He
again.
did. They both do.
Should have had a glasses tilt
They're
count.
both the main characters.
Boy, scrap it.
I mean,
They are swinging, yeah. And I think that favors Angry Bird, to be honest with you.
Oh, staying short, yes, the conversion.
Ooh.
And he risks it,
okay.
he gets out of there.
Gonna get the
That's a big
conversion,
one.
keep him in the corner, but all right. So that move that Punk did there, it got him out of the corner. And getting moves that do side switches or
that was-
position advantages is super important.
Yeah, that was like such a quick. What? I don't even know what I witnessed there.
Right, and that's how rapid these
Yeah.
games go. That's how rapid
Opening
these games
gambit,
go.
walk up low forward. That's confidence. Oh,
Like it. The way Punk changes offense up and the adjustment from Angry Bird.
Oh, he missed his throw
there.
attempt.
I feel like he's gonna do a bit
Trust me,
different.
there's a lot of instances in these games where things happen in the blink of an eye and you don't even know what happened.
Yeah, I'm still trying to like
Next they could do it.
realize what
Process.
happened just now. It was like the health bar was at 100 and then it was at 0.
Now imagine the commentators have to keep up with the action, find a way to explain it quickly, and then move on. Things change in fighting games. Things change with a drop of a hat. Legit. That might be it. Yeah, that's 2 all. Yeah, it's 2 apiece.
Evo, talk to us. You love it.
Wow.
Oh wait, are they tied right now?
They are tied. It's
Oh
2
my
apiece.
goodness. I'm sweating. Oh god, the sweat came back.
And we go into another 3-2, Hime.
Why not?
Why not? Indeed, he just gets out of there. I like the choices from Angry Bird here. He's hard to stop. And
Oh,
just like
oh.
that's why he catches Punk off
Yeah, he's flailing around to get out of the corner like a magic cut. Well, he's not
Yeah.
looking too good.
Wait to cross the street. There you go.
You know what? I would too.
I like that little walk.
I mean, when you're in the corner, you really want to get out of there. You don't want to stay there.
Man, the respect on the stand fierce off of the drive rush is definitely shown here. That's why you see Punk is like, you know what, you're
Let
gonna
me
have to throw me,
see.
bro. I'm not touching.
What happens here? Nice check on the drive rush there from Punk. Oh, is that gonna be? Oh, okay.
That's exactly what was on the blueprint. Nice. Okay, let's see Punk looking for the shimmy, no dice.
Shallow dive kick
Why?
stops the drive rush. And it's like, drive rush, if drive rush doesn't work, Angry Bird's like, cool, I'll drive rush.
Yeah,
for
these
it.
guys have been fighting on the left side of the screen a fair bit in this set.
Is there a disadvantage to?
No, it's just something I noticed. It's basically the same thing, but when I'm on commentary sometimes I'll say, yeah, we've seen the left side of the stage a lot, so you start to like admire the background.
I noticed. Is that Blanca in the back?
No, it's just I think it's just a huge street dog. I think
my
that's the
God.
game. Yeah, that's the game.
Wow.
Excuse me.
GG Angry Bird.
Okay. Angry Birds, Grand Finals, winner's side. Okay.
So this
Another
is
3-2 set, though.
Yeah. Who was it? It was Kakeru versus Tokido, right? For the last 3-2?
Yes. It was the last 3-2 there. So
this is Punk's first loss in the entire Evo weekend.
and remember as well, he hasn't won an Evo.
Oh no! Oh, this is when he was like very close to winning, right?
Yeah, he still has a chance. So he's got to fight the winner, or he's going to await the winner of Mena and Tokido. Tokido, and if they put the bracket up, I'll be able to give you some more
Tokido and
lore.
Mena?
If my when the bracket pops up, I'll be able to give you some more lore because I need to remember all the names there. I'll see them all.
At the same time. And Punk normally is someone who can, but you know.
But yeah,
against
now
some of the
this
best
is
in the world,
very interesting.
So does that mean Angry Bird doesn't play until the final?
Uses of drive rush from
Yes.
Angry Bird,
I see.
and he always clipped Punk trying to.
Someone said, I remember Jammerz stating that who won the first game would be the tournament winner and he's in the finals.
Was Angry Bird the first winner for the first?
Yeah, remember when I said
Yes.
out of Kakeru and Angry Bird? I had a feeling. It could be. I could be wrong. That was just my prediction. Because there are some, let's say, some blood pumping matchups that you see, and you're like, whoever wins that because of how big it was, or how big the magnitude of the round is, they could have the momentum in the tournament. Okay, right. So you're right. So Mena RD and Tokido, they played in 2017. This was when Mena won Capcom Cup for the first time. Mena beat Tokido to win the Capcom Cup. So this is a run back of that. That's a little bit of lore behind that.
Wow.
Now,
so it's not the first
whoever
time they faced each other, is what you're saying.
I think I can't remember if it was the first time or one of the first times they faced each other. Now, hypothetically, if Tokido beats Mena here and faces Punk, that's going to be Evo 2017's grand final run back.
Oh my.
But if Mena beats Tokido here and faces Punk, that's a nice interesting rivalry that's been going on for a couple of months now.
Really?
So there's a lot of player lore going back and forth between these guys. So.
Interesting. Oh, whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
Do they normally do that?
Nah, I like this. No, they don't normally do that. I think that's the first time they've done that. I like that.
I wanted them to hug.
Yeah,
Well, they might as well kiss at that
I know.
point.
I wanted. I mean, I was gonna say that, but I wish to.
Beast mode, baby. So I was like, all right, I can do that.
Somebody asked how long have I been playing Street Fighters. I'll give you the cliche answer. I played Street Fighter 2 back when I was a kid. If you're talking about competitively or seriously, I've been playing fighting games seriously since 2012.
I'm talking about Mena's like, hey man, I want to come to Japan. What's up? Tokido's like,
are you familiar with what Tokido's using right now? Have you seen that before?
I've actually never seen that, and everyone else was using like a black box, right? Like a regular Joy-Con.
I was gonna say that's the cool thing. The reason they can
You make it sound like an anime like item that no one should pick up. But yeah, so what Tokido's using is called a hitbox. So basically, think of it as you're playing on something slightly different to a keyboard.
Oh, and each button is kind of like,
I'm trying to train. I want to play everybody. No sandbagging.
what's it called?
No like dodging. And I'm trying to play everybody. And
So some buttons are directional inputs. Some of them are actual buttons you need to press to input your attack. So square would be your light attack. So like in an RPG or something, square would be your light attack, triangle would be your medium attack, and then you'd have your special abilities mapped to buttons, 1, 2 things here and there.
So they're all like calibrated to a specific thing.
Yes, but
corresponding on Joy-Con.
with hitboxes, let's just say hitboxes have much more precision than most other peripherals.
Oh, it's also interesting because I just realized that Mena is using an actual Joy-Con.
A controller, yeah. But
Yeah.
here's the thing. Here's the crazy thing, right? So I use an arcade stick. That's a traditional arcade stick you see in the Japanese arcades, if there's any left. And Tokido's using the hitbox. Tokido used to be an arcade stick player, but he uses a hitbox now. Some of the world's best players, Punk was one of them, Tokido's another. They just use regular DualShock, so your PlayStation 5 pad, your PlayStation 4 pad, and they're some of the world's best players. So it really doesn't matter what controller you use, you just use what you feel comfortable with.
Right. Because I also realized there was also, I don't remember if it was Kakeru or who was it? Or Haitani, but they had the one where it was like an arcade machine, like
the joystick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the first time I've seen a hitbox, which is really interesting.
So that's what separates a lot of Blancas, right? When you do a
Okay, so it looks like Mena's gone with the Blanca pick.
those are the hardest ones to
That's
react
good.
to, right?
Oh yeah. Wow. Had the perfect trade.
Nice
I
parry.
left up Pete there.
So that blue thing he just did there is a parry. So that's basically your reversal, a universal counter attack that everyone can use. So you use those in like for a lack of better description, use them in the slightest window of opportunity. If it's a very slim opportunity to turn the game around, that's where parry will help you.
It's basically like rebounding the attack.
Yes, and then you'll be able to get a chance to basically take the lead.
Blanca is like
Read there from Mena.
angry Shrek.
Wow, angry Shrek, really? I just called him a feral beast. I didn't want to
That's
tarnish
true too,
Shrek's
that's
names
true
like
too.
that.
And two can exist and be correct.
Angry Shrek.
Wait, was that Mena? Was it a Mena W?
Yes, Mena won that first round there.
All right.
Blanca is notorious for being extremely gimmicky.
Gimmicky in what way?
Oh yeah.
People just don't like his playstyle. And the players that use him generally want to make their opponents annoyed because of Blanca's
Oh, he
aesthetics.
tried sweep a little too late.
Okay, let me watch closer. Let me see what he does.
He's just very annoying to fight because he doesn't stay on the ground. He's got very absurd tactics that are highly damaging, and it's just somebody nobody likes. So.
Nicely done, Tokido. A little scrambly there.
Okay,
I
but
kinda
Tokido
like that he
kind
was
of
thriving
took the reign on
in
that
scramble.
one.
Yep, what you gotta do against Blanca sometimes.
Because he's probably done a little bit of studying. There are some players that, let's just put it like this. Blanca's one of those characters where he's there, but you don't respect him enough to study the matchup. And then if you lose to a Blanca, that's your own fault.
Airball is cheap.
But because there's a negative connotation around him in general, you just don't want to give him that light of day.
Yeah, people want to know how to beat to parry
Yeah, he tried to slide
every
under right.
attack
Yeah.
from Blanca.
So Tokido gets the pick up to the corner.
Or most things.
Ooh, deep in the front. And maybe trying to walk under or something.
So these are actually two OG. Like
Tokido's
the
more of an
characters
OG
themselves.
than. Oh yeah, of course, yeah, of course, yeah.
Activate in the middle of the screen. Maybe
All right.
parry it.
There you go. There's the plushie or the doll.
Go for it, yeah.
You see that thing on the
That's been on
floor?
screen for a long time, so
Oh,
he doesn't feel
okay.
pressured yet.
That's the thing that I was
Cuter than
talking
I
about
thought.
before. And he can actually make it move if he charges it with electricity.
Nicely done. Little three-piece right into the CA. Level 3 there.
Okay, so that's gonna be one apiece. Yeah, that's one apiece.
Mm.
Now I wonder if Mena sticks it out here.
Okay.
I think I'll switch. That would
so?
just be me. Yeah, we'll think about it here.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
I'm kind of with
So it's
you. I do
1-1.
wonder if that's the plan here.
It's 1-1.
What a handsome
I love
It
it.
is 1-1.
I love you just looking at his phone. Maybe he's checking his
Goddamn right.
Twitter, his Instagram.
It could be his Twitter. It could be his notes.
Oh.
It could be. Oh yeah, we like all the players take notes and put them on their phone. There's these interesting apps that help you understand the scientifics of the game a little bit more, so they can
Wow.
double check and reference something. There's a lot of things that could be
Did
checked.
not even give the benefit of the doubt. It could have been something helpful for the game. My first thought was they're probably reading a hit tweet.
Throw after anyway. How?
No, listen. He could be on, Deliveroo, Uber Eats.
He's watching
He could be-
Crunchyroll. He's watching Gear 5.
He could be, or he could be ordering his next Chipotle meal.
So true. No guac. Oh,
Level 1 for the pickup on
Sorry.
that.
perfect KO.
Something else.
There you go. See, it's interesting because you are impressed by these perfects. I'm not.
No, it's perfect to me because I'm just like, I could have never even done that. I don't even think I would have been able to jump properly. Like,
Oh, good read into the chin right. That was optimal.
No, but it like again, Tokido's been playing fighting games for longer than probably Mena's been alive. So it just takes years. Look, it just takes years of practice, and some people learn faster than others. So.
Slightly negative, so it's not a bad idea. Let it rip. You get the setup on this with
Oh,
the
here
doll.
it comes. This is why Blanca's notorious for being very annoying. Here it comes.
in the corner.
Nicely
Ah.
done. Well defended there from Tokido. The overhead was blocked. He's ready for the setup. That crouching heavy. But you see the way he shook off his hands? Oh, he knows he did something nasty. He's like, damn, I'm good.
He's at the door.
Okay.
He's in the zone. They
Ooh,
both
chase
in the
down
zone.
already.
Ooh.
Okay.
And that move there, where Blanca jumps away and then comes back with that EX aerial like rolling attack.
Uh-huh.
That's a very powerful move that the vast majority of the community cannot deal with.
Ooh, no anti-air that time though. Tokido gets away with
Is
it.
it just,
And
like, hard
the
to get out of that
I like the
position
tough
then?
roll from Mena. Actually,
You can. It's one of those moves where there should be, when you do moves in a fighting game, there should be a similar risk
Oh,
reward.
he let it rip.
The risk entailed with that move is not the same as the reward. Ooh,
Oh.
nice.
That's gonna hurt.
Okay, this is good for Tokido.
Walk over standing roundhouse. No, not
Can
even.
he
We're trying to
get
check,
him in
you know, what's
burnout,
wrong
though? That's
for
the
Mena, good
question.
reactions. Now he's a little healthy on the drive.
He's
Gotta be careful.
slightly
Goes full screen here,
less
watch an install. So Tokido, if he throws
drive
in the fireball,
than-
he's trying to bait it. The super. Oh my god, that's
That would have been it. That would have been it. Yes, yes.
No, like
No, no.
Tokido's got the slight lead, but
Yeah.
do you know what? Once this round's over, I'll explain something else to you as well.
Get the plus frame regardless. I
Oh.
respect
Let's see what happens.
Ah.
that. We gotta check out.
Got
We
him.
gotta check
All
out.
right.
Yeah.
Spend the cash.
an eye
Right.
for an eye.
So,
Also good knowledge of
over
Tokido.
time,
When
just
Blanca
like
is
with
level 2
your
install, his level 1 super
auto,
goes
let's
full
go
screen.
back to the
So you have
auto
to
regeneration
really
mana
can't just throw
Yes.
fireballs
as the
like that.
example. if you move forward, so if you move towards your opponent, you act as in an offensive manner, your MP gauge will recover faster.
I realized
you
that.
walk-
I saw that. His Hadokens were giving him more MP.
Yes, that's because he's attacking and doing something. If you walk away or play defensive, your recovery will slow down because the game doesn't want you being defensive by nature.
It's like a reward.
But this is the thing, you have to risk your health gauge in certain situations to replenish your drive gauge when you don't want to do that, but to get certain things in your favor, you need to take a little bit of a risk.
Level 1, not enough for burnout, but a fireball.
Wow, these guys are inputting their level 1 supers to high heaven, boy.
But gets hit anyway. Good stuff, Tokido. We're gonna challenge, all right.
Oh yeah. And that ball, if you do jump heavy ball, there's a lot of recovery on that too.
I just called it
the handshake off. Yeah, Tokido's feeling it up there. Rainbow lands. Nice punish on that. Good spacing from Tokido.
Yeah, you can see like Blanca's got various different ways to roll around the screen. It's very tedious. He's not a grounded character, I'll tell you that much. He's actually exceptionally strong in this game. This is actually the best iteration of Blanca there's ever been.
Really?
It is. That's why he's really annoying. Because it's the best version of him.
Best as in strongest.
Let's call it the glow up.
I see. Is this a glow up? Maybe not a physical appearance one, but
mechanically it's a good glow up.
yes. And that's the most important, chat.
Waiting for that drive gauge to come back. Now he can drive rush and he's not going to be in burnout.
Oh.
Nice.
Ooh.
Punish counter, not enough though. Tokido, you know Dragon Lash or Drive Rush is on the mind.
How's he going to close out this round here? Because he's 2-1 up, and Tokido needs this round to go 2 apiece. Does he get it though? It's a huge thing. Oh, okay. That was a big decision from Tokido because he could lose by an unnecessary means now.
He lost a lot of that drive.
Yeah, he's in burnout, so he's actually likely to lose if he blocks something.
Man, a little drop there from Tokido.
Oh, his move didn't come out. Yeah, he input something, but it didn't come out. We call those execution errors.
That's right, man. It's a visual cue, right?
It didn't come out just based on time or just based on the conditions?
Yeah, I think it was timing.
Oh, because
so he might have done the move. He might have input the move too early, but the game didn't register it in time.
Oh no.
Oh, that's gonna bite him in the ass.
Do the second follow-up to beat that. That's very smart.
Good bait.
Okay, there's one throw.
Give me more, please.
There's 2 throws. Oh dear, here we come. Is he gonna loop him? He got him.
From stomach to chin. That's crazy.
Yeah, but he had to splurge all his resources to get out of that perilous situation.
Yeah.
A lot of drive gauge down. I think he tried to beat the parry right there.
Damn, he's really taking the fight to him, isn't he?
Little respect to on the OD as well. Look like he's trying to react to the DP. That's pretty. It's hard when it's that close.
Yeah. Ooh. Guarding that doll. It doesn't go away.
Okay. Next hit for Mena will win. Tokido, I'm not sure. I think Tokido needs 2 more good sequences. Mena only needs 1.
Look low gets the hit.
Okay.
Level 1 here.
Hang on a minute. Is that gonna be it? I think that's it. Oh.
Really?
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
So it's another close battle here.
Another 3-2. He needs to count his lucky stars, man. There's a couple of things Tokido's done where it's like
Tokido's breathing. He has to hold his heart.
Yeah, right. But you and do you know what he does? He actually takes this like very seriously in terms of. I remember he spoke to. No, what did he used to do? He used to bring a tape measure to tournaments so that he'd sit at the optimal distance from the screen. I think it was like 30 centimeters or something like that. Then obviously when he got the eye drops, he started using the eye drops properly. Like he takes this as a pro athlete, like super seriously.
I mean, it's his career, right?
And that's the thing, right? If it's a career, you should literally try and be as optimal as you can be and make it. Because I think someone taught me this. We're watching him play games, but this is his lifestyle. Like this is his lifestyle. So if you look at it from a lifestyle dynamic or perspective, you will actually think what he's doing is actually, it makes so much sense.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Does it again. I like it from Mena. Rainbow all the way out of there.
Wow.
This is not looking good for Mena.
Although.
Good awareness there from Mena.
He knew, and he was ready for the slide, but a little late on that. It's hard at that range.
That was Oh, that was.
Doesn't cancel on a ball,
He's in
but
burnout,
Mena
right?
doing a good job fighting
Yep,
into burnout.
Mena's in
Almost
burnout
out.
at the moment, so if he blocks something, he's gonna be in a very dangerous situation.
Yeah, bye.
Oh boy.
Pressure's on here for
Oh
Menard.
dear.
One more game and he goes to the spectator seat.
Oh dear.
We'll have to see here.
Is Mena?
And yeah, the jump back
Good
immediately.
hell,
Just has to
dear.
see.
My heart
Regular
is
throw. He's not afraid of
racing.
reversals, even though Tokido's done it a lot.
Yeah, that's true, exactly. Your
Come
mind.
on, okay, good jump back air to air. That takes a lot of reaction and situational awareness.
Okay.
Nice stuff on the dash there. He hasn't checked the drive rush much, but definitely been pretty good on that stuff.
And this is it, man. Every hit counts. Every hit, like you really feel it.
It's like a smidgen.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Plus, yeah, Tokido doesn't try to challenge after.
Yeah, okay, and Mena's used that aerial rolling attack a fair number of times because there's no drawback to using it.
Right.
Got him again.
Now Tokido and Burnout. Chip's a big problem for him here too. Heavy ball is gonna hurt. But you know, he's a little cautious here, right? He doesn't wanna
This is
overcommit on
tough.
And the big thing in this range is whether
Mena's
Tokido would
waiting
forward
for
or
the
not,
drive
too.
gauge to come back so he can commit to something big.
Right.
Tokido's waiting for his drive gauge to recover completely so he can go back in. He can't overexert himself too much. He can go in now though. Hang on a minute. Ooh.
Oh, but he
So
used.
he really doesn't want to
he
overextend, but
expended
that's
too
giving
much.
Tokido a little bit of room here. Chances.
Yes, that's right. Correct terms. I like that.
Oh. Oh.
It's enough to kill
That's fine.
just like that.
Okay,
Final
so that's
game,
fine. One
final
thing
round
you'll
of
learn
two.
about this is if you put your, regardless of what resources you spend, the argument is null and void if it wins you the round.
Right.
So
It really doesn't matter what happens.
Yeah,
unless
you
hit it.
notice that Mena put himself in burnout, but because he won in the round, it's irrelevant because your drive gauge resets at the start of
Yeah.
the next round. So he's all right.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, and interesting. He was trying to catch a button or something like that. Mena doesn't let it rip. Mena's
Oh, he
install
didn't get the
almost
wall
out
splat.
level two,
Too
almost
far away from the
completely gone
corner.
with no offense from it. It's on.
The neutral is so crazy in these games. Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, he gained a lot of space,
You have
a
to
little
find a
ball,
way
which
to
is a
assert
big
your
deal.
dominance and
Tokido
control the
holds
neutral
drive
for as
gauge
much
back,
as
he has full
possible.
resources.
And then you have to try and bait your opponent's counter options so they don't like get a comfortable read on you.
Oh my. Oh, that was a parry. Okay, nice. So the timing
Yeah,
is just
so
really
it-
good for that.
And there's a very tight window to get that parry, to get the freeze frame. It's very strict.
Oh my.
Or he gets the up ball there. He's got level one also. Will the
Oh,
burnout
they're
here.
both in
Tried to
burnout.
bait it, didn't buy it. He blocks. Oh my god.
Walked away.
Oh my god. You could just do that in the
Oh.
super.
Oh.
Oh. I don't think it would have reached though.
He's a little afraid. Oh
Hold
my
on a
god.
minute. What's happening
Can he
here?
do that? I thought he
What's
didn't
happening
have...
here? Hold on.
I don't...
Oh, did he get him? He did. That's it. Oh my god, that was sick.
Wow.
That was so sick.
That was
Now, Ooh, I will tell you this, right?
GG.
I will tell you this. Yeah, well played. Honestly, another 3-2, another nail biting set there. That was great to see. The only reason that worked is so Blanca has level 2 super. We call it like an install, and that basically refers to let's say that's a heightened state. Okay, do you know what? I'll give you the sickest example. Let's say that's Naruto's Sage mode for a certain period of time, right?
Yes.
So what it allows him to do is it allows him to, that rolling attack he's doing, he's allowed to make it, instead of having a specific trajectory, it now becomes omnidirectional. So he can send it in various different ways, and it allows to extend combos, create new scenarios that are very ambiguous, so on and so forth. And that's what allowed him to extend his combo to defeat Tokido in that round.
He did that for the crowd here. The crowd cheered for Blanca.
That was like
very
actually
very
insane.
W there. Very impressive.
I'm still processing what had just
Situational
occurred.
awareness Luke earlier was so impressive, right?
Man, it's hard. And remember, like I said, these things move thick and fast, so it can be hard to. It can be hard to.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah.
So every scenario and what to do.
Tokido's out of the tournament now.
Yes.
Yeah. At the tournament. So no second Evo title for Tokido. That's a shame.
However, there might be a triple one for Mena? Question mark?
It would be his third humongous
Oh,
tournament.
I mean,
He really
big
feels
win.
it, which is one of those things that I
Yeah,
love.
it'd be a
but,
third.
yeah,
He's
there's
had a few big wins. But in
My
terms
heart
of like the
can't take anymore
height
of these. That was a
height
good
of
one, I gotta
prestige
say.
tournaments,
Just
this would
nail
probably,
biter
I think this would be a third one, yeah.
Oh, what would be the first one?
So Capcom Cup 2017 was his first.
Right.
Capcom Cup earlier this year for Street Fighter 5 was his second. If you want to count CEO, depending on who you ask, if you want to count CEO, you can do, because that had over 1,000 entrants there, and he won that. And then if he wins this EVO, that's another big one. Somebody asked, what does Hadouken achieve in the fight when most of the time it gets blocked spacing? So basically, think of a fireball, think of a Hadouken as a projectile or a fireball that's an extended poke. It establishes control, and projectiles in fighting games actually do more than people realize. Think about, think about what's the thing called? A Goomba? Is it a Goomba from Mario?
Oh, like a Goomba?
Yeah, Goomba. Sorry. Think about the Goombas at the start, right? What do you do when you see them? You jump over them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But essentially, you see something coming at you, you jump over it. What do you do in Bowser's castle when he throws a fireball? You jump over it. You can think of the same philosophy with projectiles in Street Fighter. When Ryu, Ken, or whoever throws a projectile, they force an action from you. You either block it, you try to evade, you do something because it's coming at you. And in fighting games, the slower the projectile, the more dangerous it is, because you can walk behind the projectile. So what that means is they have to focus on you and the projectile. So imagine, well, it happens in some of these games anyway because they're unfair. Imagine Bowser just dropped out this super slow fireball, and then he got to jump around the screen, zip line around the screen, everything. And he's like, this is unfair. I can't deal with two things at once. This is not fair. So essentially, in layman terms, what I'm basically explaining is fireballs for some sort of response or some movement, and you've got to play around it. And what happens in fighting games a lot is we'll have anti-projectile tools. So if somebody throws a fireball, you have your anti-projectile tool to counter it. But what they've done in this game specifically is they've reduced the amount of anti-projectile tools in the game, and they've given everyone a universal answer, which is parry. You just absorb the fireball, nothing really happens. So hopefully that makes sense.
That made so much sense. I feel like you learned me so much just now. Also, it really is what I think what Alex B said is the mind game, because you could throw a projectile and do something completely different while the person is focused on blocking the projectile.
Now, here's the funny thing, right? So there's a character in this game called DJ. He's got projectiles, but you know what he also has? He has fake projectiles. So what he does is he does he does the animation as if he's going to throw a fireball, which will force you to do a movement, and then you fall into another trap.
That's what I was scared of. Because the thing with Ken is that he actually has to throw the Hadouken, but if DJ can do fake ones, that is a scam.
Now, depending on who you ask, some people want fake fireballs to return in abundance, because it adds another layer. Because what happened in Street Fighter 5 was there was an overabundance of anti-projectile tools, so it ultimately made projectiles useless. So you had them, but you couldn't use them in the way that they were used in old school games. Now there's kind of, because like you could probably, I wish I could find all the examples and show you, but like fireballs, like I said, fireballs, I can't reiterate this enough. Fireballs are very powerful tools. On the surface, they look bland as hell. But
I think they look delicious.
Well, that too. Depending, because if you're from Soul Eater, you might try and eat their souls that look like a Hadouken. So,
what's it called? Or even Jujutsu Kaisen. If you want to be ghetto, you can eat the cursed energy.
That's true. that is true. But yeah, projectiles do so much for so little. But there's huge risk behind them as well, because if your opponent gets a successful read on you and jumps your projectile, you could lose about 40% of your life.
Wow.
You could literally lose that. So
we started with 7,000. Now we're officially at the top 3. It was a long
weekend. These guys back?
Top 3. Oh wait, so
somebody's about to be
who was this? That lost Punk would be going against someone?
Mena Adi.
Ah, I see. before they
everybody,
get
whether you
to
were one of the 7,000
Angry
who
Bird.
played in pools on Friday,
Yes.
or everybody
So,
competing.
Angry
ooh, this
Bird
is
is Bowser
interesting.
right now.
Appreciate you answering and
So,
playing Evo
okay,
every
with the
single year.
3
Great thing
players
about this event
remaining,
is that any of
we
you
are
guys are
guaranteed to
stage,
get a
right?
new
One of the
champion
best things about
for
all
Street
fighting
Fighter.
tournaments that
It's
you can play
guaranteed.
this.
Oh, because
Love
none
to
of them
see it.
have
Of course, if you
ever.
missed anything so far,
Yeah,
What?
none of these guys have ever won.
This is so cool.
Oh
was
my
this, like,
goodness.
handed out? What's going on here?
I would love to be in this stadium right now. It seems so hype.
Like flashlights.
Whoa, have they
Yo,
turned all
somebody
their
take a picture of this
flashlights
and
on?
send it to me
What? The
ASAP. I
Mandalay
need this.
Bay's
I'm
clone
gonna have
up.
it so
What is
important.
this?
So fun.
What is this?
Evo chat, they just did this. I think.
You know?
This is really
Crazy.
looking like content.
Wow.
Unreal.
We
Wow.
pretend
I-
that
Wow.
airplanes in the
This is
night
beautiful.
sky are like shooting stars.
DMCA and all that. Man,
This is the best crowd.
This turned into an idol concert. Yeah, really, for real.
sheesh.
Now, I hope someone in the community has
Beautiful
clipped
thing,
this and puts this
Evo.
on
Thanks to
Twitter.
everybody who's a
I
part of the
hope
event
somebody
and
does
the
that.
event. We truly appreciate you. Here's our bracket, of course. Losers.
Right, okay,
final.
so yeah, we're gonna have our penultimate match right now, which is Punk versus Mena.
Yes.
So these guys have a friendly rivalry going on back and forth. So
Oh, you
I
said
like
there was
this.
lore, right?
Yeah, these guys in several tournaments they do meet in the latter stage of the tournament, whether it be grand finals, winners final, losers final, so on and so forth. So they do meet at the latter stages, and it's all they never fail to impress. So I hope this is not going to be one-sided. I hope this is going to be back and forth. Maybe Mena might pick Blanca again. Maybe. I think that'd be a good choice here.
And they're all awesome players.
And they're all getting
We'll
ready
see.
for
I
the
encourage you to
tournament.
check them out after this event as well.
Now,
All
oh,
of them stream,
is it
they
happening
produce
yet?
stuff, check out content, all
Couple
that kind of
two
stuff.
minutes.
Our two players here.
Somebody in your chat said Oshino Evo.
What? Oh my gosh, yes, it's a new idol, the new idol anime,
So-
Evo.
Oshino Ko is very good. I got the manga behind me.
Oh yeah, actually, if you walk around anywhere in Tokyo, you can hear the theme song playing pretty much everywhere because it's just so popular.
Okay, okay.
Actually, do I?
I'm waiting for season 2 to get officially announced. I know it got announced, but I need a date.
I think maybe, hopefully, I mean, I think because it was so popular, they would bring it back for a season 2. I'm gonna say that
No,
because I cannot confirm or deny.
They did say at the end of season 1 there's a season 2 coming. I just wanted to say right, it's gonna come in summer 2024 or something, so I can look forward to.
I read the manga, so I won't say anything, but you're in for a treat.
Punk said, "My bad for skipping."
Well, yeah, listen, that's what a friend of mine told me as well. So,
Here we go. Our match between these
all
two
right, these
Blanca
guys are gonna
picks.
kick it
We're not
off. Let's
surprised
do
to
it.
see
Yeah, see, they're having a little laugh before it. That's
Blanca
nice.
very
Ease the
Good.
tension a little bit.
Cammy has great anti-fireball tools, and Blanca, I think, very well equipped to deal with Cammy's jumps. He has the anti-throw.
So they're both
So-
kinda
with
jumpy,
jump back
right?
airball, really good in this
Yeah,
matchup.
both of these characters have very strong aerial approaches. I like that you picked up on that
Yeah.
very quickly. So good observation skills there. They're very aerial orientated. However, they do have a solid ground game as well, as we like to say. So you're definitely gonna see. It might be harder to pin the opponent down
Level 1 to kill.
I mean,
over time. But
This is kind of crazy.
Spotted that jump back medium, very clean there.
wow.
Yeah.
What button?
Sort of
What
slash
button was that?
animation
I've
is
never
so
seen
cool.
that button
Yeah,
before.
the
That might
three
be
slice,
his jump
yeah.
light punch. I might have to check that later.
Oh, that forward heavy punch. That move is pesky.
Definitely
by
check
the
that
way.
later.
It's tough to
Yeah,
deal with.
timestamp it.
Back on
Timestamp
block,
it.
too.
Yeah.
I know if you up close, it doesn't
Oh yeah, look, I have to watch some of these things like 2 or 3 times back anyway, and then
Oh,
turn on the
my.
game and go see it myself.
Calls
So.
out the parry. I like that from Punk. Good reads back to back.
Yep, good two-piece right there. No one home. Wow, okay, we spacing it out. The back and forth.
Oh yeah, that's a good point as well. The Yipes, the other commentator there, he brought up a good point. These are both pad players, so they both use PlayStation 5 controllers.
Oh.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, you
I
can
think
use
they
the
both use
pad
it.
in Street Fighter.
Yeah, you can use it in fighting games.
Interesting.
You're not tied down to 1 or 2 peripherals. You can use whatever you want. You could use a. Do you know what? I wish you could see. If you can find this, I think it's still out there. Someone played a fighting game with a steering wheel, like the driving steering wheel. Yep.
What the?
somebody here, whoever wins this
Honestly,
round.
Played a
though,
fighting game with a
It's
steering
like,
wheel.
it's so good. It's like anything could happen.
That is a big
and they
brain
can both hold
play.
that position on the momentum.
It was. It threw everybody off. He was having the
Wait,
time
they
of his
played it
life.
in like a championship like this?
Yeah, they used it in.
I
They
need to
used
see
it in a
this
tournament.
after. That's hilarious.
Somebody used the steering wheel, and everybody said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm playing a fighting game. What are you doing?"
They came here for performance and a competition.
Just blocks it out, says, all right, no mix up here.
fall back.
I mean, I think
mean,
I
look,
might.
Mana's very content just staying back
go on.
here. Well,
I was just gonna say I might have to stand Blanca because he's orange like me.
Never mind, confirm level
Do you know what? There is an orange color. This has only got his hair orange, but I think there actually is a dedicated orange skin color.
Blanca is me. I am Blanca.
Put down a t-shirt.
Oh no! Actually, hold on. Someone write that down.
He's gonna get a lot of the drive gauge timer back for Punk on the burnout.
Okay.
Not quite enough, but a lot of damage.
Ooh, there you go.
waiting for Sun to react.
Punk's still in this.
She's in over. Oh, overdrive. Oh, although. Sorry, burnout.
And we are
Oh.
healthy again. The drive gauge, and he has the lead.
Man, just whipping, trying to beat
Okay, so yeah, whoever makes the wrong choice, they're gonna lose. Try to bait something. Did he get him?
Oh,
He got him.
Oh,
Yo, Punk's funny.
okay. Punk.
He knew it was going.
Great.
Remember, loser goes home, by the way.
Oh, trying to react. That's why he got hit 100%.
Oh yeah.
I want to cheer for them both. It's so hard.
He was ready that time.
I mean, you can do. It's just unfortunately, there's only going to be one winner.
I know, but I look away. If I close my eyes and I don't perceive it, then there's only 2 winners to me.
Nice, use that for the tick throw.
Damn. You live in a world of harmony.
Yeah.
Ball, I like it.
If only
Why
the world
create
could be
chaos
like
when
that.
there's already so much in the world?
Some people like to watch the world burn. Nice parry. Ooh, good chase down. Interesting.
Like nothing. Waiting to see if Punk was going to parry or try something else.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see who's gonna press buttons first. Nice check. We knew it was the fake out. Good stuff. We got cash to spend. Are we gonna spend it? Yes, we are.
Let's see
Wow.
what this is gonna do. That's a very expensive combo. Is that gonna do it?
Whoa!
Man,
Nice,
clean
nice,
so far.
nice.
Making really good choices.
And
He's
you
not
know what?
conceded by
When
the
you
ball,
land
so-
some of these long extended combos, they are insanely satisfying when you get them right. Obviously, that didn't get him the round, but it got him close.
We got a nice little lead here. Drive
Does
gauge.
Cammy still have a move that can go under fireballs? It doesn't go under fireballs, it goes through them. It's basically called spin knuckle, where she kind of spins backwards and hits you with her back fist. So it goes through fireballs.
Yeah, we got it all figured
But she
out.
does basically have an anti-projectile tool,
Dash
yes.
to the Blanca ball. Hold this. He's on the house.
She might use it in a
No
second,
reaction
actually.
there on the spin knuckle. It's okay.
There you go, that move there.
He's challenging. He doesn't
That
want
move where
to
she
get
just
high.
spun,
The
that's
heavy
what she
kick was
does.
early to try to beat the dive kick. Punk goes for
That
a
is the
regular jump.
anti-projectiles?
Anti-projectile. So basically, it's a like counter.
Good defense here for
see.
Buckguard.
Oh.
Oh my God, no way.
So when I say anti-air or anti-air, that's basically you're stopping an aerial approach. When I say anti-projectile, you're stopping the projectile. Think of it as antibacterial, like that. I think that's the best way. I think that's another way to explain it.
Now it's gone.
Protection against the germs.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Way bigger, but he wasn't ready.
Did he get it? Yes, he did.
Oh! Oh my!
My God, that was so sneaky.
Wow!
Silent too, because you didn't really see it throughout the whole set.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's 2-0 real quick.
Okay,
I
so
have to
that's
imagine we'll
is
see
that 1-1 or is that 2-0? Is that 2-0 to Punk?
2-0.
Think about it.
Okay,
For
so
Punk.
perfect. So this means now, like I was saying before, Mena's 2-0 down. Now his adaptation, above all else, the top priority is he's got to win 3 in a row. He has to win 3 in a row.
That's a big ass.
Do you know what? It's a tall order, but he's been in worse situations and come out on top.
Really?
Punk was way more
So he's a
comfortable
veteran at
last
the
time he sticks it
comebacks.
out.
Yeah.
Listen, this scenario is not something these guys are unfamiliar with.
That's good.
The feeling of like nervousness and like feeling tense, it will never go away. But the more you do it, you'll be able to recognize certain things. So.
Okay. It seems like
Oh, that's not going to work out. You could have landed and sweep there, but it's hard to always know the right spacing.
actually I did have a question. That bottom left bar, the fuchsia one.
Yes, the one where it has one and one next to it.
What is this indicator?
Oh, that's their super gauge. So you see the flashy cinematics that they're doing?
So when it fills up,
That's what that bar's for.
I
So if you see Blanca kind of like go very feral and beat his chest and then turn electrical, that will be his level 2. When Cammy is slowed down the screen and then taking his opponent to the corner with that kind of excess drill move, that's her level 1. When you see, do you know, when it comes, I'll point it out to you so you can see it.
Nice, man. His reactions are so snappy.
Let's see what happens. Okay, so Mena's about to use his level 2.
That move cheap.
And then watch his gauge on his side disappear. See?
Ah, I see. It's getting used. I see.
So that went from 2 to 0. And that's his level 2 super.
I see.
And what this does is that's that enhancement.
Oh, so they can let it fill up.
They have to. It doesn't fill up the same way that your drive gauge, the gauge under your MP gauge, it doesn't fill up the same way. You have to earn hits and get hit by accident.
Yes. Wow. He's really the comeback.
There you go. He's making the adjustment. So.
If it's not type, you get the reversal.
He's definitely making the adjustment.
Wow. Really?
Oh, combos, flip the table.
3 in a row.
Oh,
Trying to beat the DP right there. I like it.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
That's just a Street Fighter 5 tower.
Oh my. Wow.
And that should be, yep.
1 round. Okay.
Starting to look a little
And this is what's so impressive about these guys. He was 2-0 down. You're like, hang on, how has he made the adjustment? What has changed about his gameplay that hasn't changed about Punk's? Because remember, with Punk, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
He was winning, so you keep doing it. It's
Right.
all down to Mena to make the adjustments, and it's slowly and surely been happening.
Adapt. Adaptation.
88
Oh.
glue buttons at play here. We are trying to shave off that drive gauge early on.
What an empty jump. Punk
Okay.
spacing on that was beautiful. Got him jumping, but didn't get the completion. Oh, and that should have been a bigger punishment.
Oh, there we go. Let's see if Punk can get this round, because if he lets it slip through his fingers, he's going to be so upset.
But I agree with that from Punk.
Come
Is he
on.
going to level 3?
This is a really rough spot.
No.
for Mena
Can he get a
here.
throw?
Puts out in the
Oh, he
corner,
tried
takes
to
foul,
throw him,
pops
yeah.
the regular ball. Big fade.
Oop.
Not
Oop.
enough just yet. He needs one more good hit.
Oh, this is huge.
Uh-oh.
This is huge.
Oh. Oh.
This is really close.
Oh, I think he's... No.
Clip.
He's still alive. I think he's still alive after this. This is going to do a lot of damage, a tremendous
And
amount.
he's in burnout too.
Be careful. Heavy
He's
ball.
in burnout.
The fake out. I like it.
Oh, he
Oh,
man, I
there we
can't
go.
look. I can't look.
Forward in a dream here for Punk. We have
I'm at the edge of my seat right now.
John is very aware of this. That's why he's just
Did he get it?
walking away.
Oh.
That was all reaction. That was
Oh.
Mena.
2.
Okay.
Nice.
I love that adjustment. That reaction is so smart. It's hard to
I'm
beat
going to
that
let that
drive
one
rush.
down. What
Do
did
nothing
Mena
and then
do?
TP. Like,
Wow.
No one's gonna be ready for that.
Yeah, and from that
2-2. The combat. Oh my gosh. I can't watch this. I
Absolutely.
can't.
Really smart for both of them.
Yep.
Damn, we got
Okay.
ourselves a final round
This
here.
is it.
Mena, and again, Mena's a Capcom Cup champion, so again, like I said, he's not unfamiliar with these scenarios. He's done this before.
That's still in fans. Crazy, boy.
Who has a pocket Rashid? No one in this top 6. Actually, tell a lie, Angry Bird has a pocket Rashid. I don't think he's going to bring him out here, though. I don't think Rashid's ready for this. He wants to win Evo, he's not going to bring out his Rashid.
What is a Rashid?
Yeah. New idea.
Oh, Rashid's one of the DLC characters that's been in the game.
I see.
So he was the character that was released before we saw that Aki trailer before.
Oh.
And the interrupt
So the newest
there
one.
on the spin knuckle, baits
Yes.
the parry.
Oh my
No
gosh.
throw from Mena, but nice healthy lead.
Oh, I don't know. Has Punk sold this? I wonder. Oh, no.
Did
he get a throw? Here's one.
Okay.
Here's 2.
Jump right
Oh.
there, but he doesn't react. And meter available. Punk goes
Oh.
to
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
now for Punk.
So that was Cammy's level 1.
Aha.
Yes.
So that was used. That required the super gauge to use.
Okay. Oh.
That was a good punish. How are you so aware? You knew?
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay,
Oh.
this is
Rainbow
looking
this
good
time,
here
he
for
lets it
Punk.
rip. I like that. Punk been trying to
Punk
keep it
needs
tight so he
this.
can't get out of
Yeah.
there.
All right, we at that range. Punk knows got the
Well, to be fair, all the players here need it
Okay.
because they never want Evo.
Oh.
Yeah, this is definitely
Oh.
an install round for Mena, trying to make some offense happen. There's the parry.
All right, there you go. Here it comes. Lightning Beast is back.
Okay.
Fake out 2,000 damage. Thank you very much.
Listen, Punk does have the option to
Throw.
hold the parry on the second part of the loop and go
I
for
don't
the
know,
drive
man. This is
reversal.
looking
Sneak
bleak
attack.
because Mena is not going down without a fight. Good block there from
Yep.
Punk. That was so good.
But Gage.
He risked it.
Burnout.
He risked that.
Again, no cross cut or anything. Punk just blocked.
I
it
don't
out.
know. He might get
Burnout.
stunned.
the
He may. I'm
fade.
not sure.
I can't look. Ooh.
It's pretty close.
Oh, but oh.
Level 2 in.
Dude, how did he get another level 2? Oh my word.
Oh.
Are you gonna CA or are you gonna save it for the next round?
Although. Oh.
That is the first you can close out.
Oh.
Lock it, John. Hold me down.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my
It's the
God.
final game, final round.
can't
You can't
breathe,
write
I
this
can't
stuff.
breathe.
Yeah.
These two.
You can't write this stuff.
Oh, he lands
I think we've only had one set that was a 3-0. Every other set has been 3-2. Oh my, this is not looking good. This is going from bad to worse.
Oh god. Punk. Punk.
No, this is too bad. Oh my word. Oh no.
Dear me.
Look at this damage.
Yoy.
He might be putting burnout.
What a big chance.
Gets the back throw.
Oh wow, he's mashing throw.
What are we gonna do here?
He's persevering. Oh.
Nah, he can't. It's too much. Yeah, it was too much.
Punk. GG.
Yeah, it's too
Oh my.
He's gonna be so annoyed by Blanca. He'll probably tweet about Blanca in a couple of minutes.
You
He'll
know what?
probably
I
because
would
again.
not blame him.
That was good.
I mean, look, you could see it, right? How many times in the situation, right? You've got barely any health, so any decision you make, if it's incorrect, you've lost. And
Yeah.
that's why Mena likes to overwhelm, because again, what was he doing? He was jumping at him, he was trying to do throws, and he's really applying that mental,
Yes.
mental stack that we say.
Yeah.
And
The
you
aggression.
can't handle it after a while. And then that grab that he ended with, that's an okay. Just to quickly explain it, you can do regular throws to your opponent, and you can break those throws. So if me and you input throw a similar time or the same time, we can break a throw. That grab that Mena did, that's an unbreakable throw. And it's very hard to tell what it looks like because of Blanca's animations in the game.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was
And-
gonna say Blanca's animations is like very what's the word? It's really explosive.
Yes.
You get to watch either Ken win
Ooh,
or.
all right, so
you're
yeah, I think we've only had one 3-0 in this top 6, and that was Punk versus Haitani. Everything else has been 3-2 outside of the Mena versus Haitani 3-1.
Look at all the 3-2s too. All these 3-2
Except
sets
for
have been
oh yeah, right.
So good so far.
That's insane. It seems though that Mena and Angry Bird are friendly with each other, right?
No, they're all listen. All of these guys, or mostly all of the most of the Western players, especially and Angry Bird and Big Bird visit the West a lot because there's a lot of events outside of their region, so they have to be traveling.
Right.
They are very good friends with Mena, Pang.
Aw.
They talk to Tokido a lot as well.
It's really
They talk to
cool.
some guys that I know here from the UK.
Yeah, I think it's really cool that they're able to have this like it's like I said, being best buds on stage and just playing. I mean, obviously the stakes are a little bit higher because it is a career, but to have like this friendly community. I mean, would you say it is a friendly community, right? There's no like bad blood or
Yeah.
anything.
Well, I mean, depending on where you go, there could be a bit of bad blood. But I think as long as you keep it in the game, it's fine.
Yeah.
As long as you keep it to the game, it's fine.
Right. Yeah,
But,
because
you
I
know,
saw
you will
earlier.
get friendly rivalry. You will get some very hectic rivalries. We've got some interesting characters in the scene as well. But I think that's what just makes the FGC in general.
That's gonna be tough. Well, this is
Deadlock said, I'd say that Blanca's animations are pretty electric. They are electricity.
That was a great match.
They are.
They are. So he was pretty confident going into this match for sure, and he went with the same matchup. So that just
All right, I think so. Out of all these matches that we've seen so far, since we are at the final match, which one do you think had you at the edge of your seat the most?
I would probably say it would have to, yeah, Mena Tokido.
Yes, I
the
was
one we're
gonna say the
seeing
same
right
thing.
now.
The crispiest I've ever
Or
had.
I would probably say one of Kakeru's matches.
Oh.
Maybe Kakeru and Tokido.
Yes,
Maybe.
yes.
It's very, very impressive to watch.
It's definitely the match with Tokido. I can say that much.
Yes. The one with Kakeru and Tokido made me
Upset.
yes.
That makes sense
I
because
think I
it's
was
like
rooting for the underdog type of thing for that one.
Yeah, he is mad good.
And
When he loses to someone like that,
unfortunately,
he's like, "All right, you got it.
Kakeru
You
lost.
played well,
But
like, you can't even hate, right?"
the one with
5
Mena
to
and
6
Tokido was
Evos
crazy
Angry
because
Bird, yeah, his best
it's
result
just
before
like
both of them, 9th
both
place was an
excellent.
Evo.
I mean, they're all excellent players, but I think
Yeah, which for those of you new
it was just a
to
completely
Rulebook,
different
that's like
experience.
7th place this year. Maybe you don't know his top 8 before.
and like again you feel it, and because with this sort of thing you're living vicariously through the players, the commentators give you the storyline, and it's like yeah, you feel it when they win, you're on an all-time high, and you know When you lose, you're dejected, especially if you're
Man, that is beautiful.
near the goal. Because all right, I hate to be negative in this situation. Whoever loses this, it's just as bad as going out in the first round of the tournament.
Because you don't win. It's just
Yeah,
It is
but
what it
you like the being second, you might as well have just not. Well, I think you might as well not have entered, but
I
you
don't know
might
if
as
I
well
would
just
say
like
that much, but
go out in the early stage. It might as well have gone out in the early stages because it hurts the same way or a very similar way.
Oh, we getting intimate here. I like that. No, keep it just like this.
all right,
Lights off.
here we go.
Somebody else agent.
Ken Blanca.
Step kick action. You know, Leech is
Okay,
somewhere.
so just quickly how this works. So for the grand final set, Angry Bird's in the winner's side, so he only has to win 3 games to win the entirety of the tournament.
Oh.
What Mena has to do is he has to win 6 games.
What?
So what that means is because he's coming from the loser's side, so he has to win the first.
Double.
If he wins 3 games, then he puts Angry Bird in losers, and then they have to play one more set to win the set.
Right.
But in layman terms, what I say is Angry Bird wins 3 games he's won, Mena wins 6 and he's won.
Okay.
Rainbow right out of there. Oh, punch out of the air. He had a plan, but he's now in burnout too. So Chip,
Oh.
big problem here for Angry Bird as
Okay,
well.
wake
He
up,
lands
look
on
at
the
one.
fireball, chase
The
down.
Hadoken
Chip,
landing
is
was
this enough?
crazy.
I think no, it's not.
Hang
Ah
on.
da da da
He
da.
has the right idea, but just had to.
Miscalculation. Oh, that was a miscalculation on damage. That was unfortunate, and he lost to the meter as well.
God damn, these guys are good.
Thank you.
It's
Wow.
just like
He had options there, but he wants to represent that drive parry. So now you're gonna see Angry Bird 100%.
Was that a parry? That was a
Oh.
parry, right?
Yep, that was a perfect parry. So you can parry, but to get that freeze frame, it's a perfect parry. There's a very
Wow.
slim window to do that.
Right.
It's
a timed event.
Yes. Yeah, that's the best. That's a good way to explain it. It's a QTE,
Walk up, neutral jump. Beautiful with the cuticle.
and there's a very tight window to get the correct thing. So.
Uh-huh.
And that's the Blanca Chan empty jump low.
Oh my
Parry
goodness.
nullifies.
Stand fierce, represent, but we out of there though. Oh, goes for the legs this time. What a bait!
Oh.
Wasn't a punish
Okay.
counter though, so it looked like he was
Oh.
just trying to
Gets
jump
the
out.
ante.
Uh-oh. Meter here. Mena does have the ability. Oh, he tried
Oh.
to beat it.
Okay.
Very
Wow.
smart on that. Mena has the level 1. And he
Oh.
just lets the jab rip. I think
He's
he was
coming
a little
back.
too far
Wow,
from the drive
Mena.
because the burnout, so the throw was a little early.
Mena.
Game 1, there goes the Mena.
He's on his
First
winning
nail in
streak
the coffin.
in that last game. The comeback.
And this is huge. Yeah, because remember, he had a nail-biting set against Tokido. Then he made the adjustment against Punk. So what do you think he's feeling right now? This,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
He's on cloud
It's
9.
going to be me after
Yeah.
the getting some food.
So if he wins this is going to be insane.
Crouching short, very nice, but the OD, the wake up.
Yeah. Get him out of there. Train
Wow, he's
yeah, that
really
one hurts.
serving it to
Could
him.
even killed off that if he drive rush with the throw to do it. And we are
Wow.
And this is-
up the pace.
This will annoy Angry Bird because Angry Bird was is in a very good position. He's in such a good position to
Sounds
win
like
this.
he's really living out his angry, his angry name.
Well.
But I see that from Angry Bird. I feel like he has the right idea. in
Trust
terms
me,
of
like I
what
said
he's
before, this
looking
game
for.
is heavily based on
Switch
momentum.
the jab,
Mm-hmm.
the jab,
And if you can even
before
slightly
the,
sniff
the
that,
proper punishes.
Yeah.
it's
He's
like,
getting
well,
walked down at the same
it's
time, so
curtains.
It's a little troublesome here.
Back throw.
Nice. Try to get the perfect parry. I see.
Right, just showing that mutual respect, not trying to overcommit at the moment, but then
Okay.
positional advantage with the Angry Bird at the moment.
Drive gauge.
Good call.
Ooh, you make me angry, he's
Say
coming.
it with your chest.
Grr.
Mix you up.
Okay.
Oh, trying to bait the parry.
Grr.
See it. He's beginning to believe. Ooh, a little early on that.
Okay.
Angry Bird with the up forward.
Nice. That was optimal, man. Recognizing the crouch jab hit. Went for the
Okay.
stand strong. Yep, that's meaty, boy. That hurts. Oof. The igloo buttons get represented
Somebody
here.
asked,
Trying to get
is
that
Blanca's
perfect parry
moves
to the drive
predictable and can be
push.
countered? Every move in a fighting game has an answer. It's just that it's all about the timing and the circumstance as to how you counter them. There is an answer to what these characters are doing. It's just are you aware of it, the timing, and having the specific counter.
Figuring it out.
The thing is, Mena is extremely good at being unpredictable and unconventional. He is one of the best for a reason. And if you can't find any pattern in his gameplay, then it's hard to even get your own rhythm started. So, and he's picked a character that complements that unpredictability. It makes so much sense.
You get Oki there for the jab.
Him and Mena's style and Blanca's tool set, they work in tandem.
Oh, no parry that time from Mena.
Good defense from Mena. Doesn't bite. All right, we spacing it out.
Yeah, Mena down
There you
quite a
go.
lot,
Puts him
but
in the
he's
corner.
about
Tried
that level two
to
pretty soon, which is a
tried to
big
bait him
factor
into
in a
doing
lot of
something. It
these
didn't quite
blocks
work
now.
there. So
Tossed up the slide, air ball hits.
Okay. Oh.
Wake up jab. Oh, I love the defense from Mena, just up backs out of there.
Ah, no. Wow.
Instead of the back, you know, like, I'm gonna get the corner carry anyway. You know,
Angry
it's not
Bird
that
might
big
be
of a
able to.
on a CS,
Okay,
I can
is
take
he
that.
going
Yeah,
to
the damage on this is not
spend
that
it?
bad, and your drive gauge comes
Yes.
back anyway.
Yep.
Okay,
choice.
he spends it, but he's only doing this to get his drive gauge back. I think he's gonna get the drive gauge lead here. Yeah, he's gonna get the drive gauge advantage.
Ah.
Low on health, you gotta guess.
Yeah, and the lower you are on life with,
You can tell Mena's thinking about it. He's thinking
Yeah.
hard.
Put myself in burnout, right? So it's
Now,
much
here's
more
an
likely to
interesting
attack
thing.
versus
This
like
is
a
more of a high-level scientific thing, but I'll kind of highlight it to you now. So, when you have you get punished for blocking in this game. So when you block something, your drive gauge depletes slowly.
Oh.
But when you have roughly around 2 gauges of drive stop or drive gauge and less, you have to make conscious decisions, because do you block and get punished for it, or do you commit to a move that consumes 2 drive gauge and put yourself in burnout? There's a lot of these decisions, these micro decisions, that actually have huge outcomes
Yeah.
that
big
the players
impact
have to
on
keep deciding on.
the game.
Yeah.
What a start of the fierce. That
Right,
was
Angry
meaningless,
Bird.
by the way. It could have been a lot worse, but
So,
it's all right. though.
even
Oh,
if-
punish.
Drive gauge.
Even if
Put the
Mena
fuck
has
the onions.
2 wins and Angry Bird gets 3, then it's an automatic
Corner
Angry
on
Bird
that.
win.
Yes, Angry Bird only needs 3 wins and he's won the whole thing.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, wow, the jump forward, no anti-air, and he didn't believe in the hit.
And this is
That
looking.
pressure is, just help me, just get me
Can he
out of
stay
here.
in
I don't wanna
there?
deal with it, but just
Okay,
get
that's
me
gonna
confirmed.
be.
Yeah, we need to get out of here. ASAP.
Wow, he's just going in.
And the
Oi.
ball set up after, he's in burnout. Oh, I think he's trying to bait the
Okay,
super.
what's this?
Are we gonna match that level 1? Oh,
That
no,
was
no, no, no,
filthy.
we got
That was insane. Oh!
Nah, that situation is ambiguous as hell, and he got him again. Right. Oh, and he. Oh, okay.
He is
So
that
Angry
dude. If
Bird
there's anybody
managed
who's
to
gonna
take
do
it.
that, it's Angry
Right.
Bird.
Zoom in
So one
to
of the
the
reasons.
award.
Oh man, one game away here from
One of the
being
reasons
champion,
why
and I
that
love
aerial
that he was
blankable
willing to do
that
that.
Mena
He's like,
keeps
I know
doing
you
is
think
so
I'm gonna wake up
powerful
with super. Here we go,
is
I'm letting
it
rip.
actually counters throws. So
Oh.
if you try and throw him, he goes airborne. If you're airborne, your throws can't catch you.
Right.
And then he punishes your throw attempt. And then what that also means as well, if you anticipate that move where he's doing it from the air, then if you block it, he's at an advantage. That's why it's so good, and that's why so many people are annoyed.
Oh, if you block it. So if you protect yourself, then you're actually just taking the hit.
Yeah, or you're giving him a slight advantage just because of how the move works.
No anti-air, but just
Oh,
a jab
wait,
check
he
on landing,
changed.
and Mena, lots of
He
pressure,
changed
lots of
because
pressure,
he
punch
thought
still.
Blanca's not cutting it. This is a big decision to make, because if he loses this game, it's over.
Yeah, a lot of parry here too.
That's an executive decision he's made.
Angry Bird
Wow.
with the chase down.
Oh, and there. Oh. Oh.
Nice walk back from Mena. Pick up though.
Oh my
Got
goodness.
long target in level 1. He'll have level
Oh
2.
my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I don't know about this. Oh boy. Okay, that's gonna be.
It's potential
This is match
final
point for
round
Angry
of
Bird.
Evo. See what Angry Bird has in the tank.
This is match point for
Oh.
Angry Bird. Wow.
Did he change out Blank last minute?
Yeah, look at these checks. Angry Bird just not
Because
allowing
he
to
lost
more
2
drive
games
gauge.
on the
That's a lot
bounce, so
Right.
of course he's gonna think it's not gonna work.
Snaps out that heavy punch. Drive rush. Throw. He's maybe looking for the parry attempt. Angry Bird hammering Mena, trying to keep that drive gauge low, but burns himself out in the process.
Now Mena's gonna take his sweet old time. As long as he can stop Angry Bird from moving
Ooh,
forward a
okay.
little bit,
So he's
that
put himself in the
drive
corner
gauge
here
is
at
going to be
deficit.
Okay, nice.
There it is. Big
Nice.
message incoming.
Oh.
We do have a level 3. Are we gonna spend it early? No, we are not.
Stun?
Put that later.
Yeah. There you go.
Wow.
Nothing.
He's seeing stars.
Oh, he missed the perfect knuckle though. Oh my god.
Wow.
Anyway, that's a huge
Oh, this
one
is
though
huge.
for Mena.
Nice.
This is huge.
Confidence is still there.
Yeah. Okay.
Have to win this
Good stuff.
game
Good
in order
stuff.
to stay alive, Mena.
Wow, he
It is
walked in
still
and
match
found that
point
spot.
for
Mena
Angry
with a
Bird,
lot of
though.
meter, but Angry
It
Bird
is
early
still
corner
tournament
positioning.
point for
He
Angry
just
Bird.
Ada.
rips it and it hits on the throw.
That part's not changing yet.
Don't be scared.
And he got him.
All the way to
There
Memphis
you go.
with that one. Drive rushes in.
Okay, nice.
Finds the counter hit on that. Oh, missed the perfect knuckle again. But this one doesn't
What?
matter. Easy peasy.
Wow,
The perfect
Mena.
on 2 games.
Okay, hold on.
Yo,
Yeah. Okay.
this is some good street fight.
Okay.
Wow, wait.
So,
He has it. That's
So it is gonna be
that
match
on
point
that
until Mena
side
can
swap,
reach
and
6.
the timing is
so
juicy, although
okay.
Angry
What?
Bird
How you
walks
see
back
this
to
last
the
game
kick,
is
gets
this
the
is the
job done.
reset game for Mena and the tournament game for Angry Bird.
Ah, I see.
Only 5 for the neutral jump, but we did a little too late.
Ooh,
So
you gotta
then-
drive impact.
And I'm still healthy.
He won't win at
Yeah,
3.
and the drive gauge is a big problem
if
for Mena here.
Mena
You see,
wins
he's
this.
trying not to get burnt out. He wants to
Yes.
jump and do other stuff, but
Then
Then
that
it'll
means
just be 0.
taking the pace
yeah,
down,
that means
it's
Angry Bird has
not
to
a big
play
deal.
another 3 just like Mena does.
Okay. Wait, Mena?
Try to beat the super there.
Mena
Mena
ball.
reversal jab.
Oh.
Ooh, check again. Again, that's a big factor.
Oh no! I didn't mean it! I didn't mean it! I meant Mena, pause!
Last time it wasn't.
I hope we don't get in trouble for that.
No, I genuinely meant pause. Like pause champ. You know when people say pause champ?
I don't know. I heard that all as one word.
I like
No disrespect. I literally meant I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
That was brilliant. Sorry.
I'm gonna
It's-
delete myself now. I'm just gonna go off to the side here.
It's
embarrassment.
it's early in the morning for me. I heard it all as one word.
Oh no! What an unfortunate. Anyway, I can't watch this anymore.
Of course you can.
Wait, Mena? Reset it?
Hold on. Not yet.
Not yet.
It's
One more.
it's tournament point for Angry Bird and reset point for Mena. What's gonna happen there?
They don't pay us by the hour, but I'll say an extra.
What is gonna happen though?
Whip punish from Mena.
Okay, first blood goes to Mena.
From so far away, Mena trying to walk back.
That was so good. Clip them. Oh, and we in the corner. This
Hang
is
on a
where
minute.
Can master stride. Oh no.
Ah.
There's one.
Think about it. Looking for the shimmy or the crouch
There's
jab.
2.
Level 3.
Oh.
There's 3.
Spend that bar, get that damage. Although
He waits.
Angry Bird is
Does he get hit by it though? Okay.
Oh.
Gets himself a little bit of breathing room.
Now, Mena's gonna have to be real confident with his offense.
I don't know, man. The next hit from Angry Bird will win it. The next hit from Angry Bird will win the
The
tournament.
3 critical. Oh,
trade one hit for either.
Yeah, he's got it.
He does a challenge. He makes the throw. Mena with the hit.
Then hold on. Let me see what happens. And that's it. That's gonna be a reset. Oi.
that is.
Okay.
Wow. Overtime.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Ooh.
Oh my, my
I-
heart is racing.
I don't know if that is the turning point for Angry Bird.
Really?
This is it.
Because the thing is, Mena has beaten Tokido 3-2,
Damn,
Punk
this is a good
3-2.
Mm.
Now he's reset the bracket in the 3-2 manner against Angry Bird.
So you think it's the curse of the 3-2?
I don't think it's the curse of the 3-2. I just think it's how Mena's in these situations where he's had to force himself to come back and play under extreme
Stress.
pressure conditions. Yes, extreme stress.
Uh-huh.
And he's been able to just overcome it. It looks like with ease. He's making this look like effortlessly, but
Right.
it's far from it. It's far
But-
from it.
What if he experiences burnout IRL? What if his own personal drive gauge is now
Well,
at its limit?
Look, they had to play through the gauntlet of like 7,000 plus people. I think.
True, that's true.
Yeah, Mena's awareness
They
on
won't
his
go down
anti-air
too
position
easily.
is fantastic.
Also, it seems Mena is kind of serving
Looking very
game
good.
here.
Burnout now. Angry Bird
Yeah,
kinda walks
he's
him down, and you see Mena doing a whole lot
steamrolling
of
at the
nothing. He's
moment.
like,
This
okay.
is exactly what he wanted.
Good DP. Good check. You see spin right? Oh, what a mess up. It's okay though.
That was level 1 super, and he missed it.
Okay, hang on. Oh, this is huge for Angry Bird. Get that punish, make it count. Okay.
Level 2 is very close. And the drive
Oh,
Okay.
what? Oh,
I don't know if he can
what?
win from this.
Oh, nice.
Remove the needle from the back of your dog.
Okay.
They had to do it, right? I mean,
Yeah,
it's
so-
burnout.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, not the dual sense.
Not
Oh.
the dual sense.
Ah.
His controller
Okay.
just died.
Um.
Oh, no, not like
Yeah,
this. Is he
he's fine.
He's like,
Okay. They're gonna sort out something,
His
but I think they're gonna
controller
play
is-
from around. Yeah. No, they're gonna play from. They're gonna play from the round. They're gonna say keep playing.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna say keep playing. Because it was a technical issue, sometimes what can happen is if there's anything on your end that malfunctions, your opponent's entitled to take the round.
again.
They are entitled. to.
Really?
timing on the drive
Yes.
smash is so good.
Even if
They
it's not
are
your
entitled.
fault.
Nice.
but it's on you.
Right.
That's what
But
it
you
is.
had
It's
to
on
pause
you.
the game.
If there was an outside interference that changed it, a little bit different, and if both players agree to play on or reset the game, that's fine. But like usually some of these controller issues, it's on you
It's a good thing that Angry Bird let it just continue.
because they're in the zone. So he's like, look, we talk about this, we play. It's like let's just.
I think it's a safe bet. We're gonna stay with Luke.
Okay.
I think you're right. He's just
And
going
yeah, that's
back.
gonna be and right. And do you know what happened as well?
He's like,
With that issue, Mena killed his own momentum.
Yeah, it was really like a break in
man got some
the
fire album
immersion.
cover
Yeah.
Just saying.
See, he's
I
gonna.
thought
You're right.
we
He's just gonna double check. Yeah.
Angry Bird.
I thought so. I
Oh, we're
thought
going
so.
to the Blanca. Never mind.
They're
he did
switching back to
switch it
Blanca.
Right back to the Blanca. Okay, so he's played both characters so far.
Yeah.
Fresh
Okay.
start, right?
Yeah,
why not
I respect the choice. I respect the choice.
So you can just
Skip the
change
intros again,
characters
that was my bad.
mid-game no matter. Oh, this
Nah,
map.
let's
This.
get to
So
business.
the rule is if you win, you're not allowed to change your character. If you lose, you're more than entitled to change.
I see.
He's trying to find
Only when you lose.
I see.
nice whip punish though.
If
Tries to
you
immediate
win
punch.
and your if you win and your opponent changes character, you're allowed to adjust your tactics to change. That was in old games, depending on the system in play. But in this game, it doesn't. I don't think it really matters. So.
Interesting.
Oh, too early. But I do like the idea. And the
Oh.
throw main as well. Mena's Blanca looking very sharp.
Yep.
He can switch characters so well, and he just immediately is right there.
Oh, we got
You
baited.
just feel like he's just running out of steam with a character, right? So he switches it up.
We got baited. Okay,
Caught
still
him
coming
in the
back.
Trying to hit him with the up ball. Jump ball, excuse me. There you go. Attaboy. Menard found his way out the corner, but the drive rush connects here for Angry Bird.
Nice.
Okay.
Challenge. That is negative. And get a nice
So
extension
then,
here. Oh, this is,
are we
you don't wanna back
looking?
roll this.
What is
Oh.
Mena gonna
Quick Rise displays
do?
good
Oh, okay,
knowledge from
activates
Angry
the
Bird.
beast again.
Oh, and
Okay.
a back recover right.
Yeah.
Or should we
makes
call it
sense.
activate
A little
Angry
more
Shrek?
damage. We saw that one earlier.
Get out me swamp.
Do it again? No, not even. Not close enough.
Oh.
In that situation. Good parry.
Nice, nice.
Parries all three too. He got so much drive gauge.
Wow.
Huge. I think with
Wow,
the
wow,
driver's
wow, wow,
extension, it
wow.
should be enough to kill here for Mena.
Flip
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
I think that's the game.
Nice.
Man, game on the
Yeah,
on
that's the
board for
game.
Both of them here, and they're right back in with the rematch. So fast in this game.
See, and then watch this,
I love
right?
it. Thank
So
you,
as
Capcom.
this is why I said that the timer will be shaved off. Look how quickly they went back into the game.
Yeah.
Got him up and try to walk back.
So
That crouching
if
short
we
so
didn't
holding
really
that
have that
strength.
many breaks and they had to run the Chipotle ads and whatnot, this would be done in like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, but also the fact that it was reset just added another like 10 minutes to this game.
Yeah, maybe. Oh.
Drive rush. Oh, even better. Stolen. Oh, you
my
can
goodness.
get that? Oh, I know that.
I just saw Yipes' mind. He just it
Oh.
got expanded. He's like, okay, good to know.
You can.
Oh, and the
Oh
whip
my god.
and the punish.
Ah.
Round on the board for Angry Bird here.
Oh, not
Doing
looking
a
good for
job.
Mena
I think after that
here.
explosive
And
punch,
yeah,
sounded like
his
something
attempt to
gonna
get out
reverse
of trouble, it
You're feeling the
completely
pressure, you're like, oh, he hit
missed.
me with something nasty. I'm about to wake up.
Angry Birds. Yeah,
Oh,
man,
no,
make
big
sure your
damage. The
glasses stay
starter,
intact.
love it. You know, certain people, including me, I get a little
I saw
lazy,
the
but
glare
I
in
know
his
people say go
glasses
for it.
too.
I need
He
the
means
better.
business.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, of
One
course.
punish on this.
Fierce Shoryuken, of course, for the Oki for the stand. Fierce, there it is, and it was meaty enough.
Oh, that's
Do
gonna
it again,
be
no,
that's gonna be a huge
reconditioning.
counter there for
Trying
Angry
to snipe
Bird.
it out.
Nice
There you
damage
go.
as well, healthy damage.
Activates here. This is the comeback factor level 2. Oh, punish.
Oh. Oh.
Set
Wait.
up. Take the
It
side
didn't-
swap, beats the throw.
It didn't land?
Oh, we missed,
Oh,
we
so that was
swapped
a
it, so we didn't
defensive
get the
mechanic called
setup.
drive
That's a
reversal.
huge
The
drop
best way
there
to explain
from
that is
Mena.
when you're blocking, it's
That
just
is a
basically
finish.
get off me.
Ah.
Yeah, you're supposed to do
If you
ball,
do it
down forward
against the
ball,
wrong
and you do enough
move, your
force
opponent will be able
to
to
set
block
the
in time and
Just
then
unfortunate that he
counter that.
slightly
I
missed
see.
on the ball.
Oh
That's
my.
essentially what it is.
Angry Bird is.
Just trying to throw him off, not let him get comfortable with certain matches.
Well, he's in the
Just
same
keep winning
position he was
them
in before.
the wheel of misfortune.
Oh
huh?
no.
We'll see though.
They
He's
skipped
in the
it
same
again. Look at
position he
both of them
wasn't
laughing
before.
and
Grand
skipping
Finals
the intro.
reset. What a
Yeah.
intense
Having fun.
turn
man.
of events.
That's how you know it's a good set.
Ah, they're laughing about it. It's good. That's good.
Nice. That's good.
That is good.
That's definitely good.
There.
Oh, he changed it back to Luke.
Part
Oh
of
no,
my
wait.
shoulders.
It's Luke, right?
Try to go for it.
Yeah,
Good
it's
check
Luke.
there from
He's
Angry
doing the
Bird.
same thing he
My
did
turn.
to reset the
After this
bracket.
game are always
He
Right.
played the
bonus,
two
right?
with
So
Blanca,
I
and then
think
if it didn't
so.
work out, he'd go
Tickers
to
like to
Luke
have a
and
big
try
gap.
to close things down. Interesting that he's done that twice now.
Just wait for
Maybe
maybe a
it'll serve.
DP or just a whip
Question
low
mark,
forward,
we'll
crouch
have
strong
to.
even. Look at the ranges that they're fighting.
I probably felt
go
like
back
me
up with so
personally.
clean
I
and
think
RD.
like if
All
Luke
part of the
reset
plan.
the bracket
We in
for
the
him, I
corner.
think he should have stuck with Luke the whole way. But I don't think he wanted to let the set drag out, so he gets figured
Yeah,
out.
that's a cool combo.
All right, I'm going to that. All right.
Oh, a little too far. Maybe crouching medium.
Nice juggle. I didn't even know Ken could do that.
Looking for the parry, doesn't find it, and last time he didn't do the air flash knuckle. Angry Bird ready with the DP.
Man, I love the choice of jab DP just so it won't be like crossed over, right?
Nah.
Yeah, level 2.
I think that's the round. Yeah, I think that's the round. Actually, no, Luke should have a speck of health left. Yeah, speck of health.
Oh my god,
Oh.
a lot of damage.
Oh my god.
He might be done. He might. Oh boy. Yeah, that's it. Oh, that's the round. No, that's the round. Legit. Bang. Hold that.
Wow, with a sliver of health left.
There, he just had the confirm ready.
Boy.
Oh, double drive rush and Angry Bird. Little drop, but he got the pressure with the Dragon Lash anyway.
Damn, I don't know. Mena, you know, Mena's done this more than like 15 times today. He's just been in a situation that looks like almost impossible to get out of, and he's just somehow crawled back from the brink of death. He's done it.
He's immortal at this point.
He might as well be. Call him Mortal RD, not Mena.
Yeah, what was on that phone?
It's all the secrets.
It's a photo of Crunchyroll-Hime. Do it for her.
It could be. Do you know what? He could be trapped in that isekai anime. My smartphone.
Oh.
Oh my god! Championship point once again hit Angry Bird.
Championship point.
Championship point again.
Drive rush early. Mena, lots of offense, right? Trying to keep
Damn, that read is huge. They packed that out. Nah, that's mad.
Nice. Stuff there.
Kudos to them.
Tried to beat the throw, but little
Kudos to them.
Oh, boy.
Go time. All right, we're representing that OD now on the wake up.
Hold on.
Spine bust. All right, drive rush, no. Sand blast pressure. We're trying to hold this lead. Men RD.
Man, the drive rush jab, it's been unstoppable so far. Look for the parry. Uh-oh, one hit here is all it is.
All
Angry
right,
Bird
there you
lost
go.
the pressure.
Gets the knockdown. This is huge for
Oh
Angry
my-
Birds.
Mena of the tournament.
Oh, this is huge.
Great. Goes to the
Oh!
Throw. Hold on.
Evolution.
Oh no, are you delayed? Are you
There you
behind?
go. I was a bit delayed,
no,
but yes.
Sorry, I should have held my reaction.
Yo.
Oh,
Ra, is he crying?
I'm gonna cry.
Damn, is he crying?
But there it is.
He looks, I'm gonna cry. Yeah, Angry Bird.
His first win, you could see the emotion on his face.
Well played,
Angry
well
Bird, incredible
played.
stuff.
Angry Bird
He said,
takes
"I'm so
it."
proud of you." I read his lips
That,
there a
and
little
that's how you
bit.
know these guys are laughing in the set. They're having a good time. You know, the emotion.
Nah, I like that.
This is just
Angry
Bird.
Bird.
You know, for months and months and months.
Yes, my man. Yes.
Oh, congrats.
Street Fighter 6.
Wow.
Evo champion.
So yeah, that is if I'm not mistaken, because he is Muslim, that's a special prayer they do.
Yes.
And a lot of them actually do it when they win. Like a lot of them have done it. The guy who won Tekken Evo earlier today, I think he did the exact same thing.
I really like that they stay true to themselves, even throughout these like really intense, insane, like brain-melting competitions. I'm so happy for
Brain-melting.
him. Let's go, Angry Bird!
Nah, well played, well
With the
played.
glasses,
A lot of people
anime
there you
protagonist.
go.
tirelessly for a goal and don't get it.
Honestly, because he's been putting in a lot of work. Him and Big Bird, obviously, they talk together, they train. And Big Bird actually bowed out of the tournament, I think, before top 96 or something. So he actually, Big Bird was one of the favorites to win, but he didn't make it as far. But Angry Bird has won the tournament, and this is, I think, this is actually Angry Bird's biggest win. I think this is his biggest win.
So he needs to change his name to Happy Bird now.
He can't do that.
Who said? Are you
can't do
actually
that.
not allowed to change your name after?
Oh no, you can do, but like, if regardless of what you change your name to, I'm always gonna remember you as Angry Bird.
That's true.
And
I want
this
to know
is
why he
actually gonna
chose that.
Ask him why he called him that. It was definitely from the what's it called, Sesame Street. I remember I spoke to him. I think it's Sesame Street. Was it Sesame
No,
Street?
Angry Bird is the game, and then Big Bird is from Sesame Street.
It's not even like he calmed him down. He just wanted to
Angry Birds was the game on the iPhone.
Yes, and then Big Bird is
Was there
the
not?
big yellow bird from Sesame Street.
Hold on.
Big
I remember
Bird.
Big Bird. Hang on,
Yeah,
hang on.
he has like a big, he's like big long beak, really tall, Big Bird.
He knows that he played his best.
Kind of nightmare
No, there
material,
wasn't.
kind of like Chica vibes from Five Nights at Freddy's.
I mean, look at the support from
Yeah,
Mena, right?
okay. There wasn't an Angry Bird in Sesame
That's
Street.
how you know.
There-
It's not
yeah.
just about
Maybe they were just trying to make a fun bird-related
friendly rivalries,
pun.
things like this. Everybody has a lot of respect
Probably.
for each other on this stage.
Probably.
And there he is, right and center, the
But
Evo
yes.
champion, 7,000 players, and now
Yes. You go, Angry Bird. Aw, everyone with their aw, he really should take in this moment and celebrate his win. That I'm so happy for him.
Have been so.
That's huge.
See, we're going down the line
Is
here.
that
First
Tokido?
Evo, yeah, that's
Doing this medal
Tokido.
ceremony the whole time. Can everybody make some noise out there
Yeah,
for
so
Tokido?
Yeah,
first huge
Tokido.
Evo for Street Fighter 6, and you better take
and
what did I say at the start of the
You did?
stream?
Oh my God, you're actually psychic.
Those Evo medals, by the way.
I did say.
Chat, Jammerz did say that Angry Bird, whoever wins the first match is likely to win the entire thing, and Angry Bird did do that.
It came a little bit close, however,
That's the man, right?
I was like,
The man, bro.
there's a strong
That is the
chance.
man.
There's a
Did
strong
reign
chance.
He is
superior?
that dude, of course. Two-time Capcom Cup champion.
boy.
Wow,
First time in
Mena.
Evo finals, and he's up there, second place on the stage.
And let me remind you as well, Evo is the biggest, if not one of the biggest tournaments like you'll ever see for fighting games. But in terms of the competitive season for Street Fighter 6, this is only the start.
Oh
This is
yeah, 'cause
only the
Street
start.
Fighter, when did it come out? Like not even a year ago?
Street Fighter 6 came out on June 2nd.
Oh, so this literally like 2 months
Make some
ago?
noise from everybody. The
Yeah.
Alpha
Oh
Academy
my
is
God, that's
supporting Punk.
insane. Wait, so did they not have a Street Fighter 5?
Personality, incredible
Oh no, they had a Street Fighter 5. You
Oh,
talk
okay.
about Street Fighter in general as a franchise. That came out back in 1988,
Oh no, I
1989.
meant sorry, as part of Evo. Did they only
Oh.
have Street Fighter 6 as entry?
No, they've had. I think they've had all the Street Fighters there, but it had a different name before Evo was its name. I think it used to be called like Battle of the Bay or something.
Oh really? I like Evo.
Yeah, this-
Evo.
This was like before 2005, I think so.
Yeah,
This
the
is before I
grind.
knew fighting games existed. So
Wow, look at you now. I'm proud of you too, Jammerz.
thank you. I'm proud of you too.
Thank you.
Every character, by the way.
I learned so much
Check it out.
Our
in
final one.
these
Everybody in the building. Make some
3.5
noise
hours.
for your
Wow.
Evo champion, Angry
That
Bird.
wasn't
Angry
too bad, actually.
Bird.
Well earned.
There you go. Well played. Well
Aw,
played.
Aw
well
man, I
played.
don't want to give Angry Bird a high five.
Yeah. I mean, they came in early. Him and
So
and
Big Bird
came
must
here
be
early.
happy. His
They were
manager
doing
must
some
be
gaming.
well chuffed.
Yes,
And
they
don't
should
hide
go
it
get
again.
a
Their
good
channel's
good
FC
old
Birds on Twitch.
Chipotle
They
bowl
play
after
and
this.
stream all the time. They play everybody
Well,
in the
here's
world.
the crazy
Doesn't matter
thing.
you're
If
a
I'm
Grandmaster
not
200, they'll play
mistaken,
anybody, anywhere, on any
there
game.
is so he's probably got about because he travels 17 to 18 hours to get to Evo.
Oh, that's right, 'cause he's from the UAE, right?
That's the goal right
Yep,
there. That's
and
the
then
goal.
once he goes back home, he's got to go to another big event.
He's gonna need another
Oh,
luggage for his trophy.
I thought you were gonna say there's no Chipotle in the UAE, so we should have Chipotle here.
Well, I'm not sure about if they have Chipotle there. I guess I could
I
ask
wonder.
them. But it's going to be huge only because he actually doesn't have any time to watch back his matches and kind of properly study. He has to just think about the next tournament.
Wow, and the next tournament you said is like
It's literally in about 4 or 5 days.
oh my God.
I just want to thank everybody.
That's
being here.
literally
Just
it,
because
so.
of
He can't
you guys
even-
being
he can't
Sage
even
and Mario
bask in
at this
his
table
winnings.
To just broadcast this to you
Yeah.
guys. So thank you so much.
Wow.
I love you guys. Seriously, I really do love you guys. We love you guys.
It's been a while since either of us did any
So I'm
Street
not gonna
Fighter
lie,
2,
Jammerz,
it's,
I thought
really nice to
Yikes'
be
name
back
was
here at
Yikes,
Evo.
like,
Got the opportunity to
yikes.
close it out.
So
And,
when
you know,
when
it's been
his
a long
name
time
popped
since
up on the
last
screen,
time
I
we
was
did
like,
release
oh,
finals, so we
oh.
did back in DBFZ, which was a
That
long
is
time ago. So
insane.
hopefully everybody enjoyed everything
there
here at
you go.
Evo this weekend, whether you were just playing, whether you were spectating, whether you're just here to watch the finals.
Yeah, Angry
whether
Birds
you're
social
watching
media
from
is
home and
about
just
to
enjoying
blow
the
up
game, you know,
to
it's been a pleasure
high
having all of
heaven.
you at Evo this
He
year.
deserves
And if
it.
you
He
didn't come out this
really
year,
persevered
hopefully
that
we see you again
this
here
entire
next
weekend. I
year.
mean, all of them
This is
did.
our
I hope they
final
all get
reunion.
the recognition they
We're gonna head down
deserve.
to the stage with our host.
And I'll tell you what, right? So there was this special invitational that happened back in July called Red Bull Kumite. That's a 16-man invitational to a cage. Big Bird won that event.
I'm not sure if you guys
An
know
Angry
this, but I'm
Bird
a pretty
won this
emotional
event.
person. I
Wow.
probably almost cried like
The
4
birds are
times in just a
taking
matter
over,
of nothing
everyone.
right there.
We have to learn
Pe-
bird language.
People
The
have
amount
said
of passion
that the
that goes into
birds are
playing and being
probably
able
the
to
best
get on
at the
this
game
stage
right
is
now.
absolutely
Wow. The flock,
mind-boggling.
the
So
migration
all
is
the
real.
players have
Yeah,
entered
I
this
remember
tournament,
they
not
talk
even
to each
on
other and they
the
train with each
general.
other
It
and they
is
stream a lot. They do a
heart
lot of
and
content,
talent
so
and
it's only working in
dedication
their favor
and
at the
so much
moment.
to be able
All
to
of this is
play
working in their favor.
on this
I do
stage.
love
So
birds,
please,
so
round
I'm
of
happy for
applause
them.
for
They're
this
living up to the
conference.
name.
It is the level of play that has happened in only 2 months of Street Fighter
Praise
6
the birds.
is astonishing. Honestly,
Yeah.
incredible. The game is not even
Look at
half a
that.
year, and this is where we're at. So we got quite a long time. It's going to be, we're going to have these a lot.
What
so.
a weekend for Big Bird.
Yeah, and then on top of it too, it's been amazing just to see how the fighting games and the fighting games communities are bringing so many different people together. I mean, we have an official Evo Day in Vegas. Like,
August
what?
6th, baby.
Wait, there's an official
Crazy.
Evo Day in Vegas?
And it's also because
Well,
Like
I
an
mean,
officialized day?
there are
I
people
think
in the
I
crowd
think
who are
I think she
probably-
means
this is their
today.
Oh,
first
okay.
esport event, and you all showed out.
Because usually it's like you tell them that the event's on, but like for people to come and watch the finals, they can come and do that on Sunday. I think.
Whose first Evo is this?
Me? Let me raise my hand. Me?
Wow.
Wow, the crowd is.
Shout out to
It
Chris
looks
Lee, by the
so
way.
hype in there. I wish I could have been
Who's
there
been here
for the
before?
win.
And who loved Evo tonight?
Yeah, there you go.
Me?
They're loving
I did.
And my final question, who is coming back next year?
Me?
Well, you gotta find out.
Evo.
Yes.
That's
Louder.
Evo.
Louder.
Evo.
Louder.
Evo. Evo.
Evo.
Oh, wow.
Woo! Joe, this has
Thank
been
you guys.
amazing.
Thank you all.
This has been amazing, and I just also want to thank everyone. This is my first hosting opportunity with Evo.
What?
And y'all been nothing
Yeah.
but
The first
amazing
ever?
and
With Evo?
welcoming.
This is her first ever with Evo.
Make some noise for Erin, everybody,
Wow.
please. She killed it out here.
I love women in
All weekend
gaming.
They are prospering.
Actually,
And
I
give
should
it
have
up
just
for
well.
one
ended
of
it
the
after women.
best
I love
co-hosting
women.
teammates I've ever had. L.I. Joe.
Let's go,
That's brilliant.
Joe.
Also, you gotta give it up. I know you don't see many of these people, but there are so many hardworking individuals
Yes.
behind this
Staff.
screen over
Mm.
here who work day and night.
All right,
to
listen,
put on
they
the
are
best
the unsung
Evo
heroes.
ever. So give it a round of applause for them as well.
Thank
Well
you,
done, well
staff
done.
son. Thank you.
And they had an exceptionally tough weekend as well
Yeah, I
because
mean,
of the maximum amount of
Not
capacity.
only
Oh, sorry,
behind stage,
the
but
highest
just to
amount
get
of
these
entrants.
players up here,
Oh,
we have
so you
people
said
running
last year
brackets.
was,
we have people running
like,
streams.
smaller-
We have
like, way
people
smaller
taking
than this
Garrity
year,
out
right?
here. There's so many
It
of you
wasn't.
guys that make this happen.
It was
This is the
smaller. I don't know if it
fighting
was significantly
game
smaller, but in terms of
community. This is
competitors,
because
yes.
I'm sorry,
of
that's
us.
what I
Like-
meant.
We are
Yeah,
here
because you
to
said it was
do
like
Yeah.
what,
this.
1,800
So
versus
thank you
7,000
all
or
for
something?
making this event
Yeah, so
possible.
Street Fighter
Round of
5, because that
applause
was
for
like the
all of you
final
out
year
there
for
who
the
are helping
game. It
make
had
this possible.
about
Thank you all.
1,200, 1,300 people, and
We
then
are
to
nothing
boost that up
without
to
you.
7,000 for a
Nothing
new
without you.
title.
So thank you all.
Wow.
So remember, like you could,
So,
Angry Bird could say, like,
crown
"Yo,
all
I
the
was the champion of a
champions.
7,000
Marked
man
another
tournament."
successful
Yeah,
Evo,
that's even that's
and we
some,
also
that's really
made
impressive.
history.
I don't even know
And
7,000
what better
people.
way to wrap it
Well,
up
there you go. I don't think
than
anyone
to get
does.
some
I hope not.
closing remarks from Rick.
Wait, there you go.
Rick.
Okay.
Good old Rick.
There is not a lot to say at this point, but there are two things I want everyone to do, hopefully together. Today, we just finished the single largest offline competitive gaming tournament that I can find digging
There you
through
go.
the internet, and I think that's pretty
Yeah.
amazing.
That is amazing.
What is the capacity at Evo right now?
To accomplish that,
I think there's over
it took
20,000 people in
many,
general.
Many hundreds,
Including attendees.
of bracket runners.
Yes.
And equipment
That's it. That's
technicians
including
and people
spectators
whose
and
names-
competitors. Not everyone's allowed in on finals day because you need a finals day ticket.
Oh,
So.
I see.
Most of them.
But that
earned an
arena they're
arena
in, the
ticket
Mandalay Bay, I think
doing
that holds up to
service.
18,000 people or
That
slightly
means
more.
They're in this room right
That is
now.
insane.
I'd like us all to cheer for them. This works because of
Give it
them.
up.
We also got we might have to shout out the Overlord Pokimane.
Yes, I know she was there. I think I saw her Instagram story.
So I took a picture with her last year, but I was so annoyed that I didn't go this year because I
And
couldn't take
everyone
another
that ran a
picture.
bracket today,
I have a
you
photo
my
with
endless
her from
admiration
the
and
league
appreciation.
something
The
from a
first
long
thing
time
I
ago.
did at Evo was run a
Nice.
bracket, and now I get to thank you for giving me the opportunity to give you that opportunity, and that means everything to me.
Well done, Rick. Well done, Rick.
So there's one more thing I'd like to do together. Thank you for all not immediately running out of this room. I know there's plenty of things to do. I don't think there's ever been more of us in one place before. I'd like to take a photo together.
I think they could do a panoramic or something.
This is Robert Paul. He's an award-winning photographer.
Yeah.
So arguably, a couple of us are going to look good in this shot.
See if we can...
Photogenic.
set this
Okay,
mic
time to
down
smile,
now.
Jammers.
He's
We're gonna be in
probably
it
gonna
too,
try to
right?
give us a signal.
Are we, sorry.
Yeah,
And let's
smile,
do it.
smile, everyone.
Okay, is it, I don't know. Can you see us?
Yeah. I'm smiling. Look, we can bop heads.
Wait, can I go this way? Is it
Yeah,
that
I'll go this way.
I think it's that way.
No,
I
I'll
think
go
it's
this
that
way.
Oh man. There you go. Is he taking the picture? Oh, he needed a chair. Okay. Oh man. Yeah, he definitely needed a chair. Okay, he's got it.
Yeah.
He's got it.
I think he needs a bigger camera.
That
It's
lens.
fine.
Listen, the lens on some of these cameras are pretty damn good.
And they're really expensive. They're like almost as much as a house.
What, $4,000 and up? Something like that?
I think I've seen a lens that was like $30,000
We're gonna run a
before.
nice rollout.
Yeah,
celebrating
like the ones that you
weekend.
take photos
At
of
the
like
end,
wildlife
we're gonna
with.
keep with some tradition
Oh,
and set you
well,
all free.
as long as a film company's renting that,
Thank
paying
you.
for that, then I'm not buying that myself. Yeah, there
Oh,
you
is that
go.
the end?
That's the end.
Oh
That's it.
my goodness, Jammers. Okay, final thoughts before we close out the stream today.
Well played to all the competitors over the weekend. 7,000 man bracket is not easy, especially because, like I said, no matter how many entrants you have in a tournament, there can only be one winner. Today, this year, it was Angry Bird. Well played to Angry Bird because he was one of the favorites. He's been putting in a lot of work. Make sure you follow him at his Twitter. I think it's FGC_Angry Bird. You'll be able to find it on social media because he's going to be getting a lot of interviews and praise.
Although I do
for
think
his
if you look up
performance.
Angry Bird on Twitter, you might be served the game. So
Yeah, or just type in Angry Bird SF6 or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, if this is your first time witnessing fighting games in their competitive capacity, hope you enjoyed. Hopefully me and Hime were able to take you through a nice experience there. But yeah, honestly, fighting games are fun. They're a bit frustrating and stressful. That's why I commentate them. But that doesn't mean you can't enjoy watching them as well. So yeah, honestly, it was great. And much appreciated to Hime and the Crunchyroll team for allowing me to be part of this. This was fun.
Likewise, I was gonna say thank you so much, Jammerz, for joining, coming onto the stream, and honestly educating myself, and also I'm sure a lot of chat as well. The lore. I feel like your brain is so massive and vast. I feel like I only got just maybe like negative maybe 0.2% of what you know. But thank you so much for sharing it with us willingly. It has been so much of a better experience if I came here alone. So thank you so much.
And you know what? You got it for free.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
No, honestly, it was this was fun. It was an opportunity I couldn't pass out. I will actually let you all in on a little secret. I did say this to Hime before. I'm going to tell you all this now. So, in about 6 hours, I've actually got to be on a plane. So, I've got to do some last minute arrangements and sort something out, and then I got to go straight to the airport.
That's what happens when, chat, you're a celebrity and a very busy, famous person. So, yeah.
Not as famous as you. Wait a minute. Not as famous as you.
Thank you, Jammerz, for gracing us with your time and your presence. It is so appreciated. And also, as well, thank you to Evo as well for partnering with myself and introducing Jammerz to us again. And just hosting a really amazing event this past three days, right? Yeah.
3 days.
And like echoing what Jammerz has said, congratulations to Angry Bird as well as everybody who participated, because it really takes a lot of mental fortitude to be able to even show up to these events. Because knowing me, if I were to show up, I think I would have walked right out. Because like,
You would have paid a lot of money to walk out.
But I mean, like, I don't know. I think it's really awesome that video games and like esports are really, I would say, taking the world by storm and becoming recognized as like an official sport, having like official sponsors and being as big as it is. Because I mean, as someone who grew up with video games, anime, all of this like pop culture stuff, it's really awesome to see it becoming worldwide. So can't wait to see it in Japan next year, and hopefully Jammerz, you will be there? Question mark.
Well, we will see. As you get older, your schedule gets a bit more packed with certain things. We will see. I'll try and sort some things out. But no, you know what? It was good to be a part of EVO in some way, shape, or form. Hime, it was a pleasure, obviously, working with you.
Yes.
And getting to talk. We slipped in anime and manga.
I loved
somewhere.
it. I loved those. And
We
also,
did it.
I mean, I think that's how I get to learn things, is making references to IRL, anime, and MMORPGs, and whatever it is.
But yes, indeed. Don't forget, make sure you subscribe to Hime's channel. Make sure you follow her. And if anybody hasn't seen this, please go watch it.
Bento, write it down, everyone. Bento.
Please go watch it.
Yes.
It's one of my personal favorites. It's only 12 episodes long. You can binge it in about 3 hours. It's just a good old fun.
I will. And chat, likewise. Where can we find you, Jammerz? On the internet, in the real world?
So on Twitter, the big fat X symbol's no longer the blue bird. You can follow me at HGJammers. You can, I guess you can follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/HGJammers. I actually haven't streamed in about a month and a half. I'm very inconsistent with streaming, but I have very good reason for that. It's because I get busy, and when I get well, when I'm busy with work, I rather prepare for work than stream, because you know this. Streaming takes a lot out of you.
Yes.
And it's very intensive to keep people entertained. And sometimes I rather entertain myself than other people. And that's just me. But yeah, you can follow me on my Twitter. That's mainly where I'm active. If you want to follow me on my Instagram, I think it's at HGJammers. You can do.
Consistency. We love it.
Well, the thing is, I don't run the Instagram. My sister does.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you have a whole team behind you.
It's more that I didn't make Instagram for a very long time, and the people were frustrated I didn't have one.
I
said, all right,
with you too. I'd be an angry bird.
Well, you can be an angry bird. That's a very good point.
Yeah.
That's a very, very good point. But yeah, mainly follow me on Twitter at HGJammers, and you can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/HGJammers. I mainly stream Street Fighter on there. When I come back to streaming, whenever that is, you will see me talking about some Street Fighter. But yeah, do keep an eye on the space, because if you follow me, you'll be able to follow me when I actually go and do Street Fighter jobs or any other thing. And hopefully, maybe fingers crossed in the future, I get more Crunchyroll.
Yeah, hopefully
again.
our paths, I'm sure they will cross again, hopefully in the future.
That'd be fun.
Like I said, this world is just up and coming. It's just the beginning. So yes, everyone, make sure you check out Jammerz and keep up with the scene if you are interested. And once again, thank you so much for lending us your time and brain. It is so appreciated. And I am so sorry that you have a flight in 6 hours. Please prepare for it. Have a safe flight.
The brain is fried at the moment, but I'm going to turn on emergency power. And I'm going to sort out some things. I need to make sure I have my passport. That's the most important thing.
I was gonna say your energy gauge bar is maybe you're also in burnout right now, but hopefully you can throw a bit of Hadoukens into the real world and gain it back.
We will see. But yeah, okay, that's it from me. That is it from me.
Thank you, Jammerz. I hope you have a safe flight, like I said, and hope to see you again soon, very, very soon. I'll also probably wrap up stream. So chat, thank you all so much for being here. It has been so fun to watch and experience my first EVO with all of you, as well as with Jammerz. And thank you again to EVO for letting us co-stream this. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And until then, everyone, I will see you all tomorrow. So goodbye, everyone. See ya later. Bye. Hold on, I'm gonna put on my BGM now. Bye bye.